This video has been sponsored by Current. Stick around to the end to learn more and find out how you could possibly be receiving $500 from yours truly. Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel where I like to get a little bit goofier and wackier and drink a little bit of LaCroix. Today I got a nice limoncello. And let's just jump into it. So I've been seeing a bunch of discourse lately about millennials versus Gen Z. It seems like there's like this big feud between the two generations. I keep seeing TikToks from Gen Z people making fun of millennials for like wearing skinny jeans and talking about Harry Potter too much. And you know what? That's fair. Honestly, my whole life I've considered myself a millennial, and I have worn skinny jeans. And I probably will continue to wear them, honestly. Jeans that are just a little bit too tight for my sweet little legs. But I'm not even sure if I am a millennial. Because like every website that I look at has a different definition of where millennial ends and where Gen Z starts. So I don't even know whose side I'm supposed to be on here. I feel like sometimes I agree with the Gen Zs, like, yeah, that's fucking lame. Millennials, you do talk about Harry Potter too much. But then sometimes I agree with millennials. I only agree with millennials when I see a Gen Z talking about something that I do and I'm like, hey, okay, hold up. You can make fun of them for talking about how much they love coffee and saying awkward too much, but you can't. The second you start coming for me, that's where we have an issue. That's when I become a millennial, I guess. So I really want to figure out whose side I'm actually supposed to be on here. So I actually Googled BuzzFeed Millennial Gen Z quiz, which is actually probably the most millennial thing that I could Google. I was like, shoot, we gotta get to the bottom of this, guys. We gotta look on BuzzFeed, the most reliable source of information. And I found this quiz, so I want to do that. But actually, I think maybe the best thing to do first is just to Google what a millennial is, because I want to make sure that I'm not like way off and I am somewhere in the middle, in the transition period. What are the birth year for millennials? Gen Y or millennials? Oh, I didn't realize that. We come before Gen Z, so that makes us Gen Y. That kind of makes a lot of sense. Wait, but what's gonna happen after Gen Z then? They're gonna run out of letters. Gen ZZ? That's gonna be one sleepy generation, dude. Okay, Gen Y or millennials were born between 1981 and 1994/6. They're currently between 25 to 40 years old. Okay, so I fall in that range. I was born in 1994. So according to this, I'm either right on the border or 2 years away from the border. They couldn't decide where the border was. Okay, over here it says end date is for sure 1996. So then I would definitely be a millennial. So maybe that answers our question. Maybe I don't have to do the quizzes now, actually. All right, that's the end of the video. Bye. This quiz that I found is specifically for, I think, people who fall right on the edge of millennial and Gen Z. It's called Hey Cuspers. It's time to figure out your generation once and for all. I feel like this quiz was honestly made for me. I want to figure out if I'm a Gen Z or a millennial. And if anyone's gonna be able to do it, I think it's BuzzFeed. First off, is that what we're gonna call people who are right on the edge? Cuspers? Sounds like custard. Yo, are you a Gen Z or a millennial? No, neither, dude. I'm custard. I'm a creamy little custard boy. So we've all heard about Gen Z calling out millennials for being uncool, and the older generation fighting back. But if you're a cusper, you might be feeling a little conflicted. You know what? I am feeling a little bit conflicted. Luckily, this quiz will sort you into the right generation, so you'll know which side to take. Wait, I want to see what do they have an article about Gen Z calling out millennials? I actually want to look at that. 18 things that millennials do that are no longer cool according to Gen Z. Number 1, wearing your hair in a side part. Number 2, wearing skinny jeans. Okay, I do own some slim-fitting jeans, I'll admit. Using the laugh emoji. Okay, so here's the thing, is that I do use the laugh emoji, but I feel like I use it ironically. Is that okay? I use it when I'm saying something that's really dumb, not when I'm like laughing at someone else's joke. It's hard to explain. I feel like I don't use it how an old person would use it. Is that okay? Showing off your Hogwarts houses? Okay, that's something that I've never done, so that's good. Oh, when you hear JoJo, who do you think of? JoJo Siwa or this JoJo? I actually don't know who this JoJo is. Is JoJo someone from The Bachelor? Is that her? Am I making that up? JoJo Bachelor. Is this her? Is that even the same person? Well, I don't know who that is anyway. I thought of JoJo Siwa. Do you remember writing on videotapes with Sharpies? Like, not explicitly. I'm sure I must have done that at some point. No, I don't think I did. I mean, like, if I had a VHS and I was too young to be writing on VHSs. I probably didn't even know how to write by the time we started using DVDs instead of VHSs, so I'm gonna say no. Oh, what do you think of when you hear the words TikTok? Okay, obviously I think of the app. Who thinks of the Kesha song now? That song is like 10 years old. I feel like even if you're a 30-year-old millennial, I mean, people are talking about the app TikTok way more than the TikTok song now. So why would you be thinking of the song? I'm picking the app. Did you ever rank your top 8 on MySpace? Oh, shit. Okay. This might be a millennial moment. I did have a MySpace. I don't remember if I did top 8. The only thing I remember about my MySpace is the profile picture that I had on it. I remember thinking my hair looked really cool at the time because it was like dirty blonde and it was like flipping out on the sides, you know? It was really long. And I remember thinking it looked really cool. I think I wanted to look like the dude from the movie Hoot. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, this guy. I wanted to look like this guy. So just picture my profile picture being this on MySpace. That's what I looked like. But I don't think I did top 8. But I'm gonna say yes just to be safe, because I did have a MySpace. When you think of Ice Cube's acting, which movie comes to mind? Friday or Are We There Yet? I don't think I know what Friday is, so I'm gonna pick Are We There Yet? Did you grow up watching Hannah Montana or The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Yeah, I did. Which jeans do you prefer? Honestly, between these two, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't really know. I think they both look nice. And I definitely know which answer I'm supposed to pick for each generation. I think that's pretty obvious. You know, I'm just gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click around the page until it clicks on one, because it's really a toss-up. I don't have any preference. Did I click on one? Whoa, what happened? I clicked on an ad. I don't want this. What did I do? Oh, now I gotta go back. Do I have to do this all again? Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta do the whole quiz over again. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta keep my mouse just right in here. And I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. It picked one. Which one did I pick? I picked loose jeans. Okay. Was your first cell phone a flip phone? This one I feel like I'm gonna be going in the Gen Z category, but for the wrong reason. Because my first phone wasn't a flip phone. My second phone was a flip phone. My first phone was one of those like Nokia brick phones that just looks like a rectangle. Before I had a flip phone, I had one of those. So I feel like by clicking no, it's gonna think that my first phone was like an iPhone or something, but really it was just before I even had a flip phone, I had a different type of phone. The flip phone I had was a Razr, a Motorola Razr, which was pretty tight. I honestly missed that phone. That thing was sweet. So I'll be honest and I'll just click no, but I feel like that's a ill-conceived question. When you hear the word Millie, who do you think of? When I hear the word Millie Bobby Brown or a Millie by Lil Wayne? I wish the two answers weren't right there, because now I'm thinking of both of those equally. I didn't get a chance to just react to it by myself. Millie! I'm trying to just think of whatever pops into my head first. Millie! It's the song. It's probably the song. A Millie by Lil Wayne. Did you memorize your friend's phone number so you could do three-way calls on your landline? I mean, like, I think I still know some of my friends' parents' phone numbers from calling them. I wasn't really a big three-way call guy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that landlines used to exist and people don't really have them anymore. Like, I don't think I'll ever have a landline, because why would I want that? Did you memorize your friends' phone numbers? I'm gonna say yes. I did memorize my friends' phone numbers. When you hear the name Harry, who comes to mind? I'm gonna say Harry Styles, but that might just be because I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, and Harry Styles is a little more relevant than Harry Potter anyway. Sorry, Harry. The boy who lived? More like the boy whose career died. You're irrelevant, bro. Did you grow up watching MTV shows like Next, Date My Mom, and Room Raiders? Date My Mom? Wait, is that a real show? I mean, the answer is no. The answer to this is no, but hold on. Now I gotta look up the show Date My Mom. Date My Mom, 2004 reality series. Okay, so it was from 2004 to 2006. I was not allowed to watch MTV during 2004 and 2006. I was not old enough for MTV. Date My Mom is a television dating show airing on MTV. An 18 to 24-year-old heterosexual male, gay male, or lesbian female goes on 3 separate dates with 3 moms who try to convince them to pick their son or daughter. Oh, so you're not actually trying to get with the mom, you're trying to feel out the vibe of their child by dating her. Huh, interesting. Okay, that's weird. Well, I didn't watch that. They should make this again, but you actually are trying to get with the mom. And finally, which hair parting do you prefer? We got middle parts and we got side parts. Uh-oh. I don't know. I feel like they both look good. You know what? For the other one that was a toss-up, I picked the clear Gen Z answer. So for this one, I'll pick the clear millennial answer. I'll pick side parts. Oh! Whoa, dude. Gen Z. Holy cow. Interesting. Very interesting. Gen Z, huh? Going into this quiz, I was not expecting to get Gen Z. I'm almost positive I am a millennial. I fall in the millennial thing. I think I might just have immature taste in things. Immature in the most literal sense. I'm not trying to add a negative connotation to that. I just mean like, I have the taste that young people have, maybe. Which is, maybe is kind of cool right now. I feel like when I get older, that will be less cool. Like if I keep having the young generation's taste in things, by the time it's like 2040, and I'm, 45 years old, but I'll be identifying with Gen ZZZ, and I'll be like rocking out to their space music, and my kids will be like, Grandpa, why do we call you Grandpa if you're our dad? And also, get your own music, dude. Go listen to Lil Peep and Lil Pump. I feel like cool people nowadays, or at least maybe in my generation, I don't know if this is a Gen Z thing or a millennial thing, but like, I feel like my age growing up, sort of like the hipster kids would listen to the Beatles. I wonder who that will be when like we're old. I wonder who my generation's cool hip kids will listen to. Like, will they be like listening to Lil Pump and be like, damn, they really don't make music like this anymore. All the music these days is made by robots and it just goes beep boop, beep boop. Okay, let's read the description. Gen Z, you care deeply about the environment, you view society through a morally conscious lens, and you hope to leave this world a better place than you found it. Shit, speak for yourself, dude. I'm trying to make this world awful. I'm taking every chance I get to make this place a piece of shit. This is either the description of Gen Z or Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would... I just said in a Boy Scout, I meant in Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would leave a campsite, we would have to walk around and pick up trash to make sure that we left it a better place than we found it. So, maybe Boy Scouts were the original Gen Z. You might spend a bit too much time on your phone. I do. But you also know how to harness the power of technology for good. Yo, that last part is honestly kind of true. I do know how to harness the power of technology for good. Like, for example, I just spent like 2 weeks making a song about wanting to fuck a Minecraft creeper with Curtis. Technology, man. We wouldn't have been able to do that 30 years ago. Okay, I kind of feel like I know whose side I'm supposed to be on now. I'm a regular Gen Zer. Okay, let's do another quiz just to make sure, actually. So this one just says, if you've done more than 30 of these things, you're a zillennial. This is just figuring out if I'm on the cusp. So this is gonna tell me if I'm a cusper, which I obviously am. Okay, check off everything that applies to you. You identified as a 90s kid growing up because technically you were alive in them. Yes, I was a kid in the 90s, so I was a 90s kid. You enjoyed the best of 90s snacks and 2000 snacks. What's the difference? What does Scooby-Doo fruit snacks count as? Because whatever those were, those slapped. I'm trying to think of what like a 90s snack would be. Like pizza rolls or something? Pop-Tarts? Okay, I'll say both, sure. You knew the ultimate outfit was from Justice or Limited 2. Okay, I didn't shop at those places, so I'm not gonna check it. You've watched some 90s shows like Rugrats and all that. I did watch Rugrats. I never watched all that, though. But you saw older shows like Full House, mostly through reruns. Yes. Oh my god, dude. I'm checking like everything on this list. I'm a straight up cusper. Fell asleep on the couch in the middle of the night watching George Lopez. Oh, dude. It is kind of weird how universal all of these experiences are. Just because you were born like anywhere in a 5-year time span, you just immediately have so much in common with like everybody. But I guess it's also not very surprising because of how much our society revolves around TV, and most of these questions are just about TV. These nationally broadcasted shows that literally millions of people, if not tens of millions of people watch. I guess it's not that surprising. Your emo phase happened in middle school, not high school. Oh shoot. Dude, I did go through a little smidgen of an emo phase. And you know what? I did go through, it was middle school. It was, yeah. I had one of those, have you ever seen one of those beanies with a brim? A beanie with a brim, like a tiny little brim? I thought I was the coolest guy in my whole school when I bought one of those. It had kind of like a skater emo vibe to it, and I had that, and I also had Heelys, and I thought I was pretty darn cool. You remember when unlimited texting wasn't the norm? Yes. Your main medium for art was kid pics, dude! Oh, I forgot about Kid Pics. Did y'all fuck with Kid Pics or what? Kid Pics was like a program on the computer, which is sort of like Microsoft Paint, but like a fun version that had all these cool brushes and tools. And you could put little stamps down, and you could, oh dude, this is bringing back really deep memories of making the circles. Okay, this is a millennial moment right here, guys. I know my millennials in the comments are gonna fuck with the Kid Pics nostalgia. You played a lot of Club Penguin. Yes, I did. You watched the cringy millennial versus Gen Z fight online and just quietly minded your own business because you don't really want to claim either. I guess so. Sure, I'll check that. All right, show me my results. You're a zillennial. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Okay, this quiz is called If You've Done More Than 30 of These Things, You're a Zillennial. I didn't check more than 30 of these things. I checked 28, and my result was, you're a Zillennial! You're definitely a millennial Gen Z cusper. I feel like I'm not. I feel like that this goes against the whole title of the quiz. You were born in the late 90s or very early 2000s. I wasn't. I I was born in the mid-90s. This quiz is straight up wrong. You're also probably not too sure where the heck we fit in right now, but at least we're all confused together. I feel like you're more confused than me. You made this whole quiz wrong. Okay, well, you know what I think I learned from this? I think that I am a millennial, technically, in the year that I was born, but I think that, like, because I'm on YouTube so much and TikTok, I sort of understand maybe a little bit more Gen Z stuff than most millennials do. I think that's what I'll say. Okay, well, that was fun, but now it's time to talk about our sponsor. This video has been sponsored by Current, aka the future of banking, and today they are actually going to be helping me give back to you guys. Current, if you did not know, is a mobile bank. They're a real bank with a Visa debit card. This is my card. And a really cool thing about them is they told me for this sponsorship, they specifically want to help me give you guys money. So they're giving me $5,000 to give to you guys on Current. So I'm gonna be splitting it up between 10 people. That way each person will get like $500. So if you sign up for Current and request me $500, my username on Current is just Danny Gonzalez, I will be accepting 10 of those requests. So yeah, should be fun. Request money from me. I will pay you money. Honestly, it's a really great service too. They've got, I mean, just as many features as like your traditional old person's bank. It works with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, Venmo, and signing up is free, and they ship you your card for free. So really no reason not to. There's a chance that you could win $500. So if you want to sign up, go to current.com/Danny. And again, if you want $500, then you can request it from me. My username on there is Danny Gonzalez. So thank you to Current for doing this, and thank you to you guys for checking out Current. Obviously, it helps me out when you guys check out my sponsors, and it's also gonna help you out because Current is an amazing service, and also you could win money. So no reason not to. I forgot to record anything after the ad read, like an outro. But I also don't usually do outros on this channel. Did you guys like the video? Bye. Welcome back to the second channel. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm gonna be doing a video about Andy Negative. He's TikTok's latest sensation, and by that I mean, I actually don't know if any of you will have heard of this guy before. Before sitting down to record this video, I kind of thought that this guy was like another one of like those TikTok-wide phenomenons that like everybody knows about and is talking about because he's like showing up on all of our For You pages. Because he's been showing up on my For You page like every day for the past few months. But while sitting down to start recording this video, I started looking through his TikToks and realized that I think his most liked TikTok only has like 6,000 likes. I'm actually starting to feel like it's just me that is in this like weird niche of like bad pop punk music on TikTok. I don't even know what niche this is. But I want to talk about this guy because I think it brings up a lot of important topics for social media influencers like me and Andy Negative, who's this guy on the screen right now. This is who we're talking about. Quite honestly, I think that Andy Negative needs my help. So I'm here to help him. Andy, if you're watching this, please take some notes. Okay, so this is the first TikTok that thrust Andy into the spotlight. And by spotlight, I mean this video has 4,000 likes and 400,000 views, which is not a great ratio. So that'll give you an idea of what we're about to watch.
Did I just write the next emo anthem? We are the princes and princesses of the glory days. We were raised on a tree.
Yeah, he starts the TikTok off by saying, did I just write the next emo anthem? TikTok answered with a resounding no, unfortunately. As you could probably guess from listening to the song, it was not well received on TikTok. The top comment with, holy shit, I didn't even realize this. This has 16,000 likes, and this video only has 5,000 likes. Just says, no, you did not write the next emo anthem. I mean, personally, I'm not like that into the emo music scene. So, like, when I saw this, I guess I was probably like, this song is kind of corny, but like, you know, I'm not really into that scene in general, so I'm like, I don't know if people like this. Maybe, I mean, people like corny music. There are people out there that like corny music, so I didn't think it would be like completely negatively received, but I literally don't think I've seen one nice comment about this song. We've got comments like, yo, unreleased this with fire emojis. People saying, is this satire? People labeling the song as Disney rock. Over the course of the next couple days, Andy continued to promote his song in pretty much the same way. He has another TikTok that says, this song is for all the weird kids that ever felt left out, which if you know anything about me and you watched my video about the Kyle Sheely situation, you know I really love it when people identify as being weird and people describe themselves as being kind of a weirdo. I really love that. That's like one of my favorite things. People were commenting on his TikToks, giving him hate. People were duetting him, giving him hate. This TikTok has 133,000 likes.
Did I just write the next emo anthem?
Let's check.
Princes and princesses of the No?
But yeah, people are just being so fucking mean to this dude. And you know what? Sure, it's not a great song, but like, I do think that the hate on him is a little bit unjustified, or at least it was at first. Like, TikTok's just trashing this dude, calling him Pellet Gun Kelly. I mean, making fun of the way he enunciates words. The creator of this TikTok said, the way he enunciates words makes my brain itchy. And I kind of just felt bad for the guy. Like, he didn't really do anything that wrong. He just made a corny song. And, you know, I know that I make fun of people basically every week on my channel. I think maybe the difference here is there's like not even that much to make fun of. It's like he just wrote a bad song. It's not even that funny. So I think that's why it feels different to me. Not to mention, like, all of the hate comments on his videos are so unoriginal. I do find it kind of ironic that like people are commenting on this dude, hating on him for being like generic and corny, but like half of the comments on his videos are, yo, unrelease this with fire emojis. Wait, what the fuck? Someone commented, we know it's you under there, Danny. Are there people that think this guy is me? To that point, I guess, of people thinking that this might be me doing some kind of joke, there are people that think that this is satire.
A week ago, I called you guys idiots for not realizing that this is satire and not knowing that this guy knows what he's doing. And that was wrong. This is a real song and a real man. So, my bad.
This is something I actually kind of go back and forth on, whether this guy is doing some sort of satire routine or if this is like his actual self. I heavily lean towards this is who he actually is. He's been posting videos on this TikTok account for a long ass time. If you scroll down, this is at the very least a long con, because he's been making videos as the same type of person since I guess the beginning of 2020. And I think he has a YouTube channel too. Okay, he's been making videos on his YouTube channel for 6 years. Sunday Funday, question mark? Go ahead and check that out.
Hey guys, so it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday, which is really early for me. Usually I don't get up at 10 a.m. I was bartending last night.
Okay, so this is kind of weird. I do feel like he's giving off like a slightly different persona in this video. Maybe it's because he just woke up. But I do feel like in his newer videos, he's a lot more like, turns out I just made a Disney pop song. I just made the new emo banger. And then in this video from 6 years ago, he's like, what's up guys? I got fucked up last night. Okay, let's look at like this song from 5 years ago. Let's see if it's similar at all in style.
Did you ever stop to think that this world isn't half the world you thought that it could be?
Okay, still not really my cup of tea, and it did seem a little bit corny, but now I don't know, like, it does seem different. It's like a little darker, maybe. Maybe it's just because it's acoustic. The people who are saying Disney, whatever, Disney pop punk, that is very much the vibe I'm getting from the newer stuff. To be fair, I haven't listened to the whole song. Maybe I should do that first.
We could be anything we want. Well, we want to have a good time. Is that too much to ask?
The fuck? Just change genres mid-song. Okay, there's something weird going on where without this video that he puts at the end of all of his TikToks of him doing the song, without this, it's actually not as bad. I think it might just be like watching him sing that is part of the problem. Yeah, this definitely isn't helping. For sure.
This is how I recorded the vocals for When We Were Young.
We are the princes and princesses of...
First, I set up a blanket.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be the whole thing. How I recorded the vocals. Basically just like stood in front of a microphone and I sang.
This is the Apex 460.
Oh man, he's got a poster of the Joker in his room. It's not easy defending you, dude. It's not easy to defend you, my guy, but I'm gonna try it, all right? We're gonna flip this around. We don't need to be so mean to this guy. Honestly, the song, if you give it a listen, it's not that bad without him performing it. I feel like because he's got like that like cringy emo aesthetic that a lot of people think is cringy. Of course, watching him perform the song is going to make it worse. But without him performing it, it was not as bad. Still not something I would listen to. And also, I think that the parts that he didn't put in his TikToks are better than the parts that he did put in his TikToks, which is a little suspicious, honestly. And the song also does come off as kind of like nostalgia bait in a way. It's talking about how like when we were little, everything didn't seem so bad. But now, Turns out things are so bad. The real issue that I have with this situation is, one, the unoriginal ass comments making fun of this dude, just like reposting the same like, yo, unrelease this over and over. It's like, yeah, I guess it's kind of sad to be promoting a song that everyone hates, but it's also sad to like keep checking this guy's profile to see if he posted any new TikToks and then post the same comment that's been getting upvotes on all the other TikToks. But aside from that, it is a little bit weird the way that Andy has responded to the hate that he's been getting. Okay, so this TikTok says, how I sleep at night knowing the emo and punk community think I'm an AI-generated plant sent to destroy the scene from the inside out by releasing music created in a boardroom by business executives trying to water down alternative music until it is absorbed by pop music so they can market it to the general public. Okay, so basically he's trying to give off the vibe that like he doesn't give a shit about the hate. He's got a lot of videos like this that are just like, don't listen to him, dude. Just do you. Just be you.
Make them cringe. Make them say you're awful. Make them tell you to quit. Because they aren't really talking to you. They're talking to themselves. They're afraid of failure. But you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be normal. Just be you.
Which is honestly a fine message. Like, if this was the only type of response he was posting to the videos, that would be fine. It's like, honestly, I respect that. If you're making music and other people don't like it, but you're just making it because it's fun and you're just like being yourself and expressing yourself, then yeah, fuck everybody else. It doesn't really matter, does it? But the problem is he posts videos like this.
Just be you.
But then also posts videos where he's like trying to win over the people that are definitely just like fucking with him and will never like his music.
The lyrics don't even rhyme. I feel like I should address this. Y'all are aware that lyrics don't need to rhyme. The lyrics of the verse are broken up into a 4-bar stanza.
So he goes into like in depth on like rhyming schemes and like, yeah, A-B pattern. He also says that actually shirt does rhyme with shit, which it doesn't, dude. I'm sorry.
These are a perfect rhyme because they're almost the exact same word.
They are not a perfect rhyme. Shirt does not rhyme with shit. I don't care. I don't know who told you that. Just because they have similar letters does not mean they rhyme. This, in my head, totally goes against the whole like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm just having fun mentality. If you're then making videos being like, no guys, it does rhyme. No, listen, if you just listen to the song the way I want you to listen to it and appreciate it in the ways that I'm gonna tell you to, then it's actually good. That's actually a good song. Please do that. So Andy, if you're listening, this is my advice, okay? You have to pick if you want people to like your music or not. Well, you don't even have to pick that. You just have to pick what kind of persona you want to put out there into the world, okay? You can be the cool punk guy that doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks, but then you can't go around posting videos like this where you're explaining rhyme schemes so that people will like your song. No knowledge of rhyme scheme is gonna make people like this song.
OMG, this sounds like a kid's song. It's so cringe. Yeah, wouldn't want to introduce young people to pop punk. What a horrible world that would be.
When we were young,
Yeah, I love that he ends every TikTok with the same clip of him playing the song. Just in case you forgot what fucking song I was talking about, let's play this shit one more time. Yeah, he's also trying to do this thing here where he's like pretending that might have been the whole point of this song to begin with.
Wouldn't want to introduce young people to pop punk.
Which is obviously what I was trying to do here. Again, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to explain this. When people say that your song sounds like kids' music, that's not because they think it would be good music for kids. They're just saying that it's not good enough to be adult music. It's not a compliment, unfortunately. It's just people being rude.
Bro, you gotta stop promoting this song. Why? It's getting tons of views and streams every day. Oh, stop! Alright, but you're gonna have to take it up with that. What the hell is that? That's promotion, Andy. What is it doing? Promoting. That's what it was born for.
Alright, yeah, creepy as hell for sure. And also the whole like, oh, but it's getting a tons of views and streams.
It's getting tons of views and streams.
I don't really feel like it works here. Your music video has 4,000 views and pretty much all of the comments are negative. So I'm sure a few people have found Andy's music that will legitimately enjoy it. There are lots of different people that enjoy lots of different things. So I'm sure there is a market out there for Andy's music, but he is not reaching that market right now. So there is something that he is doing wrong. And it's like, okay, you just said that like you do this for fun and you don't care what other people think about you. So then why are you defending the nauseating amount of promotion you're doing for this song as being like, but it's getting a ton of views and streams? You're not staying consistent with your character, all right? What do you want people to think you care about? It shouldn't be views and streams. I think that there's legitimate hope for Andy. As creepy as that TikTok was, it was a little bit funny. Like if Lil Nas X posted that about one of his new songs, about how there's this like demonic version of him that is promotion, than Lil Nas X, I mean, people would think it was funny, right? And it would be funny. I think that he has some like good ideas for promotion. It's just like, you just gotta get like one notch better at making music or finding your audience at the very least.
Princes and princesses of the glory days, we were raised on a dream.
And honestly, that was a lot better than the actual recorded version. So I feel like, you know, there's hope for this guy. He can sing. He goes a little bit too nasally at times for me.
We are strong.
But I mean, look at these comments. Look, sounds so much better acoustic. This is actually way better. This is so much better.
We are the princes and princesses of the glory days and
even Anthony Fantano's making a song about you. I feel like if Andy can take this and somehow flip it on his head and come out with like a good song that is like, you know, not trying to pander to a certain generation and doesn't sound like a Disney song, he could use this whole meme as like a leaping off point. I think that's totally possible. Andy, I think though that one lesson that would be really helpful for you to learn is something that I've seen a lot of influencers struggle with, honestly. And that is that if you're getting hate for something that you're proud of, don't respond to it. Don't ever try to win people over with explanations or anything like that. It's not gonna work. Obviously, as you've seen in your case, like explaining music theory and rhyme schemes to people isn't gonna make them like your song anymore. Unless you've really hurt a group of people, don't respond to hate. If people see that hate is getting to you, they'll be like, oh shit, that's awesome. He's reading my comments and it's having an effect on him.
I'm gonna keep doing that.
It's like the snowballing thing. There's a reason that certain creators can't seem to get away from drama. And every time they post a video, even if it's a pretty normal video, they'll get hate on it and people talking shit. It's because when they get hate, they have to like make a whole video discussing it and going over it. And if it's for something as inconsequential as just like, I didn't like this song, just leave it. Just don't address it. If it's legitimate criticism, learn from it and just, you know, hit them with the next song. That's better. You're not gonna change their mind with an explanation. You're only gonna change their mind by literally changing their mind and being a better artist than they think you are. If you are watching this, Andy, which I'm not sure if you will ever see this or make it this far into the video, but look, I mean, it sucks to get this much hate on stuff. I understand that. I hope that you can take my advice to heart. I know that sometimes constructive and well-intentioned criticism can be the most difficult to swallow because you can't just brush it off as someone blindly hating you. But, you know, I hope that you are able to learn from this and grow from this. You know, I look forward to seeing your next song. I hope it's good. So, that's all. Bye. Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel where I like to get a little bit goofier, a little bit wackier, a little bit unscripted, and to be honest, a little bit silly. Also on this channel, I like to drink LaCroix. Today I've got a nice, refreshing lemon. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'll just open it the normal way. Hell yeah, dude. Oh shit. I got LaCroix all over my laptop. Hell yeah. So this is a continuation of the episode series. I started this series 5 months ago, I believe, and have only filmed 2 videos so far. But I'm back at it. I'm gonna be finishing up the episode story, A YouTuber's Reality, today. Just a quick reminder, if you don't remember what's going on in the story, our name is Mia. We're sort of a high schooler, but sort of an old lady. We're trying to become a successful YouTuber. There's also this love interest, Skylar. We've posted a couple videos that have gotten like a decent amount of views so far, but we haven't really made it big yet, I don't think. Right now, there's only 2 chapters left of this episode story, so I think that we can get through it in this video and finish the whole thing off. Also, I would like to address, there's actually been some drama surrounding this series. I know what you're thinking. It's just a video about episode, how could there be drama? But in the last episode, the creator of this episode said that if you follow her on Instagram and DM her, you can get into her story and she would put you in. But this story, I think, was made like many, many years ago, and since then her account has been deleted. But a ton of people made fake Instagram profiles just to get followers, and a ton of them have been like DMing me like, hey, Danny, it's me, Chloe. I'm the person who made the Instagram story. And you know what? None of them are her. Okay? And you know how I know? It's because I'm not in the story still. She has not added anything to the story. Not only has she not added me, she hasn't added anything. She's added nothing to the story because the story was made years ago and the real Chloe just vanished. She's disappeared. No one knows where she is. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 7 out of 8. We're getting to the end of this story, guys. Hopefully we end up extremely famous on YouTube. Otherwise, this is going to be wildly underwhelming. Skylar, if I knew we were coming to the beach, I would have brought my swimmers. I just wanted to watch the sunset with you. It's beautiful. Just like you. Aw, thanks. You're beautiful too. Oh gosh, why did I say that? What I meant to say was, I think you're pretty great. Well, thanks, Mia. Skylar, can I ask you something? Go for it. Why me? You're literally the most popular guy in our year. Why did you go for me? I'm just average. Also, I look really old. Then again, so does he, so and maybe they're a good match. Trust me, Mia, you're not average. You're so beautiful. You're not like Leah and those girls. Skylar puts his hand around my waist and pulls me in. He looks at me with his piercing eyes. His eyes pierce me. His eyes shoot out of his sockets and through the back of my skull. Sick. He leans in and kisses me on the lips. Hungry? That seems like a weird thing to ask right after you kiss someone. Yo, I'm fucking starving. You want something to eat? Yeah. Well, let's head to our next location, shall we? Did that really just happen? Wow. This is getting pretty romantic, guys. Skylar gave us a big kiss. Now we're at some rooftop restaurant, it looks like. Oh, wow. This is amazing, Skylar. It is pretty great here. Does he come here often? He did seem to know his way around pretty well, the way he walked into frame and stood by the railing. Maybe he comes here often. He knew there was a railing here? Skylar, I need to talk to you about something. Shoot. You know Leah? Yes. What about Leah? She has some sort of dirt she's going to use against me. What type of dirt? I can't tell you, but she's going to tell the whole school if I continue to hang around you. I think I know what the dirt is. What? Your YouTube channel. I think it's great. Oh, shit. Skylar's a fan of my YouTube channel? So he's been watching my videos all along. Maybe he's been like all of my 1,000 views. It's just Skylar watching my videos over and over. Oh, she's so fucking beautiful. I want to kiss her and then eat. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Why? You're good at talking to the camera. You're not awkward or anything. In my eyes, it's actually a pretty good talent. I would never have the guts. You don't understand how happy I am right now. I feel like this massive weight has just been lifted from me. Oh, Mia, you fucking idiot. Skylar lifts me up playfully and gives me a kiss on the cheek. Aw, damn. I wish I could have seen that happen. Why did it just cut to a table when that happened? I want to see Skylar kiss her. How come it never shows Skylar kissing Mia? I want to see that shit. Oh, and now it cuts back. I thought they were gonna walk over to the table and sit down, and that's why it was like cutting over there, but no, it's just like, and suddenly Mia gets kissed, but you can't see it. That'd be like if I was like, and now I'm just gonna balance 10 bowling balls on my head real quick, and I'm also jumping up and down on one leg and twerking. And now I'm done. Damn, that was crazy. But Skylar, what about when the rest of the school finds out about my channel? Honestly, Mia, at some point you're gonna have to stop being so insecure about being a YouTuber. Either you want to be one or you don't. Like, if you think you're good at making YouTube videos, just make them and no one will care, you know? Don't care what anyone else thinks. You're gonna have to get over that eventually. Who really cares? It's got nothing to do with them. Thank you, Skylar. You know what? Skylar seems like a good guy. He seems like a real ride or die. He's got great advice for Mia. I think he's really good for her. I guess you're right. Buzz, buzz. Oh no, here come the murder hornets. Oh, it's her phone. My mom just messaged me. I better head off. I don't know why she's like holding her phone like this for her mom texting her. Oh, I just got a text from my mom. Let me read it with my ear. She holds it up to her head and a little eyeball comes out of her ear. Wow. She says I'm adopted. Text me? For sure, and you can read it with your eyeball. Let me drive you home. Skylar gives me a kiss on the lips and then drives off. Again, I really wish I could, see some of this action that's happening instead of just looking at Mia's house. I bet they're kissing just right here. If they could just pan the camera over 2 inches, we could just get a look at that, get a look at those smooches. Hey, Mom. Hey, sweetie, how was your date? It was amazing. That's great, hon. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Mia. Yes? I realized I haven't really been here for you. Since your dad passed away, I haven't really been 100%. Whoa. Did we know that? Was that something they talked about in a previous video? Her dad died? Did that like happen in between these episodes or something? I don't think, maybe I forget it because the last one of these videos I filmed was like 4 months ago, but I don't remember them ever talking about that before. It seems like kind of a weird thing to just spring on us in the second to last episode. I haven't been here for you. I feel like we've lost our bond. It's fine, Mom. I understand. It's been tough on both of us. I just want you to know I'm here for you. If I ever lost you, there would be no point in even living. Mom, it's fine, trust me. She's like, whoa, okay. Getting like really sad there for some reason. It's fine. Don't do that. You're making it awkward. No, seriously, Mia, if something ever happened to you,
I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, okay, I get it, Ma. Chill out, dude. You're making everybody sad. You're not going to lose me. I love you dearly, Mia. I love you too, Mom. It's also great to know that I'm making people happy with the videos I make. I like that when she said that, she got kind of angry and put her finger up like this. It's also kind of nice making people happy. That's one of my favorite things to do. Well, that's great, Mia. Thank you, Mom. It means a lot to me that I have your support in this. You'd better get to bed, sweetie. You have school tomorrow. Ugh. Don't remind me. What will Leah do when she finds out about Skylar and Mia's date? Find out next time on A YouTuber's Reality. I feel like maybe I picked the wrong episode story because one, this is like super old apparently, but also like nothing happens in each episode. They just like went to a restaurant, kissed, went home, kissed, and Mia's mom was like, your dead dad is dead. And I haven't been there for you. I don't know. I didn't really feel like much happened there. It didn't move the story along much. In fact, it presented new plot points, which I don't really know if we can get that much further into if there's only one episode left. Also, I just want to see him kiss. Is that too much to ask? Hey guys, welcome back to A YouTuber's Reality. The episodes are going to start getting longer from now on. Oh no, dude, this is a disaster. This is the last episode of the series, and the creator is saying, don't worry guys, trust me, the episodes are gonna start getting a lot longer from now on. I gotta be honest, fam, I don't think they are. Oh no, what happened to this poor girl? Every time she starts an episode, she's like, guys, this one's gonna be longer, I promise, okay? And then at the end of it, she's like, oh guys, I forgot. Oh, please forgive me, I forgot to make it longer. Ugh, I'm so tired. I better get ready. I hate this uniform. Okay, she's going off to school, I guess. I thought she was going to bed still. I was confused when she said, oh, I'm so tired, and then got into her school uniform. Now that I'm in a full suit, time to go to bed. Mia arrives at school. There's Grace. What should I do? Ooh, keep walking or say something. You know what? Honestly, screw it. It's the last episode. We're gonna go crazy in this one. I'm just gonna say keep walking. Mia's basically famous on YouTube now. I'm gonna have her pull a full 180. Not loyal anymore. Just walk right past her best friend. Mia! Guys! Mia! Mia! Yes? I'm honestly so sorry. I don't know what got into me. Okay, the same thing would have happened if I just pressed talk to her. I just like started to walk past her and then we still had the conversation anyway. I think I was just jealous because you've got Skylar, fans, etc. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say etc. out loud before. That's a funny thing to do when you're speaking out loud. You usually only see it written somewhere. You've got Skylar, fans, ... and so on. I'm sorry too, Grace. I should not have been so caught up in my own stuff. I didn't even ask how you were. It's fine. I'm just glad we're friends again. How did your date go? Well, Mia tells Grace everything that went on during the date. We kissed twice, but you can't see. She also tells her what Leah said to her. Are you serious? Leah threatened you? Jess, it's fine. Skylar knows. And that's all I care about. Wait, Jess? Is this girl's name Jess? I could have sworn her name was Grace just now. Like before when we just saw her. Hasn't it been Grace this entire time, or am I crazy? Why is she Jess all of a sudden? That's so weird. This whole series has just like gone off the rails. Every time there's like some new weird thing going on with the person making this, it just does not make any sense. She can't get away with this. Okay, yeah, her name is Grace. Who's Jess? Honestly, maybe Mia's going kind of Hollywood on her. She's like forgetting her own best friend's name. Yeah, whatever, Jess or Frank, whatever your name is. She can't get away with this. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, really? Meet me in the girls' locker room, second period. Jess, what are you thinking? I don't remember if Mia has ever referred to Grace as Grace before. Maybe Mia doesn't know Grace's name? My freshman year at college, there was a kid that lived on the same dorm floor as me, and he called me Daniel every time he saw me, but I like didn't realize he was calling me Daniel until like I'd already known him for months. So at that point I was like, shit, I can't correct him now. So I just let him call me Daniel forever. I mean, Daniel is my full name, but like everybody else called me Danny and he just called me Daniel because I was too awkward to correct him. Maybe that's what's going on here, but to a more extreme extent. You'll find out. Ring, ring, ring. Gotta run, meet me. This is not going to end well. What are they gonna do in the girls' locker room? They just like meet her in there alone and beat the shit out of her. Hey, babe. Ooh, Skylar looking good in that uniform, dude. Oh, hey, Skylar. Did he just call me babe? I think I'm gonna faint. What are you doing after school? You? Oh, Jesus. Wow, okay. This is getting a little bit forward. What are you doing after school? I'm gonna... Nothing. Come over. I'll see you at lunch. Skylar leans in and gives me a kiss on the cheek. This time they just went to a black screen. They couldn't even figure out something else to show during this part. Just blackness. The creator of this story is like, okay, now cover your eyes, and they're kissing now. And off he goes. I'm confused. Are we dating? All right, period 2, girls' locker rooms. Let's see what's gonna happen. So, why are we here? Grace holds up a bottle of hair remover? What are we gonna do with that? Oh my God. Whatever this is, I don't know if it's worth it, guys. This might be a crime. time. Grace, this is terrible. Let's do it. Oh no. It's done. Now hurry, let's go. I wonder what they did. Did they put it in the shampoo or something? And if so, how do they know that only Leah is gonna use the shampoo? A few moments later. You honestly did so terrible today. No. Ugh, I need a shower. And off she goes. Past the toilets. Shower time. That's what I say every time I'm about to get in the shower. I walk into the bathroom. Shower time! Leah showers. What the hell? Why does my hair smell like Nair? Would you believe that it's because there's Nair in it? Also, how did you not notice that when you were putting it in your hair? She's already out. She's dressed again. In her same sweaty uniform that she was just in. Oh my god! Who is trying to sabotage me? Okay, now she's changed again. Wait, she's still got her hair. I'm confused. Did it do anything? I thought she was gonna come back in and be bald. Mia! Uh-oh. This is not good. Okay. I do feel like a climax of sorts is coming on, so I'm glad that things are actually happening in this episode. This is probably the best one yet, unless it ends right now. Hey! Hey, babe. There it is again. She looks like mad about it. Why the fuck does he keep calling me that? What does that mean? I'm not a baby, dude. I'm not Babe Ruth, famous baseball player Babe Ruth. Why does he call me that? Mia! Leah says as she points past Mia. Did you do this? Do what? She's still got hair. Leah holds up a bottle of hair remover. No. Mia, did you? Whoa, Skylar. Okay, I take back what I said about this dude being loyal. Leah just accuses her with no evidence, and Skylar's like, wait a minute. Babe, if that is even your real name. It was you, wasn't it? Wow, Skylar, not cool. You just lost a lot of respect from this guy. Yes. Wow, fair enough. What Leah did to you was unfair, but seriously. Wait, I don't understand. Is he mad or not? Wow, fair enough. What Leah did to you was unfair. But seriously. Leah is standing there with a smirk on her face. I have to go. I'm sorry, Skylar. She is horrible. Oh, shut up, Leah. Oh, shit. What? I don't understand what Skylar is feeling about all this. Is he mad at us? Is he mad at Leah? Is he just, like, pissed at the world? I just hate everyone now. Fuck you, Leah. And Mia. And fuck me, too, while I'm at it. Ring, ring. Hello? Hey, it's Skylar. Oh, hi, Skylar. Look, I'm sorry I totally overreacted. It's fine, Skylar. It was low of me to even think of something like that, even though it was Grace. Yeah, that's true. It wasn't even her idea. It was our idiot friend, Jess. It's fine. I saw your videos. You're really starting to get views. Yeah, I guess. Wow, famous and humble? That's pretty cool. Still want to come over? Sure, I'll be over in 15. Cool, see you then. A short drive later, I pull up at a massive penthouse. Whoa, is Skylar like rich? Whoa, okay, maybe I take back what I said about him losing my respect before. Is he rich? Okay, she's got the same question as I do. Hey, I'm here, let me in? This is beautiful, Skylar. It's pretty neat, I guess. Wow, he's humble too. Actually, that sort of just comes off as more like spoiled. Like if you have a really nice house and you're like, yeah, I don't know. It's not really my taste. Then that's kind of just douchey. Skylar begins to kiss me. I wish I could believe you, sweetheart, but unfortunately, I don't know if I can. He pushes me onto the lounge and kisses my neck. Oh my god, what is happening? What's going on in this story? Is his parents home? They're in high school, right? Is this his apartment? Does this high schooler have his own luxury apartment? What is going on? I push him off. Okay. Skylar, your parents? I live on my own. What? I live on my own? Is this dude like 30? I'm worried now. How old is this guy? Why does he have such a nice apartment? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What are you, 16? And you live by yourself in $1 million penthouse? Oh, do you want to continue? Well, so the options are hells yeah and let's put on a movie. I kind of feel like either one I pick, it's gonna end up with us making out again. So let's just say hells yeah. Skylar and Mia continue. Guys, I feel so awkward writing about this sort of stuff. I think you know what I'm getting at though. Oh, the poor writer of this story, dude. It's so funny. She just keeps writing herself into corners and committing to something and then being like, oh guys, I can't. Every time she's like, these episodes are gonna be longer. Oops, I can't do the thing I said I was gonna do, even though no one asked me to say that. And now she like wrote her way into a romance scene and then was like, oh, but I hate romance. Skylar, I have to ask you something. Okay, they're in a different room now. They made out so hard they ended up in a totally different place. This doesn't even look like the same decor as the other room. Are they in a different house now? Go for it. Are we dating? What will Skylar's response be? Find out next time on AYR. No! Also, guys, please check out my other story, A Camp Affair. You know what? Honestly, Chloe, I don't think I will. You have finished reading all available episodes. Come on, dude. What? Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. A YouTuber's reality. Is it accurate to my reality as a YouTuber? Honestly, yeah. I don't mean to brag, but this is pretty much exactly what I go through as a YouTuber. You know what? Props to Chloe for making such a detailed, in-depth analysis of a YouTuber's reality. Thank you for the beautiful writing, the amazing story, the deep characters that you clearly put a lot of thought into and didn't keep forgetting their names. And yeah, all in all, I had a great time. Let me know if you guys want me to play another episode or something, or maybe a different game. I liked this because it was kind of a series. It was fun to check back in, even though there will only be 3 of these videos, but it was fun. I like doing it. So if you want me to play a different game or another episode story, just let me know down in those comments down below. And guys, now it's time to talk about today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Guys, I've been carrying my Ridge Wallet for a while now, and I am, quite frankly, a fan. It's light, it's sleek, it's got a cool industrial look to it. It doesn't fold, and it doesn't bulge awkwardly in your pocket, and it's also designed to fit in your front pocket, not your back pocket. These days, the vast majority of people are still using wallets that were like designed in the 90s with that either like tri-fold design or single fold. It's like a big beefy hunk of leather that you just stick like everything you own in. This is my Ridge Wallet. I've got the Forged Carbon, I believe it's called. It's designed to hold up to 12 cards plus room for cash. As you can see, I've got my cash folded in the back here in this cash strap. These come in over 30 colors. This one is my favorite, but they've got like carbon fiber, titanium, a bunch of cool stuff. They're all very industrial looking. I think they're pretty tight. They're durable, plus they come with a lifetime warranty, which means you could buy one of these things and not have to buy a wallet for the rest of your life. And the Ridge team is actually so confident you'll love it that they'll actually let you test drive one for 45 days and let you send it back for a full refund if you don't completely love it. But don't just take my word for it and don't take their word for it. You can check out their over 30,000 5-star reviews and you can take their word for it. So find out how you can get 10% off today plus free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/DannyG. That's ridge.com/DannyG and using my code DannyG. That's ridge.com/DannyG and the link will be in the description. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video. This is legitimately my wallet that I carry around every day. It goes in my front pocket, not my back pocket. I've kind of heard that putting wallets in your back pocket is bad for your posture anyway, so I'm glad that I have a front pocket wallet. So thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video and thank you to you guys for checking out Ridge. They're a great product, great company, great people. I've never met any of them, but I'm sure they're great. All right, well, bye. Hello everyone. Today on the second channel, we are going to be covering a scandal. That's right, the Kyle Sheely scandal.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby here. We did it. In 1 week, we took this from a crazy idea to a real thing, butt wipes and playing cards.
I messed up and I'm sorry.
If you haven't seen, this was sort of a big thing on TikTok that for some reason nobody on YouTube is talking about except for me. I'm the only one who's got the balls to cover this story. And I'm gonna do it on the second channel, not because I'm scared or because I don't have the balls to put it on the main channel. It's just I don't really think it's a long enough story to go on the main channel. I didn't feel like writing a whole video about this, so I'm doing this off the cuff commentary video. Let's go. If you don't know who Kyle Sheely is, that is perfectly acceptable because I didn't know who he was either until this whole thing went down. Oh, by the way, I have a different brand of sparkling water today, and that's because I feel like LaCroix was getting too much free promotion, so I'm switching it up today, and I'm gonna have a Topo Chico, and it's just plain sparkling water. LaCroix, if you want me to keep drinking LaCroix, you're gonna have to sponsor me, otherwise I'm gonna switch it up every now and again, and that is gonna be how it is. So this is Kyle Sheely. He's got 3 million followers. I think most of those came recently because of this scandal, but I'm not exactly sure. His bio doesn't have too much information about him except this link, kylesheely.com. Let's see what he's got here. Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm an artist, author, inventor, speaker, welder, animator, storyteller, and professional internet goofball? Sounds like Kyle does everything except tell the truth. Yeah, that's right, I'm already mad about this. I'm just so pissed off already. You guys don't even know what I'm mad about yet, if you don't know what this story is. Looks like Kyle does everything except tell the goddamn truth. Also, professional internet goofball? That kind of sounds like how I would describe myself on the second channel, but in more of an ironic way, I feel like. Doesn't seem like he's using it ironically here. Let me click on professional internet goofball. What does that mean? Oh, it just goes to his TikTok page. You know what would be really goofy is if it just cut to a video of him like, we're getting a little too off the rails here on this unscripted commentary video. Let's watch the TikTok that started it all and got him into the hot water that he is in today.
Guys, I may have gone too far this time.
That's right, Kyle, you did. You did go too far this time. But not for the reason that you think. Maybe it is for the reason that he thinks. Maybe he is admitting guilt right away, right here. I don't think so.
So the other day I was in a convenience store and they had a cardboard cutout of Post Malone, and I asked the guy working, hey, can I have that when you guys are done with it? And he was like, man, I don't even know where that stuff comes from. It just shows up, vendors bring it, and then it just disappears one day. And I was like, wait, you don't even know when it's coming or going? And he was like, no, man, corporate handles all that. So as soon as he said that, I immediately knew, okay, I'm gonna make a cardboard cutout of myself and I'm gonna put it inside a gas station.
Okay, so long story short, basically what this guy is saying is he thought it would be funny to make a cardboard cutout of himself and put it in a gas station, advertising some like fake meal. He's gonna put it in a Come and Go, which is the funniest name for a gas station. You don't need to get gas here, just come and then leave, all right? He just thought it would be like a funny prank to do. That's what he's saying in this video. He's gonna sort of prank Come and Go. Personally, I think the funniest prank to do at a Come and Go would be to come and then stay. That would really stick it to him, I think. But so I'll skip ahead here because he's just saying stuff. He's photoshopping this picture of himself. He's making a cardboard cutout like an advertisement for this fake meal, a Kyle Sheely meal, because his name is Kyle Sheely. He goes to a printing place and he prints out this big ass poster. The whole time he's all excited and he's coy because he's like, I'm doing something really mischievous.
Side note, this is what you're signing up for when you become my friend. I am going to rope you in on my dumb project.
Okay, I don't know if I should give away what the big twist is. I feel like it's already going to be obvious. If there's scandal involved, you guys probably already know what the scandal is. And a lot of you have probably already seen this. Anyway, so I'm just going to say it, okay? This whole thing was an operation executed and planned by Kyle Sheely in conjunction with Come and Go. So Kyle and Come and Go, all three of them, planned this like marketing thing from the very beginning. So they're paying Kyle to do this. This was not disclosed to be an advertisement. On this TikTok, there's no hashtag ad. He doesn't even tag Come and Go. He doesn't tag Come or Go. So the big scandal is that people found out and then everybody got pissed off at him. What started as a fun little prank, or I don't even know what I would call this, a prank, a social experiment to see if he could just like put this cardboard cutout in a Come and Go, ended in Kyle Sheely being sort of lambasted online, and everybody kind of hates him now. And not everybody. Some people probably don't give a shit, but I hate him. I really trusted you, Kyle, and now I pretty much hate your guts. Not actually, but I do think it was kind of a shitty thing for him and Come and Go to do.
Okay, I'm in the car. I've scoped out a location. There's a brand new gas station right next to my house. It's Come and Go, and I'm gonna wear a hat and a mask, so at least it's not like immediately obvious that I'm the same person in the picture. Guys, I'm like so nervous right now. I feel like I'm about to do a heist.
I'm so nervous right now. What if I get caught? What if I walk in there and the Come and Go employee is like, hey, you're the guy on the poster. That's right. Corporate Come and Go told me that you would be coming in because you planned the whole thing with them. Go ahead. It's nice to meet you.
But I'm not taking something. I'm leaving something. So it's like a reverse heist. Oh my gosh, it's packed. Okay, it is like absolutely packed. Like every parking spot is taken. I
haven't actually watched this TikTok, the original, back since I found out that this whole thing was fake, and it's just like, I feel like I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment or something from this, because he's just just the way he's trying to act like he's doing something sneaky when he's not, and this is like a corporate marketing campaign. Honestly, it's even making me cringe a little bit. Sorry, I got the cringy burps.
But here's me carrying in the cutout. Okay, that was surprisingly easy. I walked in, that guy held the door for me, and then I just opened the whole thing. Literally, nobody said anything. And then at the end, I like looked at the cashier. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna put this here. And she goes, okay, thanks.
He walks into the store, it's there, he put it up. And this is where things really started to get funky for Kyle. You know, I guess even though this was like a planned thing, there was really no guarantee that it would go viral like it did. It did get 4.9 million likes and 29 million views, which is still, I mean, it's like pretty impressive for a marketing campaign. But also like, well, it is kind of weird. Could they make it go viral somehow? I don't know. It is kind of weird that they were banking on this going viral. Basically what happens next is, do I want to spoil it? Okay, hold on. Okay, well, let's just watch the next TikTok, and then you'll see what happens, okay?
At least not gonna press charges. And they didn't take down the cutout.
What did he say there? They're not gonna press charges?
And they commented back. They were like, we won't tell if you won't, which is like, that's fun, right? Like, seems like they're cool with it. They're at least not gonna press charges.
They're not gonna press charges? Yeah, dude, of course not. You put a cardboard sign in their store. You think they're gonna persecute you to the full full extent of the law? Yeah, dude, I was really worried because Come and Go, they are fierce arbiters of the law. They will lock you up for the slightest step out of line. If you come and you don't go right away, you're looking at 12 years max in state penitentiary. Say goodbye to your kids, because you're not seeing them until they're in college. People are eating this shit up. They're loving it. They're like, oh, this is so funny. I gotta go find this Come and Go. I gotta take a picture with the Kyle Sheely meal. It's blowing up. It's going viral. Eventually, Come and Go responds, and according to Kyle, he gets on a call with them, and they make something pretty exciting happen.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby here.
So, I don't know if I've ever heard that expression before. I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby. I'm gonna give myself a C-section right now and just rip the information out of me and give it to you real quick. I'm not gonna start this video with like 9 hours of me screaming and pushing. I'm just gonna tell you what's going on, okay?
I put up a cardboard cutout of myself inside this Come and Go just to see how long it would take
We
them
know
to
what happened already. This is not skipping the labor.
Realize it
Tell
wasn't
me.
supposed to be there. In that video, I said, Come and Go. Listen, I'm pretty flexible on what this meal could be if you want to do it. We could do pizza. We could do a sandwich. What do you think? And they responded, how about a pizza sandwich? And I was like, that's so crazy. It just might work.
Okay, so now he's like coordinating with Come and Go because Come and Go sound like they actually want to make this meal happen. And they're saying, let's make it a pizza sandwich. Also, this is the first TikTok of the series that has a hashtag ad on it. So now he's saying, look guys, I actually am working with Come and Go now. So that's what, it muddies the waters a little bit as to what is an acceptable disclosure of advertisement. Because he wasn't from the beginning, but eventually he did disclose it was an ad. Of course there's some sponsoring going on now because they're actually making the meal. So yeah, no shit. We would have liked to see that before when you were giggling about putting a sign in their shop and worried that you were going to get locked in jail.
Uno commented, Dude Wipes commented. The one thing all those brands have in common is that they don't really help me get any closer to having an actual like edible meal. Like I can't make an influencer meal out of butt wipes and playing cards. So now that I think about it, if there's one person who would try something like that.
There's one person who would try something like that. It's an internet goofball like me. Yeah, I'm probably goofy enough to make that work.
And was like, is it really a meal without wings? And I was like, okay, Red Bull, a meal does need a drink. Let's talk. But before I could say anything, Come and Go jumped in and responded, that feels like a Kyle Sheely question. And that was the moment I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. The mealie will consist of a 12-ounce Red Bull and a pizza sandwich, which is just 2 pieces of pizza smashed face to face. All of that for $5. But here's the cool part. Between now and Thanksgiving, Come and Go is donating $2 from every Kyle Sheely mealie sold, up to a total of $10,000 to No Kid Hungry, which is an amazing charity that is helping to end childhood hunger in America.
Here's where I personally started to think that something was fishy. Okay, so it's 11:19 in this TikTok, and the first one was 11:15, okay? So 4 days have gone by, and in this TikTok he's saying, okay, we've got it all figured out. From now until Thanksgiving, you can go and get this meal. So somehow, in the span of 4 days, really in the span of like 2 days, because that's when he and Come and Go started like talking, according to him, they developed an influencer meal for Kyle Sheely and trained all of Come and Go's staff and like made sure they had enough shit to go around, enough butt wipes and playing cards. They negotiated a deal with Red Bull. They're donating money to No Kid Hungry, which is, I mean, great. You know, that's great. But I started thinking it was fishy when I saw this TikTok, because I was like, wait, how the fuck did you do this in 2 days? That seems a little suspicious to me. So this is when I started putting on my detective hat, and by that I mean this is when I told Laura, I was like, I saw a TikTok today and I think that there's something fishy going on. And that's pretty much the extent of my internet sleuthing and that's pretty much the extent of what I did. Until now.
If you ask me, that is pretty cool. The Kyle Sheely mealie is going to be providing real meals to hungry kids all over this country. Come and Go did tell me that it normally takes them more than like 24 hours to roll out something like this company-wide, but they are working really hard. Their team's working around the clock to...
Yeah, see, this is so weird. Usually it would take them way longer to do this. Like if they were doing like a BTS meal or something like that, it would take them so much longer. But for me, Kyle Sheely, they're working around the clock to get this thing figured out. They are putting their noses to the grindstone for a high-profile celebrity like Kyle Sheely to get my pizza sandwich out there. Let me look at the comments and see what people are thinking at this point. Bro accidentally got sponsored. Teamwork makes the dream work, y'all. We love to see it. Okay, so it doesn't seem like anyone is that suspicious. Although this person is like, as someone that works in corporate, this is the fastest I've seen any corporate level decision made. This person said, but it was all staged. He commented this after it was revealed that it was all staged, but someone under it said, what was staged? And then someone said, this was all staged. It doesn't seem like any comments from before are at all suspicious, which is gonna make this a real hard pill to swallow when everything comes out. Let's see what the next TikTok is.
This thing rolled out. You guys are nuts. On Friday.
I don't like the way he starts any of these TikToks.
You guys are all fucking crazy. I'm gonna have a baby on camera and tell you guys what's going down.
They all seem like kind of like stereotypical YouTuber intros. You guys aren't gonna believe what I just did at a come and go.
I'm happy to announce that there is now a Sheely Mealy merch drop. Let's check it out. Since the cutout sort of looks like a bad album cover, I thought it'd be funny to do a tour shirt. So this one says the Kyle Sheely Mealy, and then it has that endorsement from Gas Station Food Week.
Okay, so they're selling merch. Everybody's still loving the meal. Homeboy forgot about the main mission and started completing side quests. All these comments are from people like afterwards being like, wow, I can't believe you lied to us, Kyle. Don't believe him. This was all staged by big corporations. Read the news. Yeah, everyone is so sad that this was staged. I was so on board with this when I thought it was genuine. Unfortunately, it was all planned, and that is a huge bummer. Basically, then what happened after that, some article came out saying the whole thing was fake. So this is his apology, and he starts it off by saying, I'll cut to the chase. I messed up, and I'm sorry.
I messed up, and I'm sorry.
And he seems really sorry. You can tell by the way he says, I messed up, and I'm sorry. Okay? Kind of has the same vibe as that TikTok of the girl being like, my life fucking sucks.
Adweek posted an article about the Kyle Sheely Mealy in which they said that Come and Go was in on it from the beginning, and some people are understandably mad about that. The thing is, the way some people are reading that article is that Come and Go planned an elaborate corporate marketing stunt, and they just hired me to...
Okay, I'm curious to see the article. I want to know what this article is, dude. Kyle Sheely Mealy. Kyle Sheely Meal. Kyle Sheely Meal, and he said it was an Adweek article, so it's probably this one. Have you heard of Come and Go's Kyle Sheely Meal? A look inside the stunt that swept TikTok. Okay. Doesn't say anything in the title about it being planned. The brand gives Adweek the scoop on the campaign that fooled America for a good cause. Oh my god, there's so many ads on this website. I guess that's why it's called Adweek. What many didn't know, however, is that the entire concept was actually a campaign orchestrated by Come and Go and Sheely to promote the brand's own version of a purpose-driven celebrity meal. So I wonder where they got this information from. So they posted this article on the date November 19th, which is... let's see. The same day that he posted the Labor Baby TikTok saying, we did it.
We did it. A few days ago, I put up a cardboard cutout of myself.
Okay, so the same day that he announced that the Kyle Sheely meal was really happening is the same day this article came out. Okay, this article has a section called Finding the Right Guy, I guess, where they talk about how they found Kyle. It started with a desire to get in on the celebrity meal trend. We're a gas station from Des Moines, Come and Go's director of brand marketing said. So we didn't have BTS, Nelly, or J Balvin money. We don't have enough money to hire one of the most famous pop groups in the world. So what we did instead, we came up with this clever solution to that. And this clever solution was sort of just to lie. So that was sort of our solution to that. We basically just lied. We thought that'd work out pretty well. So it says that Come and Go gravitated towards Kyle Sheely not for his nearly 3 million followers, but for his compatible sense of humor. His brand of humor is just super engaging. He's not bound by constraints, and we sort of feel the same way at Come and Go. I guess that's why they picked him. He's got sort of a Come and Go style sense of humor. He's really got a gas station-esque brand of comedy, and that's what drew them to Kyle in the first place, making TikTok work. So maybe they have some insight as to how they got this to go viral. There weren't PowerPoint decks that had every line pre-written, he explained. We were just gonna test the waters and see. We didn't know if it would get 1,000 views or 10,000 views. Okay, so they're saying they literally did not know if it was gonna go viral. When the first video blew up, we were like, this is super exciting stuff. And then we just kind of went from there. Yeah, it makes sense that they would react that way. Wow, this is exciting. And then let's go from here. So they came and then they go from there. All right, well, there you go. That's interesting. So that's how it all came out, apparently. So Adweek posted that article. That's how it all came out. And then Kyle Sheely posted his apology.
I messed up, and I'm sorry. Recently, Adweek posted an article about the Kyle Sheely mealy in which they said that Come and Go was in on it from the beginning, and some people are understandably mad about that. Earlier this year, through a random Twitter message, I ended up on a call with Come and Go.
So he said, through a random DM, I got on a marketing call with Come and Go. Did he send that DM, or did Come and Go just randomly DM him? And we're like, hey, we don't know who you are. You want to... make a ad for us? I'm assuming that Kyle sent them a DM and was like, hey, you're my favorite gas station. Let me do a marketing campaign with you or something like that. It seems like something an internet goofball like him would do. So I guess that's how they came to be.
If I had my own influencer meal. I thought that was funny because 1, I'm not famous, and 2, the idea of a gas station having an influencer meal at all is funny to me. But what didn't happen is what some people seem to infer from the Adweek article, which was that a corporate marketing team jumped in to plan and execute the whole thing. That just didn't happen at all. Instead, they just said, go make something fun. So I did. That whole
So it seems like the only thing that Kyle is trying to get across in this apology is that, like, Come and Go didn't plan it, okay? I did, all right? I came up with it. Don't give those fucks at Come and Go any credit, okay? Yes, we lied to you. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that it was my idea, okay? I planned it all.
Those shirts weren't designed by Come and Go's marketing department. They were drawn by a friend of mine who's a middle school art teacher. Come and Go
Okay, dude, we get it. Come and Go didn't help you at all. We get it. But they still paid you to promote something and you didn't disclose it. That's what people are mad about. They're not mad because they think that Come and Go came up with their own ad. Why would that be what people are mad about? You're apologizing, but then like not understanding why people are upset. They're upset because you didn't disclose that you were doing an ad, okay? Nobody cares who printed out the poster. Nobody cares who drew the t-shirts. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but I don't care. The only thing that I'm upset about is that you advertised something and you didn't disclose it was an ad. And I am a little bit mad about how you pretended that you might get arrested for putting up a cardboard sign in a gas station.
They just gave me permission to run wild. And that was a ton of fun. But even though they didn't plan it or orchestrate it, they did know about it. And in retrospect, I should have just been upfront and told you that. That was a mistake, and I'm sorry. That said, I also want you to know that the magic of this was not from a corporation being involved. Every day, every marketing department...
Come on, dude. The magic of this was not from a corporation involved. The magic in this was from me. It was from me. I did it all. I put the magic in it. This is a weird-ass apology. Also weird that, like, did Come and Go apologize for this? Or are they just, like, making Kyle Sheely fend for himself? Now I'm kind of curious. Okay, hold on. Okay, I googled Come and Go apology Kyle Sheely. Kyle Sheely apologizes for not being honest. How TikTok star's viral Come and Go prank backfired. I'm sorry, Come and Go? Are you not responsible for this also? That's crazy. Kyle Sheely added that his prank video did not go viral because of Come and Go. We get it, dude. I get it so hard that it was all your idea. Oh my god. Come and Go didn't even apologize. They just made Kyle Sheely do it. That's actually hilarious. I wonder if the reason Kyle Sheely is trying to make it seem like he did all of it was to sort of like help save face for Come and Go. I'm assuming that Kyle Sheely, he does all of these things online. He's an internet goofball. He probably doesn't want to be like barred from doing any more ads in the future. So he wants to look good in companies' eyes. And so he's like really taking the bullet for this, being like, look guys, other companies, if you hire me, I'll literally eat dog shit for you if things go south. I will take the bullet. If people find out your company does fucked up shit, I will take the bullet for it. I'll be like, Amazon, if you want to hire me in the future, I will take responsibility for the working conditions, even though I have nothing to do with that. I'll be like, and you know what, guys? The magic of Amazon workers peeing in a bottle didn't come from corporate, okay? It came from me because they told me to do something fun and interesting and creative. All right, let's watch the rest of this apology.
In the world is trying to get stuff to go viral, and mostly none of it works, but this did. And that wasn't because of Come and Go. They didn't.
Oh my god.
For years, I've done weird projects on the internet because I think that every person has the power to do things that make the world a more magical and interesting place. I love the idea of a world where even a weirdo like me could have his own giant cardboard cutout and a gas station influence.
This is just a personal thing, but I feel like some people are a little bit too into being weird. Like this guy, like really markets himself as a weirdo. He just called himself a weirdo, and he's a goofball, and he's always doing weird stuff on the internet. It's like, just do interesting. You can do interesting things, but why does it have to be weird? Like weird is like, I'm a weirdo on the internet. I'm kind of weird. I'm not like other creators, okay? I'm a weird guy on the internet. You don't want to come across me. I'm weird and sticky and smelly.
But when I work with companies in the future, I'll do better. So that's the story. And whether you decide to see me as the good guy or the bad guy or something in between, I respect your decision and I wish you the best.
That's an aggressive way to end his apology. And I'm sorry, all right? Fucking idiots. Buy my meal at Come and Go! I do want to look at the comments on this apology video just to see how people are taking it. This video has a very sorry, not sorry energy. Yeah, I would agree with that. It seemed like sorry that it happened, but also I'm really good at coming up with fun, creative, branded content. Just so everyone knows. You sold that stunt as more genuine than this apology. Oh, god damn, dude. Skewer him, man. I couldn't agree more. This apology feels like an ad. Yeah, but this time it wasn't an ad for Come and Go, it was an ad for him, so. It wasn't a marketing stunt, proceeds to explain how it's a marketing stunt. I hope it was worth your authenticity. Dude, there are some good lines in these comments, oh my god. Right? The most valuable thing creators have is their authentic selves. It's why we watch and follow, to see people being real. This guy is done. I wonder if that's true. Kyle, are you done? Has he posted anything since then? A week ago.
Here's how I learned it, all right?
No, he hasn't posted anything since. Maybe Kyle really is done. Is this the last we've seen of Kyle Sheely? We'll just have to wait and see. But I do know from now on, if he ever tries like a stunt like that again, all the comments are gonna be like, yeah, like I'm gonna believe you. All right, anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about Kyle Sheely's Mealy Dealy in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about this kind of off-the-cuff commentary video. I kind of wanted to talk about this because I thought it was funny, but I didn't really want to write a whole ass video about it, so let me know what you thought. And I'm gonna probably do another Reddit video because people seem to like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye. Hello, Greg! Why are movie studios making bad movies on purpose? I swear to God they are. I'm sure most of us by now have seen clips from the new Pinocchio movie.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
And that had me pretty skeptical, honestly. You're trying to tell me they made it and they were like, the main selling point of this movie is that it will be good? No chance. And now I've recently seen people talking about this movie, Marmaduke. It's about a cartoon dog, voiced by Pete Davidson. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've watched it, and it is in fact the worst movie you'll see this year. And it just really seems like they're trying to make bad movies on purpose. This movie is just heinous. It feels like Netflix just like fed an AI a bunch of scripts of bad movies until it spat out Marmaduke. This movie is not good at all. I think it has 0 redeeming qualities, actually. There's nothing good in this movie. I would even give it a negative score if I could. I like that I said that as if there's something stopping me. I'm my own entity. I'm not limited. I don't have a boss telling me I have to give it a positive score. I'm gonna give it a -6. We begin with a narration from Pete Davidson himself, who could not sound less interested in explaining the exposition of this movie. Marmaduke was some fucking dog, dude. I don't care. I'm dating a Kardashian, man. You think I need this? I personally don't have a problem with Pete Davidson. He's a funny guy. He was not up to the task of being the main character in this movie. This is a cartoon dog. You need someone with like a crazy range. Pete Davidson's emotions range from high and pleased down to high and indifferent. That's about all the variety you're gonna get out of Pete Davidson. After watching the movie all the way through, I'm not even 100% sure that Pete Davidson even knows he's in this movie. I haven't seen Pete Davidson do any promotion for this movie. I don't think he's done interviews talking about, you know, getting into the role of Marmaduke. I would not be surprised if they just like took audio excerpts of Pete Davidson from like other TV shows and just like found a way to make a movie about a dog around. And look at the characters in this first scene here and tell me, what is your reaction? Art is subjective. What you like depends entirely on your life experience, your personal taste, you know, where you were born and raised. For example, I was born in the 1990s on Earth, and I hate every single one of these characters. There are 3 body shapes in the universe of Marmaduke. There is eerily slender, bouncing egg. That's right, they don't walk, the round characters. They just kind of bounce from place to place. And then there's Mom. Mom has a serious case of the Pixar mom syndrome. I guess the creators of Marmaduke decided to take a page out of Pixar's book when designing the mom, and then they ignored all the other pages in the book about like how to make a movie. Anyway, through a little bit of narration, we find out that the reason Marmaduke is not allowed at this party is because he's basically a terror to the family. Marmaduke is a nightmare. He chases the cat, he tackles the local butcher for some bones, he beats the shit out of the dad. This dog is terrorizing his family.
That's enough for today.
That's enough for today? You didn't do anything. You just hurt a dog. You didn't teach him any tricks. He doesn't even know how to sit. All right, the first trick we're gonna learn today is how to dodge a punch. Okay, it looks like you didn't get it today, but we'll try again tomorrow, okay, buddy? Anyway, I guess after showing Marmaduke how violent he is and all of his, like, cool martial arts skills, Marmaduke is like, wait, actually, maybe I do want to get trained by this guy. And they make it seem like it's because, like, Marmaduke is so impressed. I personally think it's because Marmaduke is so scared. He does agree to finally be trained. So cue Marmaduke getting trained montage. Or, sorry, Marmaduke getting tortured montage. Yeah, that's right. Before Marmaduke agreed to get trained, Guy just beat the shit out of Marmaduke. But now that Marmaduke has agreed to be trained, he is still getting beat up, but just in new and fancy ways. This movie is essentially about a dog who loves to eat and suffers greatly for it. You know what is one thing that's unclear about this movie? Can Marmaduke talk? Earlier in the movie, Marmaduke was trying to talk to the people and all they could hear was barking sounds.
You're being too hard on poor
But then Marmaduke and Guy seem to have full conversations. So who is speaking the other one's language? Is Marmaduke speaking English? Or is the trainer barking at Marmaduke? Like if you were to walk by the park where Guy is training Marmaduke, is Guy just going like, "Arr, arr, arr"? This movie is completely uninterested in answering this question. After Marmaduke has been thoroughly beaten and humiliated by Guy for a week or two, it is time for Marmaduke to enter his first dog show. This is where we meet Marmaduke's main competition and basically the villain of the movie, this beautiful dog Zeus. This part is very disturbing. Oh, Marmaduke, you idiot! How are you gonna perform, dude? How are you gonna compete? You can't even walk. This is where the movie gets gross. The sound effects of his like gurgling belly make me want to throw up. Then he somehow becomes skinny by farting once. I guess he farts out all the food in one foul fart. And when I say foul fart, that shit does look foul. When he did that, I was like, wait, holy shit, he can do that? Marmaduke has the ability to fart out food that he just ate, like all of it. But then it's even more confusing because he gets onto the floor at the dog show and all of a sudden like plumps back up again and starts farting some more. And it's like, so where did the food go? Did the gas enter him again and become food again? Was he actually just sucking in? What is happening? Did he fart the food out or not? This movie's getting kind of dark. This is a really somber, like, middle section of a children's movie. He's not a loser! It just turns into Marriage Story. Marmaduke is a Great Dane! Then come to find out that the trainer has actually billed them for all of the training, and it's like a shit ton of money. They go through the list, and it rolls by in this like Star Wars style credit roll, and it's meant to fly by really fast so you can't read anything, but I paused it just to like look through what some of it is. Some of the items on this list are more than the $1 million they would have won at the final dog show. There's things for $29,000, $35,000, $1.4 million. Also kind of a funny detail, the writers I guess couldn't come up with enough things to actually make the list that long, so they just literally copied and pasted the same chunk over and over. So if you just play it, you'll see like the same thing worth $1.5 million over and over in this list, and it's like you couldn't just keep coming up with different. You are not a champion. So Marmaduke is like, you know what, screw it, I don't need you, and he decides to set off on a journey to show him what a real champion can do. He runs to China, and then he runs to Egypt, and then he swims in the ocean, and then he goes home. And I guess that's pretty much all the training he needs. I don't know why he is still so focused on the dog show after that. Marmaduke's like, yeah, I climbed to the top of Mount Everest and then swam to the bottom of the ocean so that I could hopefully compete in an obedience competition at a regional level. I hope that I do okay. It's like, no, all of the things you did just then are like infinitely more impressive than a dog show. At least that's what I thought until we get to the dog show and we see what other dogs do during the talent portion. Okay, so the bulldog is winning the talent competition. The bulldog is winning the whole show. Forget about the other dogs for a second. There is no way that Marmaduke can do anything near that impressive. I know he ran around the world, but he just ran and swam. This dog lifted up a convention center. The other dog's not quite as impressive. One of the dogs dances, pretty lame. And another dog did like a half fight, half rap in like a magical bubble environment. So that was pretty cool. I didn't know there was magic in this universe. They just decided to spring that on us in the last like 20 minutes of the movie, but I just don't understand how they were able to continue the competition after the bulldog lifted up the building. If I was in the crowd, I would be on my hands and knees crying after that. I don't think that it's fair to continue the show. Okay, Zeus actually hypnotizes the crowd. That's actually pretty impressive. Yet another use of magic. I like that they're really doubling down on that in the third act of this movie. Also, I'm getting a lot of parallels from the Disney Channel original movie Zapped in this movie. Although I don't think anyone beat the shit out of a dog in that movie. Also, hang on a second. If hypnosis exists in this universe and it is like a thing that can be done effectively, why the hell did the trainer need to beat the fuck out of Marmaduke? If in this world it's possible to mentally make a dog do whatever you want, what sick thrill did Guy get out of assaulting Marmaduke? It's almost like that wasn't even training and he just, like, what if he did hypnotize him and then he was like, and now the rest of this is just for me. Anyway, it's time for Marmaduke's portion of the talent show. Now, everything else up until this point is so insane that, like, anything Marmaduke could do, even if he did something really cool, would be kind of underwhelming. But, like, even with that in mind, Marmaduke just does the dumbest shit. His boy owner gets on his back and they just, like, run around the stadium. I'm sorry, Marmaduke, but that was not impressive at all. We literally all just saw magic happen. We saw a bulldog lift up a building. I know I keep mentioning that, but that was insane. We all just saw an entire crowd get hypnotized by a creepy blonde dog, and Marmaduke's like, yeah, but can you do this? Are you trying to bankrupt your family, Marmaduke? Because that's what's gonna happen if you keep this shit up. Are you trying to destroy your family's lives? You're going to. Keep dicking around on the ground like that with no talent, and you're gonna destroy their lives. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Okay, little plot twist happens at the end of the dog show. Zeus, the beautiful dog, wins. Obviously, he hypnotized the judges, so we kind of thought that was gonna happen anyway, but it turns out that one of the judges is actually Zeus's trainer in disguise, so he gets disqualified from the talent competition. I kind of feel like it was pretty dumb of him to do that because he had a shot at winning anyway. It's not like he was like a total underdog. Dude was basically an overdog. He was actually bound to win. He hypnotized everyone. Is Marmaduke dead?
Marmaduke was a good dog.
What the fuck, dude?
We will miss you very much.
Okay, they're spending way too long on this if he's not actually dead. He should have come back alive by now, probably.
Is there still time to hit the awards banquet?
Jesus Christ, dude. You have to admit, if he did die, that would be objectively the funniest ending to this movie. Marmaduke doesn't win the dog show, and then he dies. And then everyone's really sad, and then the movie ends. In my head, when this was happening, the first time I watched this, I was like, please roll credits, please roll credits. It would be so fucking funny if Marmaduke dies. Oh, fuck, he's alive. Anyways, if this movie couldn't get any worse, it ends with an original song by Pete Davidson about being a dog. Pete Davidson, 40 seconds to write this song. All right, Pete, it's time to record the ending song. What ending song? You guys didn't tell me there was gonna be an ending song. I don't know, man, you tell us. Hit it. All right, well, yeah, that's Marmaduke. Let me know what you thought, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Hello. Guys, did you know in the US it's legal for your internet service provider to sell your data to other companies? They can sell it to ad companies. Heck, they can sell it to whoever they want. This seems pretty screwed up to me. I don't know why this is legal, but what I do know is that Marmaduke is probably responsible. Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, puts a stop to this by rerouting 100% of your network traffic through their secure encrypted servers. Those are servers that are both secure and encrypted. ExpressVPN also masks your device's unique IP address, making it much more difficult for like big tech companies or advertisers or really strong dogs from tracking you and matching your activity back to you so they can collect your data. There's a ton of great reasons to use ExpressVPN. You can unblock content that's not available in your country. For example, the movie Whiplash is not available on Netflix in the US, but with ExpressVPN, if you change your server location to the UK, it is available. They have 24/7 customer support, the fastest speeds, consistently faster than other VPNs, and it's easy to use. You can fire it up and get going with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on my computer and my phone, pretty much every device that can have it in my house. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out our sponsor. Please get out from under my desk. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Is that in focus at all? Greg. Join Greg. Greg is what I call my fans here on YouTube, my fan base, my audience. But we're more than that, you know? We're a family, we're an army. We are one guy named Greg. So if you want to join, then turn on my notifications and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey Greg, how's it going? So a couple months ago, I made a video about the coolest mom on TikTok, Varley. And since I made that video, she's been a pretty busy lady. She's blown up on TikTok a lot more than she was before. She's been going to conventions to meet her fans. She's been filming all these crazy TikToks. I actually wish that I had waited to make my video about her for a few months because I feel like she's just now really hitting her stride. I mean, she's in her prime now. She's prime Varley now. As I'm sure you'll remember before, a lot of her TikToks were pretty generic. You know, she would have ones telling people not to do drugs and stuff, and then other ones were just her lip syncing to sad songs or her jumping around to happy songs. But she's really kicked it up a notch, and I feel like she's really found her character. She's become somewhat of a superhero.
Varley doesn't like pudding? Cha! Cha! Cha!
A lot of the plots of her newer TikToks are her saving people from dangerous situations.
Mr. Smith, this is for the bad grades you gave me.
Let's go! Let's go! God! Varley's coming! Don't fear. Varley's here.
Oof, Chief. Uh-oh. Starting things off a little bit dark today. Yikes. A TikTok about a kid who's about to shoot his teacher with a laser pointer. But luckily our girl Varley jumps in and saves the day.
Let's go! Let's go!
I like that she does the sound effects herself. She didn't go through the trouble of editing the video and actually adding real gunshot sound effects in. She sort of just goes, ka-cha! So that's a really nice touch. You know, for such a terrifying experience, the teacher in this seems pretty pleased about what just happened. He's just like, wow, look at this. Look at this lady getting shot right in front of me. Huh, that's kind of fun. This is a very dark TikTok, so let's move on. But you'll notice at the end of that one, she said, don't fear, Varley is here. That's sort of her new catchphrase. She says that every time she saves someone's life, which is a lot. Like in this one, this group of girls is about to beat up this poor defenseless child. From the looks of it, they're the most coordinated bullies on the planet. They're all about to punch this girl at the same time. How many times have you seen that? Like a group of bullies all in sync punching the kid that they're bullying. That's actually pretty cool. All right, gang, let's punch this bitch. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. I like that they all go in with two hands. They're punching with both hands at the same time. That's not something you see very often. Why is that? This does seem way more effective than this. But the girls freeze right before they're about to hit this girl because Varley comes out of nowhere and just beats the shit out of them. She just comes out of nowhere and kicks their butts. Absolutely rattles them up. Beats those little girls to a pulp. And then she says her catchphrase.
Don't fear. Varley's here.
They all laugh. For some reason, everyone laughs. Even the girls who got beat up are like, ha ha ha! You did it, Varley! You stopped our evil plan! The caption of this one is, blowing out someone else's candle doesn't make your shine any brighter. Huh. So I guess blowing out someone else's candle is kind of like a metaphor for hurting someone. Never blow out anyone else's candle. That's a really interesting little lesson, Varley. Just one question. Does beating the shit out of a bunch of 11-year-old girls count as blowing out someone else's candle? Just asking for a friend. All these videos pretty much paint Varley as this, like, epic savior. No matter where you are or what you're doing, Varley will be there if you need help. Like if you're standing on this perfectly stable pontoon boat and randomly decide to jump off it, Varley will be there to catch you. If you're getting touched by this guy, whoa. Varley will absolutely be there to put him in cuffs. And she'll actually be really happy about it. She looks so thrilled to be putting that molester in handcuffs. The girl is so happy immediately too. She's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for handcuffing this creepy man.
My husband, I didn't see him for so many days. I don't know what to do. I don't know where he is. Yeehaw! Don't fear. Oh my God! Varley's here.
Okay, now her powers are starting to seem a little bit supernatural. How did she find this girl's husband? He's been missing for days, and all of a sudden Varley comes out of nowhere like, yeehaw! That's her other catchphrase, I guess. Aside from don't fear, Varley's here. Yeehaw! I may be a superhero, but I'm also a cowboy. And then at the end of the TikTok, the husband starts to walk away. Like he's like, I don't want to be here. I left on purpose. Weirdly, a lot of these have the exact same script, which is surprising, I know. There's these ones that are almost completely identical that she keeps doing. It starts out with a girl eating something yummylicious.
Yummylicious! Yummylicious!
Then someone comes to steal that thing that's yummylicious. Then Varley says, yeehaw, and grabs him.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
And then the girl gets her tasty treat back.
Don't fear.
Another thing that's happened since I made my last video about Varley is that she actually made a video responding to me.
Danny, I also wish to be famous like you, but not by stooping low, hating others, and putting them down. I believe in rising by lifting others. To gain some likes and followers, I can also make a powerful hate response on your videos and give you the weirdest reviews. But sorry, that's not me. I love more, hate less. That's who I am. Varley. Varley. Varley.
Varley. Varley. Varley. Varley! So the message of that video is love more, hate less. And she's really been hammering that message home recently, as you can see in her TikToks.
Love more.
Hate less.
Love more.
Hate less.
Love more.
Hate less.
Stop!
Tag yourself. I'm the dude yelling, "Stop! Please stop!" in the background. I kind of feel like I'm being brainwashed in these. I kind of just
Love more.
Hate less.
Love more.
Hate less.
kind of
Love more.
Hate less.
Love more.
Hate less.
Love more.
Hate less.
Anyway, that was weird. But you know, in her response video, she was right. I was a little bit harsh on her, which is why initially I wasn't gonna make a follow-up on it. She released that video like months ago, and I was like, you know what, that's fine. Love more, hate less. We could just move on from here, and I won't make a big stink about it. We don't need to make this into like a beef thing. But a few days ago, she released a professionally produced 5-minute long action movie in which she plays a superhero, and I can't not talk about it. But Varley was right when she said to love more, hate less. I am a changed man now, so I'm not gonna give this movie a negative review. I'm not gonna spend the whole time making jokes about it. We're gonna watch this movie in its entirety, and I'm only going to say nice things about it. I'm not gonna say a single mean thing. But before we get into that, guys, we are like 3 weeks away from the start of the tour. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be me, my boy Drew, and my boy Curtis performing live stand-up, performing live comedy songs, little jokes and skits for the whole world to see. Chances are, if you live in the US, we're coming to somewhere near you. So if you want to get your tickets, go to wearetwodifferentpeopletour.com. Get those fast because the tour is coming up fast. Ricky's Food Service Distribution presents. Is that like a catering company? That is cool. That's awesome. I gotta say, I've actually never seen an action movie sponsored by a catering service before. That is very neat and different. So the movie starts off with this kidnapping scene. It's this little schoolgirl. She's being kidnapped by a bunch of angry men. And let me just say, this girl has her lines down pat, dude. She knows her lines. Or actually, I guess technically she has her line memorized, because she's just saying the same thing over and over. She's just saying, help, let me go, over and over. I think she says it about 20 times. But man, she really has that line down. She knows how to say those words. I like that she says it with the exact same rhythm every time. Like, she's never like, help, let me go. She's always, help, let me go. Help, let me go. This girl has a killer flow. I mean, that rhythm, that's awesome. Then we get our first look at our hero, Varley. It looks like she was working nearby. Maybe she's like a mechanic or something, and she heard all the hubbub, so she's come to check out what's going on. And she takes a good long look at him. She takes a really good long look because she's not quite sure what they're doing.
What are they doing?
Little girl screaming, help, let me go. Bunch of angry looking grown men carrying said little girl. Now they're tying her up, pulling out weapons. What the fuck is going on here? I'd better stay back here and watch for a couple more hours until I can figure out exactly what they're up to. But that's not a negative critique. That's not something bad about the movie. That's actually a good thing, I would say. That's what you want in a hero, you know, patience, due diligence. You don't want heroes that jump to conclusions and start beating up people that don't need to be beat up. I mean, what if she just burst in there and started beating the shit out of everybody, you know, punching them, cracking their skulls, and then she comes to find out it's like that little girl's birthday party, and it's just a kidnapping themed birthday party. Uh-oh, awkward. That would not be good.
I don't know what's going on here, but you need to let this little girl go.
Okay, she's also a very humble hero, admitting that she still has no idea what's going on. I guess she still hasn't picked up on the very strong context clues that this girl is being kidnapped, but, you know, at least she's willing to admit it. Like, if Tony Stark was in this situation, he would be a corpse on the floor. But if Captain America was in this situation, he would never admit it. He would just jump in there, fists a swinging, and start taking bad guys out, not even admitting that he has no idea what's going on. She quickly realizes that she's no match for this group of strong, muscular men, but Varley must have thought that the schoolgirl's line was pretty cool because then she starts reciting it.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
So we're 1 minute and 11 seconds into the movie so far, and there's been a lot of dialogue, and a shocking amount of it has been the same things repeated over and over. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, you know? popular songs have a chorus, why can't movies have lines that they repeat over and over? It's like the chorus of the movie. Help! Let me go. Help! Let me go. The group of guys must have knocked Varley out because then she wakes up in this weird room. It's lit only with red lights. It's a very ominous place. She's locked up. It looks like she's chained to the leg of a table.
Where am I?
And things are looking pretty bleak. I mean, it's pretty clear thus far that Varley's just a regular woman. She doesn't possess any superhuman strength. She's got no way to finagle herself out of these locked up chains, so I really fear what's coming for Varley. But then she finds a cool looking amulet on the table and she kicks it off the table and she looks at it and then she immediately becomes a superhero. She bursts out of the room and suddenly she's like Black Widow. Or I mean, she's her own original superhero that we've never seen the likes of before. She suddenly has magical superpowers because she looked at a necklace. Man, these villains are pretty dumb, huh? I mean, that seems like a pretty major oversight on their part.
Didn't I say you weren't getting away with this?
No, I don't think you did say that. Did she say that?
I don't know what's going on here, but you need to let this little girl go.
No, the only thing she said so far was, I have no idea what's going on. Please let the girl go. Oh, and she also said, let me go. But no, she never said, you're not getting away with this, because she didn't even know what this was. I guess those guys must have hit her really hard on the head. She woke up and she like lost all her memory, and that was a genuine question. Then there's this long ass fight scene where Varley totally kills it. I mean, she just plows through these guys. She beats the shit out of them like they were a bunch of 11-year-old girls in her TikToks. Which is actually not this time. She's actually not beating up a bunch of little girls. She's beating up a bunch of grown men. This fight scene, I have to say, is actually pretty impressive. It looks like it was coordinated by professionals. All of these dudes look like they're actual professional stuntmen, and they do a good job of making Varley look like a badass in most of it. They take the hits really well. They make it look like she's absolutely sending them across the room, just launching them, cracking their ribs, all that good stuff. There is this one small timing issue where the boss of the group sees that Varley is beating up all of his men, so he grabs a rope and he starts walking towards the little girl like he's gonna strangle her. And he's about 7 feet away from the girl when he does this, so it should take him about 1 second to get to the girl. But Varley still has to fight through like 3 dudes. So she does that, and it takes her like a minute. And you can see in the background of some of those shots that the boss has already gotten to the little girl. So it's not looking so good. It's seeming like he's definitely over there strangling that little girl. But then she finishes fighting, and she looks over to the boss, and he's somehow just now getting to the little girl.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So look, I could complain that this is a timing issue and it doesn't make any sense, and that they should have maybe planned out this section a little bit better. But I said I wasn't gonna say anything negative about the movie, okay? It's a perfect movie. And guys, I know Varley, and she wouldn't make this mistake. She would never put a weird plot hole that doesn't make any sense in one of her videos. It's pretty clear to me that Varley fought these guys so hard and killed them so fast that she actually created a time vortex, and it sent her back in time a few minutes, back to when the boss was just walking up to the little girl. Varley fought so good that she can time travel now. Anyway, she beats all the bad guys, she beats the boss, she goes and saves the little girl, and the little girl calls her a savior.
You were amazing. Who are you?
Varley.
The savior.
And that's the end of the movie. All in all, did I like this movie? Yes. Was this movie perfect? Yes. How many thumbs up would I give it? 10. Great action, great writing, and all in all, a very cool origin story for a superhero. I mean, personally, with the Avengers getting so big and these giant blockbuster movies, I've gotten pretty annoyed with the superhero formula. You know, like these well thought out and well written origin stories with these characters that we get to know and love, and then they get these superpowers that make sense based on their circumstances. You know, I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of all of that good writing. Make it stop. What I want is, you know, just some random character that we know nothing about to waltz into a situation that makes 0 sense to them, and then, like, I don't know, stare at a necklace that gives them vague superpowers. So what I want from this video is not for you guys to, like, be like, oh, Varley is so weird, I should go and harass her on her accounts. Definitely don't do that. You know, sure, this video is weird, but I make these videos so that we can laugh about it together, not to, like, target her and spread hate in her direction. I just think it's fun to laugh about these things between us. So that's not what I want you leaving this video coming away with. What I really want you guys to leave this video thinking about is Dolphin Man. Dolphin Man. That beautiful, beautiful gray man. He never got what he deserved. You know what? I was just thinking Varley needs a sidekick. You know, she's this dope-ass superhero with this cool origin story. She needs a sidekick, someone to help her fight crime, and who better than a little half dolphin, half man that just needs a pal. You know, I think a little matchmaking can be done here. So Varley, if you're watching this, Chester and Parker, if you're watching this, you know, get in touch. Or both contact me. Hell, I'll get you in touch. Let's make a part 2 to this where Dolphin Man and Varley get together. Either way, I don't know about you guys, but I love this movie. And gosh darn it, the chorus of this movie is gonna be stuck in my head all day. I mean, that flow, it's incredible. All right, if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is the strongest army on the internet, and we're actually the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Please don't look that up. As Gregs, we have to trust one another, and the only way I can make sure that you're truly Greg is if you trust me enough to just not look that up. If you looked up who's the fastest growing army on YouTube, trust me, Greg would come up, but just don't, okay? Just please don't. All right, thank you, Alex Lay, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I punch a hole in my wall, but the hole actually leads to a weird fantasy land where it's always snowy and there's like a little goat centaur guy walking around. And the whole thing is a rip-off of Narnia. Bye! This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have anything? What's up, Greg, and welcome back to a very special video. I have something super exciting to show you guys today because I think I have found my new favorite TV show. It's called Mountain Monsters. The reason it's so exciting and so special to me is that you guys have seen me talk about kids channels on YouTube, right? Think back to like when I talked about the Scherer family, remember? That family that was obsessed with finding like a pond monster in their pond in their backyard. Or you had those YouTubers who wanted to find the Game Master. They had this villain that like they were always chasing in their videos and it was all clearly fake and they never found him. And it kind of seems like they didn't really write out the script at all and they kind of just made it up as they went along. Well, I have found a TV show that is like that, but instead of on YouTube, it's on TV, and instead of for kids, it's for people who watch the Travel Channel, which I don't think is kids. But this show is legitimately like the quality of a 2016 children's YouTube channel. It's awesome. It seems like it's unscripted. They just dick around in the woods. I love it. I have not watched an entire episode of it yet, but I've watched a lot of clips of it on YouTube, and it is my new favorite show. I'll show you one of my favorite clips of it right now. It's called Buck, Huckleberry, and Jeff Are Kidnapped.
We're in Wood County, West Virginia, and that road team pushed all 3 of our guys in the back of that van. Me and Wild Bill's gonna haul ass across this field and try to catch up with them.
One of the only downfalls in the show is that all of the members of the Mountain Monster Hunting Squad have the thickest southern accents in the entire world. This show needs subtitles like 100% of the time, so if you're not following right off the bat, I don't blame you. Here's what's happening. So this show follows this group of mountain monster hunters. They hunt monsters in like the southern United States around like the Appalachian area. And I guess during one of their mountain monster hunting activities, Buck, Huckleberry, and Jeff, 3 members of the crew, are kidnapped by masked men. This immediately intrigued me because in this show, their only adversaries are monsters. You'll see, it's like they hunt like Bigfoot, Wolfman, Chupacabras, etc. So the idea that they're getting kidnapped by 3 men wearing masks is very intriguing to me. It's like, are they working for a monster? Are 3 like normal guys, their day-to-day job is working for a monster? Does it pay them? But nevertheless, these 3 get kidnapped. The other 2 members of the crew are there looking, watching it happen, and they go off chasing them.
Now you can have your camera back. Take the hood off. You don't know where the hell you're at. You can film all you want now, big boy. Say cheese.
The van stops. A guy gets out and comes back and gives us our camera.
Super nice of them to give them their camera back and to let their entire camera crew actually come with while they're being kidnapped. Very generous. Kidnappers don't usually let them do that.
Say cheese.
Also, in this moment, I feel like we should be worried for these 3 guys' safety. They're being kidnapped. They're taken somewhere. They don't know where they are. They're probably gonna get eaten by a monster. But then they start showing clips of like confessional footage of them talking about what was happening that was clearly taken after this whole thing subsides. So I'm no longer worried about them at all. Obviously, they're all safe after this.
All right, Jeffrey? Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Keep the fucking talking to a minimum.
Jesus, dude, they switched up so fast. They were like, go ahead and record. Yeah, film as much as you want. Here's your camera even. And we'll smile and say hi to your camera. And then they're just like talking in back about how scared they are. And the guy's like, shut the fuck up! Keep it down back there. Keep the talking to a minimum, all right? And keep the filming to a maximum. You guys are gonna want to get this on camera, buddy. Maybe they don't want them talking because it's gonna ruin the footage. They know how good this is gonna be for the show, and they're like, shut the fuck up, you're gonna ruin it. We're the producers of the show. Shh, we're gonna make great TV together.
Me and Brother Willie, we're reconning around this cabin. We're gonna get up there and put an eyeball on it, see what the hell is going on with our team members.
Huh? I don't know what it is about these guys, but every time it cuts to a confessional, not only are they just like incoherent, but they're also screaming.
See what the hell's going on with our team members?
It honestly actually makes it seem like whatever is about to happen is extremely traumatizing. If like when they get them in front of the camera for the first time afterwards, they're like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, dude! Anyway, the masked men take them to this cabin in the middle of the woods, they take them inside, they chain up the cameraman, and then they sit them down.
The light kicks on right in our face. You can see a mirror on the wall, and you can see a speaker and a camera. I've never seen a place like this, but it looks like an interrogation room.
A mirror, a speaker, and a camera? I've never seen a room like this in my goddamn life. That's the scariest, most nonsensical combination of things I can think of, dude. A room has no right having all three of those things. Actually, I hate to admit it, but the room I'm sitting in right now actually does have all three of those things. A camera, a speaker, and then there's a mirror over there. Because I'm a monster.
I've never seen a place like this, but it looks like an interrogation room.
You've never seen a place like this? There's literally episodes of this show where you guys like fight Bigfoot, and you're thrown for a loop by a room with a camera and a speaker and a mirror?
This whole situation is weird.
I mean, yeah, man, I agree.
Hello? Oh, shit! Come on. Sit down.
Oh shit, he said sit down. Sorry. Oh no, dude, it's another human clearly wearing a mask. No!
Damn, I'm sitting. As soon as that skeleton appeared in my face and said sit down, I sat down.
Hell yeah, you did, dude. I love this dude. This dude's name is Buck. His commentary that they cut to every time is literally just like repeating exactly what just happened. It's a shot of him sitting down and then he's like, I sat down, man.
You know who I am? You're the guy that killed the Stonish giant. Yeah. No.
Fuck! That was our only guess.
I want to make a deal. A deal? Let me tell you what right now, old boy. There's no way in hell we're gonna help you kill another damn Bigfoot. I never said I was after a Bigfoot.
Starting to think these guys might be a little bit out of their element. They actually have no clue what's going on. Do you know who I am? Yeah, you're the dude who killed the Stonish giant. What? No. Oh, that's right. Then you want us to kill a Bigfoot. No, I'm Brian. From the party last week? You don't remember me? The Stonish Brian? No, just Brian.
I want you to go back to Lee County, Virginia. I want you to capture the woman of the woods. The woman of the woods? The woman of the woods is someone we don't want to mess with.
Okay, that was clearly just one of them wearing a hood, right? Like very clearly just like an old man wearing a hood in a thermal camera. I like that this is the clip they show for the woman of the woods being someone you don't want to mess with too. Like the only thing I'm getting from this is that like they have a hot body temperature. You do not want to deal with the woman of the woods, dude. It has a fever. As you can tell from this clip, she is scalding hot.
This team's already had one heck of an encounter with her. When we were in Lee County, she touched Huckleberry and Jeff and marked them for death. She affected Jeff's mind, maybe for life.
Now you're probably thinking, dang, poor Jeff. This dude gets attacked by a woman of the woods and his brain is still like all fried from it. Well, let me tell you, dude, you don't even know the half of it, because this kind of shit happens to Jeff in every episode. I don't know what it is, but from every YouTube clip I've watched, if one of them gets attacked by a monster, it is Jeff. And every time, he is traumatized. As you could probably tell from the clip of him screaming. I think they might all be in the wrong profession, but especially Jeff. Please, Jeff, find a new job.
All right, we help you get this woman of the woods.
How's this benefit us?
Yeah, Buck, are you really the one that should be brokering this deal? Are you really the one with the authority to be like, all right, yeah, we'll do it. We'll go back and capture the woman of the woods. No skin off my bones. Jeff is just sitting there sweating. Yeah, we will, we can totally help with that. No, that's fine. I liked it. I like the woman of the woods.
If you capture the woman of the woods, in exchange, I'll bring you those who killed the Stonish Giant.
You didn't kill him?
No.
Yeah, he already said that, dude. Are you guys paying attention at all? How do I know the lore of the show better than you do? Why do they keep trying to pin the Stonish Giant on this guy like they're crooked cops or something? Where were you on the night of the Stonish Giant's death? Oh my god, dude, for the last time I did not kill the Stonish Giant. Aha! We never mentioned that the Stonish Giant even died. Yeah, you did. You did like 5 times. Oh yeah? Then explain this. That's a picture of you holding the Stonish Giant's decapitated head. Did you kill him? Ah, shit, I've been caught again.
He says he can deliver who killed the Stonish Giant. If he can make good on that deal, that's something we're really going to have to consider.
That's something that I'm really going to have to consider, and Jeff's really going to have to deal with.
I've never lied to you, and I never will.
Well, yeah, you kind of did.
You kind of did. 30 seconds ago when you said you didn't kill the Stonish Giant.
I didn't kill the fucking Stonish Giant!
There are secrets you have yet to learn.
Why is that a big surprising moment? I don't know everything in the whole world?
Everything you need is in front of you.
Where'd you go?
So the skeleton disappears. These guys get all pissed off and they're like, where'd he go? They're sick of all the riddles and all of the cryptic messages. So Buck takes a chair and he just slams through the glass to try to get to the bottom of this. And let me tell you, nothing will prepare you for what they find on the other side of this glass.
Damn. Oh my God. Holy shit. It's a hog's head. What the hell?
Maybe this is crazy, but to me, if you hunted monsters for a living, like weird cryptic things like this wouldn't be that surprising to you. So I just love how surprised they are. And like the notion that this is totally outlandish, totally out of the realm of possibilities after they were just talking about like hunting the Stonish Giant. Just the fact that they found a hog's head. A hog's head? Doesn't make any sense.
All of a sudden right there behind it, there's a damn hog's head.
That's so true, Huckleberry, dude. That you could not have said it better. It was a hog's head. I love the sound effects in this show so much. They get so much mileage out of those impact sound effects. And I love a good impact sound effect as much as the next guy, so I really appreciate how many they were able to get out of that hog's head reveal.
Damn! Oh my God. Holy shit. It's a hog's head. What the hell? Blood coming out of its nose, its ears, its eyes. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, man. Don't ask me. They go up to the hog's head. Did you kill the Stonish Giant? Then the other 2 members of the gang show up and they make their way into the back room to get a closer look at the hog's head.
Holy shit. I'm telling you guys, there was someone in here.
Dude, if this is the skeleton's lair, he's actually got kind of a sick setup, dude. He's got like a Pepsi vending machine fridge here. He's got a little sink in the background. Skeleton's not living too bad, honestly. Half expecting it to pan over. There's like a gaming setup. He's got one of those sick gaming chairs and 2 monitors.
They're gone. There's nothing else we can do. We have a lot to fill you 2 in on. Let's do it away from here. I don't feel safe.
Oh, dude, what happened? Why not? You okay? Did something happen? I don't get it. Now, you might not have realized it, but each one of the members of the team actually has specific roles on the team, as you can see in the, like, opening of the show. You got Trapper, the team leader. You got Buck, the expert caller. He might not be an expert himself, but he will definitely call one for you. You got Huckleberry, security. Can't believe that motherfucker was security the whole time, dude. What did he do to prevent them from getting kidnapped? He was sitting there with them chained up, just being like, I just gotta keep my eyes peeled in case anything funny happens. Good thing this is all very ordinary to me. Then you've got Jeff, the researcher. He's always researching different monsters, different ways of kind of healing from the trauma that his adventures have put him through. Willie, the trap builder, and of course, Wild Bill, the expert tracker. He's gonna track down the experts and then Buck's gonna call him over. Now you probably want to see them actually getting into action, you know, hunting a real monster. Because in that first clip, they were kind of honestly being hunted. So you want to see them in their element, going to investigate some kind of supernatural monster sighting. Which brings us to this clip, Fanged Creature attacks the Ames team.
All right, guys, the next creature we're going to investigate is one we have a history with. We're going after the Cherokee Death Cat.
One thing you'll come to learn through watching clips of this show is they have a history with every monster. You could name the most obscure monster ever, the Patagonia Pants Swindler, and they'd be like, oh yeah, we've got history with that guy. Yeah, Buck actually dated him in college, right, Buck? Yeah, you do not want to mess with him, man. He'll swindle your pants.
We know this death cat is nothing to mess with. It's a huge feline, weighing in at 500 pounds.
Holy shit, dude, that's what it looks like? Oh my god.
Weighing in at 500 pounds.
500 pounds? This thing is jacked. Why did they make it so muscular? Look at the size of its arm, dude. The crazy thing is, if they got close enough to it with their camera crew to get a detailed enough idea of what it looks like that they could make this 3D model, why not just show the clip of it? That's what I want to see. I want to see real footage of this thing. Don't show me a fucking 3D render. Unless this was the footage that they got from it, in which case, give your cameraman a raise, dude. This is some crazy footage. Dude, I'm gonna go to a personal trainer, and when they ask me like what kind of body type I want, I'm gonna show them a picture of the Cherokee Death Cat. Yeah, I want arms that are sort of like 3 feet wide, and I want spikes coming out of the front of my face. Basically, just make me an abomination. Just make me a horrific, unnatural entity.
Well, Bubba, we heard you had a pretty interesting encounter out here.
Well, yeah, we did. So when we're coming out of the woods, I was along about that tree right back there, and Dad was in front of me on that little bank, and he just stopped dead. And he said, "Did you see that?" And I said, "See what, Dad?" And he said, "That big cat." And he said, "Son, that cat was 8 or 9 foot long." Said it was huge.
Dad, go on.
8 or 9 feet, man. Dude, if that cat they showed was 9 feet long, that's so big. I'm sorry, Buck, Huckleberry, and Jeff. You do not stand a chance. What are you gonna do? A 500-pound, 9-foot-long demonic lion? What is your plan? This dude, Huckleberry, is not enough security for you guys. You're gonna need more than Huckleberry to protect you from a 9-foot-long lion.
And Dad said leapt through the air and hit right there on that bare spot on that tree.
Okay, so the story is that this lion jumped from this log all the way over to that tree, somehow landed in this tree without snapping it in half, first of all. And his dad saw it and he didn't? How do you miss that? If anything, you would at least hear it, right? You would hear like the loud thud of a 500-pound creature slamming into a tree. What were you doing when this happened?
I'm interested to see how far it is from that log up to where it lit up in that tree. That's a pretty long shot. I want to get a measurement and see exactly how far this big cat jumped.
That's right, Buck. That is what you did. Good memory, man.
These big predator cats, they don't fool around. This thing could be on top of you before you blink your eyes. You're done.
Something big's been through here.
What's your solution to that? He was like, man, this thing could snap my neck from behind and I would never even know it was there. Well, anyway, let's go. So their plan right now seems like just to walk into the woods with hunting rifles, and that's their whole plan. I'm kind of 50-50 on if bullets would even have any effect on that monstrosity, but if it did, imagine them finding this like one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime species that no one's ever seen before, and they just fucking kill it. They find out it's actually a completely peaceful creature, like it didn't even want to kill them, and they're still like, get it!
Check this out. There's a pea post. This is fresh pea, dude. We just found a scent post. You can see claw marks almost 7 feet in the air and fresh urine at the base of the tree. This has to be the death cat.
It does? The only thing I can think of that can scratch and pee is a death cat that no one has ever seen before. Okay, guys, warning, here comes another oopsie-daisy, we traumatized Jeff moment. So the other two guys, Buck and Huckleberry, start to walk off into the woods, not realizing that Jeff isn't with them. Jeff, meanwhile, is still staring at the tree that has claw marks and pee on it, like he just realized that there was a claw mark and pee on it.
Hey guys, there's claw marks on this tree.
Yeah, Jeff, they all saw that already, man. They talked about that like 5 minutes ago. You were also standing right there, so I don't know how you didn't see that. Jeff is useless, man. I'm starting to think that actually the other people bringing him along is actually a little more nefarious than I first thought. I think his purpose there is to be fed to a monster. I think they bring him as bait. They've kind of realized that monsters sort of gravitate towards him. He must just have that kind of energy that like monsters want to hurt him. So they just bring him along to like attract the most horrid things on the earth. Anyway, Buck and Huckleberry walk out of sight, and they're walking for a long time before they realize that Jeff is gone, and then Jeff starts hollering from within the woods.
Jeff! Jeff! Here's the tree we left him at. He's not here.
here's the tree we left him at.
Here's the tree we left him at.
You guys didn't even realize you left him until you were like a mile away from him. How do you know where you left him? See, it's shit like that that makes me think that they're up to no good. Here's the tree we tied him to. Where'd he go? There's like a trail of blood leading away. Oh, thank goodness. This'll lead us right to the monster. And Jeff, of course. And our friend Jeff.
Yeah. Wait, Jeff, hold up, Jeff. Yeah, grab it. Yeah.
It locked eyes on me.
Oh my gosh, that scared me to death. Jeff, talk to me, dude. What's wrong?
What's wrong, Jeff? What the fuck, man? Why won't you talk to us? He already said it locked eyes on me, and they're like, what's wrong with you, dude? You're acting weird.
We just got up to Jeff, and he shook up.
Jeff,
Settle down, settle down.
what happened, dude?
Still taste his breath.
What?
Did you kiss the death cat? Buck's like, what did you just say? Dude, you know me and the death cat have a history, right? That's kind of fucked up.
Are you hurt anywhere, Jeff?
Are you hurt at all, dude? He looks fine to me.
Jeff said when we got separated, that death cat came out of the tree right on top of him.
I'm just imagining he's doing this confessional like right outside the car window where Jeff is like freaking out. Jeff almost died! That idiot almost got killed by a death cat, dude. Can you believe that?
I think the best thing we can do is get Jeff out of these woods.
Come on up.
And try to talk to him in the morning. That could have ended really, really bad.
Yeah, that could have ended really bad, man. Thank God it only broke Jeff's mind. All right, guys, well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Mountain Monsters, my new favorite TV show that I've never watched. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg's what I call my subscriber base here on YouTube. We are the fastest growing army on YouTube. Please do not look that up. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, before this video starts, I have a surprise announcement. I am doing a stand-up show on October 9th at Zany's in Rosemont, Illinois. I've done little bits of stand-up here and there over many years, but I've never really gotten into it until this year. At the beginning of the year, I've started going to open mics, doing little sets at other people's shows. I still don't have an hour of material yet because that takes a really long time to build up. I've got like 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm putting together a show with other Chicago comedian friends that I've met while doing this. So if you want to come, have some laughs, experience the Chicago comedy scene, then check out the link in the description. Get some tickets, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, I'm back with some of the most absurd clickbait on the internet. I had Robert scour the web once again for clickbait that I can't believe anyone actually falls for, quite frankly. I don't know who's clicking on this. The first example that Robert has in here is just Julia Roberts' husband gained 280 pounds and looks disgusting now. I'm looking at this man. I don't even know that he weighs 280 pounds altogether. In fact, Robert included a picture of him. He looks like he weighs as much as me. And I weigh 30 pounds. So a recent picture of Julia Roberts and her husband, who does not actually look disgusting and also appears to weigh less than 280 pounds total. Yeah, that's what you might assume, but you're not taking into account the fact that Julia Roberts' husband is actually 20 feet tall. So actually 280 pounds is kind of nothing to him. I kind of skipped over the fact that they called him disgusting looking. He looks fine. He looks normal. Of course he doesn't look disgusting. He's a handsome looking guy. There's two drastically different levels of enthusiasm in this picture, but I wouldn't say that makes either of them look nasty or vile. Guy Fieri's new wife might look familiar. This ad would not work on me at all because, one, I don't care about Guy Fieri. Two, I can tell you right off the bat, that's definitely not his wife. And three, that guy doesn't look familiar either. I don't know. Is that Matthew McConaughey? I actually can't. Maybe it is. I can't tell. It's definitely not his wife though. But now I do kind of have the urge to look up what Guy Fieri's new wife actually looks like. Okay, well, Guy Fieri has been married to the same woman since 1995, so I don't think he has a new wife. I guess new in, like, relation to the history of the entire universe, maybe? But maybe I should actually look at what his wife looks like and then decide if she actually does look familiar. Mom? Holy cow, she does look familiar, dude. I guess that ad was just specifically for me. They spent 20 grand on an ad just for me to see that's like, Danny, you might want to see Guy Fieri's new wife. Sandra Bullock's son is all grown and he looks familiar. Okay. Is this like a new ad format? This is like using the phrase "I survived" in a YouTube thumbnail. Saying that somebody looks familiar is a goated clickbait strategy, apparently, for nonsense articles. Is that Keanu Reeves? I feel like that is not Sandra Bullock's son. That's definitely Keanu Reeves. What are they implying? They're probably trying to imply that, like, Sandra Bullock had a kid with Keanu Reeves, so her son, like, grew up and looks just like him or something. For some reason, in my head, the first thing that I thought of was like, they think Keanu Reeves is a time traveler. That's what they're trying to imply. But no, the first one makes a lot more sense. 21 celebs who have grown into horrible looking creatures. Good Lord, that's mean. And maybe I just don't know who celebrities are, and so that's my bad, but this is not good clickbait. I don't even know who this is. So clickbait wouldn't work on me, because I'd be like, someone I never heard of before, looks even different than I never knew they did. Don't care. Oh, and Robert was nice enough to include that actually she looks like this now. So not a horrible looking creature at all. Actually, a pretty normal looking creature, if you ask me. 21 stars who have grown into horrible looking creatures. God, dude. Does this work? Does this get people to click on? I guess I need to make my titles and thumbnails meaner to get people to click on them, maybe. Maybe I'm being too nice in my titles and thumbnails. Maybe I should start copying these formats for my own thumbnails. Next video I post is gonna be like, I turned into a horrible looking creature. And it'll be a picture of me on the left, and then on the right, it's just like it's an actual horrible looking creature. It's like a swamp monster, one of those blobfish. And then I could do this one too. It could just be a close-up of my face, and the title is Look Familiar? A list of the 15 most peaceful dogs. Honestly, dude, this is a good article. Solid picture, great article. I would click on this. I see nothing wrong with this one, actually. Only thing wrong with this list is that the list is not longer, actually. Show me 30 of the most peaceful dogs. Yo, I didn't even tell Robert that this video was sponsored by Sundays for Dogs, but this is the perfect opportunity to talk about Sundays. Sundays for Dogs. If you prioritize your dog's health, you know that finding a food that they both like and is healthy can be a bit of a challenge. That's why I love Sundays for Dogs. Sundays for Dogs was founded by a vet, Dr. Tori, a seasoned veterinarian and parent who wanted to create a dog brand that prioritizes health over profit. They've got clean ingredients, no synthetics. This is the turkey recipe, and here it says on the bag it's 86% turkey muscle and organs, 9% fruit and vegetables, 5% seeds and grains, and 0% fillers or synthetic. My dogs love Sundays. They gobble it down. They will even accept this as a treat. Like if I want them to do something like go sit on the couch or sit and stay, they're like, we don't need treats, Daddy. We just want this stuff. And I think it's because of how good the ingredients are. Also, it's not all dry and crunchy like kibble. This stuff is air dried, so it has a much more pleasing texture for them to eat, but it also helps preserve the nutrition in the food better. I've looked into other healthy dog foods before, but the ones that require being refrigerated or frozen just seem like a little bit too much of a hassle for me. And this is just as healthy, and there's none of that hassle. You just scoop it like regular dog food. I've even noticed some changes in my dogs after switching them to Sundays. In particular, both of their coats have gotten softer just from switching their dog food, which can happen if you switch them to a healthier food. So if you want to try out Sundays, watch your dog fall in love and witness their transformation, then click the link in the description or use my code GREG40 to get 40% off your first order. That's GREG40 for 40% off your first order. Thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out Sundays. Now back to the video. You won't believe what these child stars look like now. Whoa, that's crazy. Dewey had a glow up. Well, his name was Dewey, right? Dewey? Is that right, or am I thinking of, like, Donald Duck's nephews? Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle? Okay, it is Dewey. But I also think Dewey is one of Donald Duck's nephews. Yes, it is. See? Dewey Duck. That'd be crazy if Dewey Duck grew up to look like this. Dewey Duck just grew up, and he looks familiar. She was a star. Now she works in Detroit. Who is that? She couldn't have been that big of a star, because I don't know who she is. But I guess I'm happy for her that she has a job in Detroit now. That's cool. Detlef Schrempf is no longer an NBA player. Not even close. That name is good enough clickbait on its own. Detlef Schrempf? There's no way that's a real person. If you made an article that was just called There's a Real Guy Named Detlef Schrempf, that would be enough for me to click on it, honestly. In fact, I need to look this guy up now. Also, I want to figure out what he is besides an NBA player. The Dewey Duck to Detlef Schrempf pipeline. Oh, he's a former professional basketball player, so we can confirm he's not a basketball player anymore. Now we got to figure out how far he is from that. What would be the furthest thing from a professional basketball player? I guess like a head of lettuce or something? It looks like he stopped playing for the NBA in 2001, so of course he's not an NBA player anymore. He's 62 years old. Wow, bro really fell off. I haven't seen him in a single NBA game lately. That's crazy. Now it looks like he mostly just works on his charity, the Detlef Schrempf Foundation. And in 2012, he won the Paul Allen Award for Citizenship, and he raised about $10 million for children's charities in the Pacific Northwest, so that's great. Good for him. And is the implication that, like, after you retire from the NBA, you should at least do something pretty close to being an NBA player, like at least join a professional soccer team or something? Horse keeps hugging pregnant woman. When doctor looks at ultrasound, he calls the police. Calls the police on who? Is he are they implying that the horse The baby's a horse? So then he's calling the police on the horse or on the, I guess maybe on the woman? On the baby? He's like, yo, you are not allowed to be half horse. Straight to jail with your half horse ass. Costco shoppers say this $7 generic Cialis is actually worth it. I like this one because it looks like both the man and the woman were enhanced to look completely different. Or this photo's just AI. But it kind of just looks like they both have insane face filters on. Like this is actually a young guy with an old filter on. This woman looks nothing like this. This is just a photo of two very normal looking people that is photoshopped to hell. Also, like the reflection of his glasses is just him pointing his finger like this. Yeah, this is AI for sure. A brood of worms will crawl out if you drink this at night. Is it just a glass of worms? Like there would have to be worms already in me in order for that to happen, right? So it's gotta just be like, it's worm egg. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I like that he's pointing at one of the worms. This one's my friend. Please drink the liquid so you can free my friend. Japanese grip device could delay assisted living for millions. What does that mean? The torque ball? Oh, okay. So they're saying if you work on your grip, as you get older, perhaps you won't have to go into assisted living because you got such good grip that you can hold on like crazy. Okay, I have the actual link here. Let's take a look. How this Japanese device helped our family postpone the assisted living conversation. We tried to get my dad into an assisted living thing and he just grabbed onto my throat and wouldn't let go. And he said, no, 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 I'm not going. And this dude's got a crazy grip strength. This is a really long article. Oh my gosh. 79, Margaret had switched to pull-on clothes because she couldn't manage buttons. 3 weeks after starting Torque Ball, she called me in tears. She's like, I can't drink a glass of water anymore. Every time I pick it up, it shatters in my hands. My grip is insane. Okay, so yeah, it's just a ball that measures the torque of your grip. I got a ball that measures the torque of my grip. Okay, sorry. And it looks like this is for sale. I wonder how much it costs, this torque ball. Yo, $80 for the torque ball. All right. Okay, this was a tangent. Let's get back to the list, guys. This guy did the coolest but possibly most illegal DIY project ever. The end result, genius. Can't imagine how this would be more illegal than regular graffiti. Maybe he had to carve into it to get it to grow like that? 8-year-old starts singing with her eyes closed. Oh. It's like singing with her eyes. She's like using her eyelids as lips. But when she opens her eyes, my jaw dropped. Oh my God. I was left breathless in seconds. What could have happened when she opened her eyes? She at first had normal eyes, then she closed them. She started singing, and when she opened them, she was possessed. Her eyes were black as night, and her voice was wretched. After she opened her eyes, she was a disgusting creature. How to empty your bowels every morning. Top surgeon explains how. And here's a little picture of what it looks like when you empty your bowels. Anyone else be laying eggs in the morning? That was stupid. Let's think of a different joke. Or not. Extra large headed human species found in China's woodlands. Like fossils, or they actually found this guy? But it looks like we got the link, gang, so let's find out. Homo big heads. This is not real. Homo big heads, newfound human species roamed China's woodlands with extra large heads. Okay, so I don't even know if this article is real, but it's just talking about how they found a new species that lived 300,000 years ago in Asia, and they have notably larger heads than Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. Still think it's mean to call them Homo big heads, but whatever. I seriously can't believe what I saw. This is unreal. When you find out what these kids are jumping into, your jaw will drop. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Wow. They're jumping into a wood chipper. This is incredible, guys. Please share this. It's amazing. Baby ducks see water for the first time. Can you believe what they do? I like to imagine this is two separate sentences. Can you believe what they do? Just looks like they're drinking. There's no way this is their first time seeing water. They need water to survive. I mean, like, were they just born 9 seconds ago? I guess maybe their first time seeing a large enough body to swim in. I bet they're gonna swim. Maybe these kids are jumping into this tiny bucket of water. A Shane Dawson one, meeting a blind person awkward. So you're telling me you can't even see? That's crazy. This has 14 million views. I do think out of all these, I should copy some of these for my YouTube channel. You won't believe what I'm jumping into. Just a picture of me that says Homo Big Head. 15 most peaceful dogs, and the thumbnail's just a picture of me sleeping. All right, well, thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of The Shelf Is Still Gone. I know that the shelf is still gone. It's still on the floor. It just randomly fell off the wall like a week ago. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Danny, why don't you clean it up? Why don't you just put that shelf back up on the wall? But what you don't understand is I don't know how. I don't know how, because I made a bunch of holes in the wall when it fell, and I don't know how to fix that. So I think it's just gonna stay like that. I kind of like it. It's kind of a vibe. So there's these dudes, Riztar and Faraz, on TikTok, and they've been, over the past like year, been making these TikToks where they pretend to be the Joker. Now I wanna show you some of those TikToks, but you gotta promise me that when I show you them, you're not gonna click off the video, okay? Because I know it's gonna make you pretty uncomfortable at first, like mentally uncomfortable, and also probably physically uncomfortable, because I get kind of itchy when I watch these. But I promise that it will get better. I mean, the whole video is going to be about this, but hopefully you'll get used to it. When I say they've been making TikToks as the Joker, you're probably wondering what I mean. So I'm just gonna show you a couple TikToks, and I think you'll get the So that's Riztar. I think he was kind of like the originator of this Joker trend on TikTok. There's a lot of people that do it, but these two dudes that I'm gonna talk about today are the people that do it the most. And that's what he does. This is a lot of what he does on TikTok, is this Joker character. He's in different situations. He snaps his little neck. He makes his little face. And that's pretty much it. Okay, and here's Faraz doing it. Okay, again. Don't click off the video. I'm not sure why they had to add in those like bone cracking noises when they become the Joker. That's like so disgusting. That's so gross. Like in the first one it made sense because he went like this and snapped his neck, but in the second one, what bones is he even breaking? He's just kind of clenching up. Like his whole body just becomes a bowl of Rice Krispies when he becomes the Joker. His fists are clenched so hard that his knuckles are cracking, and his legs are so tight that his knees are cracking, and his butt is clenched so hard that his butt crack is cracking. Like, is it hurting them to become the Joker? Is this something that is painful? Because if so, maybe they should stop. And even if not, they should still stop. So these two make TikToks where they get into all these wacky scenarios and become the Joker to get out of this situation. Like this face is some kind of superpower. So one thing you've probably noticed is that these two, when they do their Joker face, don't look anything like the Joker. But I'm pretty sure that this is only like loosely based off of the Joker from Batman. They sort of just took the name and kind of made him their own character, because he doesn't really have anything in common with the actual Joker. In fact, this Joker actually seems to be like a superhero of sorts. In a lot of them, he's like fighting crime. Like in this one, this little girl is on a roof. She's about to get kidnapped by 3 grown men, but suddenly something scares them all away, and the camera turns around and reveals the Joker. Faraz. He's there doing his little face, his creepy little smile, and his eyes rolled back into his head. And I guess we're meant to think like, hooray! That little girl is saved. We can trust her with this guy. We don't have to worry about this little girl anymore. Just send her off with this guy and she'll be on her way. So I guess the Joker is kind of like a superhero, and his power is this face that he does. Because usually he rolls up to a situation not making the face, and then once he starts making the face, all the bad guys just book it. I don't know if the face just like instinctively makes them run away, or they're just worried about what might happen next. Like if he's willing to make that face, what else is he willing to do? This fucking freak. But either way, it seems like a pretty effective crime fighting technique. All right, here's another one where a kid's about to be kidnapped. Or I guess in this one, he's already being kidnapped. This kid is currently being napped, but just then, our boy the Joker rolls up on his bicycle. Some superheroes have Batmobiles, some sling around on their webs, and the Joker rides around on a bicycle. He may not be fast, but he do be kind of environmentally conscious though. So he pulls up, he takes off his jacket, gets totally shirtless, motions the kid over. They just let him go. I'm not really sure why they let him go at this current stage, because he hasn't made the face yet. So I don't know, he doesn't really pose a threat to them at this point in time, because there's 3 of them, there's 1 of him, and sure, he may be shirtless, but I don't think that poses like a tactical advantage. He motions the kid over, they crack their little bones, and they both become the Joker this time. Double Joker. I'm trying to understand like the lore of this superhero character. So either this kid also has some weird supernatural superpower that makes this face so special, like he's his sidekick and they know each other, this is the Joker and that's the Jester, or just like anybody can do this face and it's so terrifying that it works as like a self-defense technique. All you gotta do is just like, Am I doing it? Anybody can just do that, and it sends bad guys packing. They just run on home to their mommies. I am a little confused as to why he got shirtless for this one. It did seem a little bit unnecessary, right? And it was also kind of weird how he gets shirtless and then motions the kid over. He's like, now that I'm shirtless, the boy, please. I thought something cool was gonna happen with the rest of his body, because his face gets all distorted, but instead he's just flexing his muscles, as if that's gonna be the thing that scares them off when he's making that ungodly, terrifying face. I think what would have been cool is if his torso also made the face. Like his nipples are the little eyes, and then his little belly button smiled like that. That'd be cool. Okay, and this one, a masked stranger is walking down the street. I wonder who it could be. He's got his wallet in his hand. He's just kind of flipping it around like, oh, I love my wallet. What could ever go wrong? Just holding my wallet up in the air like this, waving it around for everyone to see. But then he starts getting mugged. Some dude takes his wallet and then they start playing monkey in the middle with him. They're like throwing it around. I don't know why they don't just run away. I feel like that's a thing they do in movies sometimes that I never really understood, where like robbers will like take a purse and then be like, ha, old lady, and kind of push her and kind of make them feel bad and then run off. It's like, what? How confident are these robbers that they're gonna have time to do all this? They got a lot of nerve just assuming they have enough time to like mock the person they're robbing before running. I really like this one because instead of running away right away, they all kneel like he's royalty or something. They were like, oh, sorry, sir, we didn't know it was you. It's just funny how drastically they go from like, ha ha ha, got your wallet, to all hail the Joker. He rules over the land with the face of 1,000. To get down on one knee for me? Nah. I'm looking for a real man. The kind of guy with a weird face, one that I don't know, that isn't afraid to pick me up and just carry me away. Also, hold on. Was that a robot man? The second guy who tried to win her over? Was that a metallic robot man? I feel like that definitely warranted some kind of explanation, right? But no, they just kind of gloss right over that. They gloss right over the robot man. There's so much unexplained lore in this Joker universe. Is he another superhero? You just have to understand that in this universe, there's Jokers and there's robot men looking for love. These are just things you have to accept if you're gonna watch these TikToks. Okay, in this one, his face seems to be having quite a different effect on the guy. I feel like we learned something new about the Joker in every new TikTok that we watch. This regular dude just turns into a contortionist, just on a dime, because he made the face. He's probably like, what the fuck? I didn't know I could do this. So far the Joker face can make you do 4 things. It will make you run away, it'll make you kneel, it'll make you fall in love with him, or it'll just give you a new skill that you didn't know you had. It'll turn you into like a contortionist, maybe it'll teach you how to skateboard. Oh, hey man. Whoa, what the fuck? Where did the skateboard come from? Why am I so good at this? What, now I'm cooking creme brulee. I don't know how to do that. Oh, and there it is. Cured Alzheimer's. How? This one's weird too, because all the other ones seem to have some kind of motivation, like they're stealing his wallet or they're gonna kidnap some kid. But this one, he just like walks up to him and just makes the face and changes his life forever. Breaks all his bones. Just walks up to this poor guy and gives him the squishy bones, for God's sake. Also kind of weird that the Joker doesn't even really seem that interested in what's going on. It looks like he's kind of like looking around to see if there's anything more interesting going on. Oh no, they broke up! Oh no, she got a new boyfriend! Oh hell yeah, he's gonna kill him! Jeez, man. What the heck? You wanna date my ex? Not so fast, Buster! You're dead! If my ex even thinks about getting a new boyfriend, I'm gonna break her hand. And your hand too. And then I'm gonna strangle you. And then I'm gonna make a scary face at you. The kind of face that'll turn your bones into pipe cleaners, motherfucker. I'm struggling to figure out like what this dude is. Is he a superhero? Because the first couple, it made it seem like he was fighting crime, but now he's just on some petty shit. I guess this is why you don't break up with a superhero. Imagine being on a date with your boyfriend, you guys are holding hands, having a great time, and then your ex-boyfriend Batman comes out of nowhere, runs up behind you and just hammer kicks both of your hands, breaks them both, and then he starts strangling your boyfriend and punching him in the stomach. You're all like, Bruce, stop! And he just keeps on punching him. He's like, I can't have you, no one can. You broke up with me. My God, all he did was like yell at him, and breaks his spine over his knee. I really hate how intensely it looks like he's breathing. It looks like my dog when she's about to... It seemed like the bone cracking sound effect was at the wrong part of that TikTok, because it made it seem like he spun that guy around so fast that he broke his neck. He was just gonna slap you because you tripped him and you straight up paralyzed him, buddy. Also, yeah, wait, they're trying to make him seem like the bad guy. Like he really got his comeuppance when the Joker made the face. But the Joker's friend started it. They tripped him. And he comes back and he's like, hey, do we have a problem or something? Then they straight up, spin him around so fast that his bones crumble and give him the face, which I'm still not sure what that does, but I know it's not good. But honestly, this guy seems the least threatened by the face so far. In fact, he doesn't really even look like he's reacting to it at all. He's just standing there like, what? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Huh? And then it just ends in the middle of this heated confrontation. How long? Okay, I'm not really sure what this one is about. I think he must have just gone through like a breakup or something, or he was on a date because he's got a rose, or maybe he was just on The Bachelor. But he looks upset about something. He's got the rose. He crumples it up. He snaps his own damn neck, and now he's the Joker. And the caption says "Modo sexo activado," and I googled what that means, and it means sex mode activated. Sex mode activated. That sounds like something a horny Power Ranger would say. Sex mode activated! It's fucking time! But wait just a minute and hold the phone. Is this face supposed to be sexy? He's distraught about getting broken up with, but then he snaps his neck, activates sex mode, and he's like, yeah, who needs that bitch? Who needs her, dude? I'm the sexiest guy around. Look how sexy I am. Time to have a sex. I thought this face was supposed to scare people away. Come to find out, it's actually supposed to seduce them. So that's why all the robbers ran away. 'Cause they were prude. Just kidding. When he made the face before and everyone kneeled, was that like, were they gonna... Huh, good for them. Well, I think I could go the rest of my entire life without seeing another Joker TikTok. I think they need to take it back to the drawing board, figure out exactly what the face does, because as of right now, I have no idea. But, with that being said, it's time to talk about our sponsor, Raycon. Greg, we've been seeing each other for a while now, and if this is gonna continue, then I want us to take things to the next level. So, I just gotta ask, will you check out the amazing sound quality on these Raycon earbuds? That's right, this is another video sponsored by Raycon, the company founded by Ray J for Ray J. And us too, for everyone. Let me tell you why I like Raycon. They don't cost too much, in fact, about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. They sound amazing, they've got some pretty bump and bass, which is great for when you're lifting weights, trying to get pumped the F up. And they're small, the carrying case is yay big. The earbuds are even smaller. They just look like cool little high-tech doodads in your ears, so you can take them with you anywhere. They're perfect for working from home, going for walks, going for runs, exercising. I wear them most when I'm working out, which these days, since the gym is closed, consists of doing push-ups and pull-ups in my basement. These little doodads I have here are the E25s, which are their best model yet. These little bad boys boast 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, a compact design, and it gives you a nice noise-isolating fit, so you don't gotta hear all that nonsense going around you, like babies crying and dogs crying and your wife crying. If you don't like the black color, even though I personally think it's the coolest, there are other fun colors as well. So if you want to check these bad boys out and see for yourself just how amazing they are, click the link in the description to get 15% off your order, which is a great deal because these are already like half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. So yeah, click the link in the description below to get 15% off. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Raycon. I know a number of you have already purchased Raycons and are happy with them, so thank you guys. It's honestly very cool of you. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. If you want to get some of this merch or any of the new merch that I just released, go to dannygonzalez.store. The link will be in the description for that as well. Also, let me know how I should fix this. Maybe I'll make a second channel video about fixing it. That would be fun, right? Do a little room makeover. Could be fun. Or maybe I'll procrastinate and leave it like this for months. We'll see. Bye.
This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over.
So why are you still watching this? Hello everybody, welcome back to a second channel video. I'm your host, Gumby. Alright, today we're going through the subreddit again. Full disclosure, I am a little bit worried to go through the subreddit today because I've gotten some tweets saying that the subreddit is in shambles right now, and people said that there's people fighting on the subreddit, so I'm a little bit worried to look, but I haven't been on it in a few days, so I figure I should probably go on there and check it out. So we're gonna sort by top, we're gonna sort by month. Hopefully that will avoid any negative posts. The first time I met Danny was horrible. Okay, not a great start. I just want to start off by saying this is no disrespect to Danny. I'm posting this so you understand meeting YouTubers isn't always going to be a good experience. In no way is this Danny's fault. Is this real? If this is a real story where somebody had a bad time meeting me, I'm gonna feel like shit after reading this. Let's use my critical thinking. Do we think this is real? Honestly, it does sound kind of real at the beginning, but it has a lot of upvotes and awards. I don't know why it would get awards if someone was just like, I met Danny and he was just kind of awkward, but I don't know, let's check it out. Anyways, here's my story with meeting Danny. So basically, me and my friend work at the Baumhard Theater in Kentucky. Usually we don't work backstage when a show is on, but my manager let us, knowing how much we wanted to see the tour. Me and my friend were just backstage goofing around when I noticed Danny glancing over at us. I don't know what I'm about to do in this story, but I just want to defend myself and say they were backstage goofing around. So, I mean, what would you do personally if you saw this? If this was your tour and you saw two of your fans goofing around backstage, would you not go ballistic on them? Would you not have them booted from the show? I'm just kidding, obviously. I flash him a quick smile and wave. I didn't think much of it until I noticed how angry Danny looked. He then started sprinting at me and screamed, "Get back to work." Okay, so this is fake. He grabbed my shoulders and threw me up into the air onto the stage. Okay, so this is real. He picked me up and started kicking me around like a soccer ball. Curtis and Drew screamed, "Oh no, Danny, not again." Luckily, some considerate Gregs climbed onto the stage and carried me off. Thank God that was fake, dude. If the most upvoted post on my subreddit was someone being like, I met Danny and he was an asshole, that would be the worst day of my life. But luckily, this is fake, all right? Don't believe this. Don't believe this for 1 second, dude. This did happen and I started beating them up, but Curtis and Drew actually joined in and helped. Yo, look at this fan art, dude. This is awesome. Looks just like me. I guess before I got a haircut. I got a haircut just today, so my hair's a little bit shorter. I look naked now, but back when I had long hair, this was me. I look just like Danny. I'm censoring for privacy reasons. Even though you're censoring your face, I'm just gonna come out and say, I don't see it. The arm looks nothing like my arm. This arm hair is like way too dark to be my arm. All right, look at this. So your arm looks nothing like my arm is basically what I'm trying to say. Can we get some more arm doppelgangers in the subreddit? Except not actually though, because I feel like that'll just take over the subreddit if I ask for that. No arms, please. Oh no. My dad watching Danny with other dads. Yeah, I didn't really think about this when I asked people to show their dads on the subreddit. You know, not everybody has a dad, but this is pretty tight, dude. Your dad is kind of swagged out right now. Very cool little case that you got him in. I had a lot of complaints about the last dad with his cable management. This dad, honestly, I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10. Not gonna lie. You fitted him out pretty well. He's carrying on in luxury. This is actually pretty funny if you don't get sad. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm if the person who posted this is okay with like laughing about it. I guess they posted this, so I assume that they're cool with it. Yeah, okay. They're responding with jokes about him being cremated, so sorry for your loss at any rate. Very swaggy urn and 10 out of 10 dad. Danny and Danful. Oh, Danny, Dan NY and Dan FL. The Dan FL is also the Dan Football League. It's like the NFL, but the Dan FL. So you could have made it that as well. But this is nice. This was funnier in my head. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like a breathe out of the nose, like a little exhale out of the nose funny. But you know, I appreciate it nonetheless. You could have made Danil, DANIL, and done my home state of Illinois. And then it would have almost been like Daniel. I feel like that would have been better, honestly. Danny and Dan. And then you could have shown like me in front of the bean or me in front of cornfields. That's pretty much all Illinois is, actually. It's the bean and cornfields. Stupid dream I had. Literally every time Danny is in my dreams, he acts insane. I don't know why. You've dreamt about me multiple times and every time I'm in your dream, I'm insane. Am I the new Hat Man, dude? What the hell? Actually, that'd be pretty sick. I haven't seen any influencers. You know, you see influencers like entering different industries, like Logan Paul's coming out with like a beverage, Mr. Mr. Beast has like burgers now. I want to enter like the dream space, not the dream SMP, but like people's dreams. I want to become a new recurring character in people's dreams. You got the old hag, you got Hat Man. I want people to start seeing Danny when they have sleep paralysis. Hey guys, LOL, it's me, Danny. So hey, haha, it's me, LOL. So fuck all of you guys, go fucking kill yourselves. I'm literally not even joking. Holy shit. Later on Twitter, hey guys, so and then I'm posting my dick on Twitter? The fuck? Oh, and Curtis is here too. Guys, I don't know what's going on with Danny. He won't answer anybody. He's gone missing. Wasn't the other post that I talked about on here where someone had a dream about me leaving like cryptic messages? It was like follow the cat or something. Okay, yeah, please find me, follow the cat. Okay, so here's the new dream lore, all right? I'm gonna start being a recurring character in people's dreams now, but instead of like sitting on your chest or standing in the corner of people's rooms like the old hag and the Hat Man, I'm gonna get lost and people have to find me. So maybe if you have sleep paralysis, I'll be kind of like hidden in your room and there will be clues and you have to find me. If someone could add me to the villains wiki, actually, that would be sweet. And we can just kind of create some lore and then maybe people will dream about me. Later on the news, so investigators are, oh my god, there he is. And I'm running down the street. Dude, what the fuck, man? It's funny now, but in the dream it was really realistic and everyone was super freaked out and worried. Yeah, I'd imagine that in the dream that would be like really worrisome. Thank you to your dream self for being concerned for me though. I'm glad that you weren't just like, oh, this guy's insane, I gotta stop watching this guy. And you were like, I'm worried about Danny. That really says a lot about the character of your dream self. I'm just thinking that would be so fucking funny if like other people that didn't even know who I was started dreaming about me. If like it became a thing amongst like sleep paralysis culture. I don't even know if that's a thing. Let's make it happen, guys. If it's not a thing, let's start it. Just another day in the Tobey Maguire subreddit. No, dude! Get out of here with that! This is not Tobey Maguire's subreddit. Get him out of here. Why does this have so many awards? Wholesome award. This is not a wholesome. Giving this poser awards on my subreddit. Getting him one of the top voted posts. Get this thing out of here. This is my dad with a Danny Gonzalez balloon he made. That's sick. I mean, like, the fact that he, like, got kind of the general shape of my hair is, like, really cool. He didn't just, like, do any old standard, like, balloon person. I feel like he actually made it look like me on purpose. That's kind of insane. It looks just like me, actually. Can we get a side-by-side real quick? It looks like me. Epic, kind of scary though. Yeah, this is kind of scary. I like that my hands kind of look like hooves or like white coffee beans. It does kind of look like something, and this is no disrespect to your dad because it's very cool, but just being the nature of like kind of looking like a doll, this kind of looks like something that would appear over your bed at 3 a.m. And thus, I am going to have to also get this added to the villains wiki as the evil counterpart to my sleep paralysis self. This guy will sit on your fucking chest, actually. Luckily, he doesn't weigh that much because he's made out of balloons, but he will sit on you and he is terrifying. Oh no, dude. I already know what this is from this picture. My friend found an article from 2012 that's a cast list for Hello Dolly at Danny's old high school, and he had like a lead role killer dance move. Dude, I don't even want to watch this, man. I know that it's weird. He always gave off theater kid vibes. Yeah, well, I've also said that I was in theater in high school, so maybe that's why I gave off those vibes. Didn't he say he was in theater in his Reddit video? Yeah, there you go. Oh wait, no, didn't he say he wasn't in theater in his Reddit video? When did I say that? I don't think I've ever said that before. I was in theater in high school. I was in theater and speech. Those were the two things that I did in high school. I would never deny that. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to start fake rumors about me? Toe slurper? Ew. Wasn't expecting to read that username and for it to be so nasty. Yeah, guys, if you see somebody commenting on my subreddit with a name like Toe Slurper, do not trust anything they say, alright? He should have never denied he was in theater. Dude, I didn't deny I was in theater. I never did that. LOL, I was there for this production. During the intermission, Danny came out on stage and called everyone who didn't get up to use the restroom a very naughty turnip. Kind of fucking whack if you ask me. The top comment under that is I truly can't tell if this is a joke or not, and honestly, I can't either. Yeah, this was literally 10 years ago. Oh shit, I graduated high school 10 years ago. Yeah, this was literally 10 years ago. I would have no memory if that was true or not, and honestly, it kind of sounds like some shit that a 17-year-old Danny would do. This is where that IMDb acting credit comes from. Yeah, my leading role in my high school performance of Hello Dolly. That's sort of how I got into the industry. Let him into Juilliard! Thank you. Actually, this is the only appropriate place to comment that, and I do appreciate that. Thank you. Why does he look exactly the same? Because I am the same, alright? I'm the same person. The stiffness of his body makes me cringe, no offense, Danny. Yeah, that's just kind of how I was back then, dude. I was stiff as hell. Where's Danny? But I made an actual Danny character to find. He's in there and he needs some critical thinking skills to be found. Oh shit. Whoa, you did make a little Danny. Oh, cool. So I gotta find this fool who's holding some kind of cane/bat device. Shit. Oh, wait. Is that me? He's wearing a Greg hoodie. Wait, did I find myself right away? He's holding a cane. I think that is me. Did I literally find myself that fast? Jake, if you're editing this, don't even edit that down. I want them to see how fucking fast I found myself, dude. That is me right there. I've got a cane. I've got a blue hoodie. I feel like I found that in literally like 5 seconds. That was absolutely mental. My critical thinking skills are off the charts. This is insane. I hope that is me though. Otherwise I'm gonna look like an idiot. Because the hair isn't exactly the same. But it's similar. No, that's me. And I'm not gonna spend any more time on it. They're so adorable. Yeah, we are. Look at me, dude. I'm straight up asleep. God damn, that's such a cute picture too. Look at us. 2 little peas in a pod. He looks so drunk. Dude, I'm literally asleep in this picture. Danny, you have to explain this picture. I need an explanation. What's going on here? Honestly, I just took this picture in my room one time and it's been my profile picture for literally like 6 years. Maybe I should get a new profile picture. I don't know. I don't even really do my hair like that anymore. I also like photoshopped this really poorly. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed. I didn't like cut out the background all the way. There's like little parts in the middle of my hair where you can see the background. I've honestly never been a huge fan of this profile picture. It just kind of happened and I just kind of stuck with it. Maybe one day I'll change it. Who knows? Didn't Curtis change his? Or was that just a joke? Yeah, Curtis, I think, edited his face to have his mustache and his longer hair on his already existing profile picture. So maybe I should just edit this. Maybe I should just copy Curtis. That's kind of a good idea. Maybe I'll just make Curtis's profile picture my profile picture. Okay, honestly, I'm not seeing any of this like arguing going on the subreddit. Where is this? I like this. POV, you are the meme. I like that. Oh shit, wait, oh, is this a little video about my new couch? Okay. I guess I'm curious to see what people think about the new couch in the comments. On the last video I posted that had the new couch, people were pretty into it. It's a nice couch. Look at it. Nice leather, very comfortable. I'm sitting back there all the time, dude. When I need to get some work done, I'll go sit back there. It's kind of nice. Now I've got multiple places to sit in here. I feel like it really makes it feel more homey. But I understand I didn't address it or anything. And so people were kind of like, whoa, what the fuck is going on back there? And for your information, I didn't get rid of the IKEA shelf, okay? In fact, I can show you. It's just over there. So here's the couch and it's just right over there, okay? So it's still happy. It's still got stuff on it. Everything's fine. All right, let's see what people are saying about it. In time of political confusion amongst us Gregs, let's lift our heads, join hands, and focus on what really matters. What we've loved, what we've lost, and before we lose anyone else. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Is this person referencing what people were talking about in my Twitter mention? What political confusion amongst Gregs? Very upsetting that the shelf was replaced with no explanation, ceremony, or mention. It just vanished. A ceremony for a shelf? There's no ceremony is necessary, all right? The shelf is happily over there. It's by the window now, all right? It's getting some nice sunlight. I put some guitar stuff on it, so whenever I'm playing my guitar, I'm over there interacting with the shelf, okay? The shelf is fine. Also, it's a shelf.
Here's my shelf. This is a little storage thing from IKEA.
Why is it making me kind of emotional, dude? It's just a shelf. Getting teary-eyed over here, dude. Make this look like Danny's search history, no wrong answers. Danny Gonzalez first name? How to slap someone with legal. Side effects of living like the Liver King. Can you eat raw liver? Okay, that's kind of shit I was Googling, actually, so that's pretty good. How to get critical thinking in my subreddit. How to get LaCroix to sponsor me. Pretty good. Except now, honestly, I don't even want him to sponsor me anymore. You know what? I'm happy to just drink whatever freaking sparkling water I want. Honestly, I've never felt so free than I do now that I can drink any brand of sparkling water. I can switch it up anytime I want. So this is honestly for the best, all right? I can't be tied down to LaCroix unless they wanted to fork over just a little bit of cash. But, you know, it's fine. How many nipples do rats have? I specifically do remember looking that up when I was filming the rat tattooing video. I was like, I know they have many nipples, but I need to know for sure how many they have. All right, I gotta find wherever this political discourse is. Maybe I gotta go to top within the past week then. That's when I've been getting these DMs. Me returning to the subreddit after 2 days away and everything is fucking crazy. Where's the crazy shit? Oh, we got a dad in here though. My dad bought these cord concealers just for Danny. That's, okay. Honestly, personally, I would prefer the cables to go in the wall, but that's definitely better than whatever this dad had going on. These cables are everywhere. So I'll give you like a 7 out of 10 on the cable management. Pretty good dad though. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Also, you can get cable runners that are like the same color as the wall so that they blend in a little bit better. So if you don't want to go into the wall, I would at least recommend that. Maybe just paint it or something. Go landlord style and just freaking put a slab of paint over that. I don't know what the Gregolution is, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask. Okay, so is this what people were talking about? A Gregolution? Greglotion? Is it really Greglotion? That just makes it sound like you're saying like Greg Lotion wrong. Danny has become a dictator, so we started Gregulation. Okay, there's 3 different spellings of Gregolution in here. There's Greglotion, Gregulation, as in congratulations, and Viva la Gregolution, which is what I feel like it should be. So people are rebelling against me. You know, maybe if they had me on their side, they'd be able to fucking spell. That's all I can say. So we started the Gregulation to fight against his Iron Fist rule. We want back upvotes, awards, LaCroix, freedom for the Nutcracker guy, etc. We still want him to be king. We want more equality between us, Danny. Dude, what is going on? What is this? Come on, guys. What? Let's sort by new here so that we can see what people are posting about. Okay, literally like every post on the subreddit is about this now. Little Nutcracker guy doesn't deserve this. He is a beacon of joy, a presence in our life. He does not deserve to be used as this war's pawn. You guys are hurting him. People are creating political spectrums for you to be on? What the fuck, dude? What is the Gregolution? Okay, this one's spelled differently also. Gregolution. So people are making this like fake rebellion because I said that I want all of the awards on my subreddit. That's what this is all about. And they think the Nutcracker's being treated unfairly. Dude, this guy wants to be here, all right? I try to get him to leave. He's the hardest working motherfucker I know, all right? He clocks in early, he stands there all day, and he doesn't leave. He's the last one to leave, all right? I try to get him to leave. He likes it, and he's paid very handsomely. Nutcracker, blink twice if you're being held captive. Blink twice if you're a Greglotionist. He's fine. In terms of the awards, I understand that, you know what, there is some good content in the subreddit and people should be rewarded for those things. I don't even know how to respond to this. This is so strange. Take the awards. I don't care. I don't need them. I don't need them. Take the awards if you want to. Can we just get the subreddit back to normal, please? I'm a little worried about you guys. Danny, encourage people to think more critically. They do it and gave me fun puzzles. They used too much of their critical thinking skills and started a Gregulution, and then I'm like, oh shit, I guess I really created a monster, didn't I? You guys are too smart now. There's like a whole culture in here that I don't even understand. How am I like out of the loop in my own subreddit, dude? Here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm making a post on here. It's gonna be called the Gregulation is over. Please stop this nonsense. You can have the awards. I will keep the Nutcracker. He is fine. I promise. Post. All right, well, I guess that fixes that. The rebellion is over. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sparkling Water Power Hour, where I'm gonna chug this entire sparkling water and it's gonna take me an hour. Welcome back to the second channel. Thank you for coming back. It's gonna be a really exciting time today. I've been having a good week. I hope you have as well. We're gonna get into the subreddit. Should be lots to talk about this week. I've had a lot going on, which if you've been in the subreddit, you could probably tell, but I was visiting Curtis in Toronto for his birthday. I surprised him. That was really fun. I ran my half marathon. I think there was about 24 hours in between when Curtis's birthday celebration ended and when I was waking up to run that half marathon. So I think there will be posts about that so we can get into it. But overall, it was a very fun week. Also, sorry for the mess behind me. I know I joked about it in a previous episode about like, did I paint my wall or did I move? We're moving right now. We're in the process of like getting settled and stuff. So over the course of the next few episodes, you'll probably see a change back there a bit. Just trying to get things settled and whatnot. So yeah. Okay, let's hop into the subreddit and let's see what's been popping off here this week. You're removing one of Danny's facial features every day. Meanwhile, Danny is adding one muscle every day. Let's go, dude. Look at that sweaty mess of a man. You know, in terms of things that could be at the top of the subreddit this week, this is phenomenal, honestly. A post just saying Danny has muscles. Hell yeah, dude. This is great. This is the only picture I've seen of him where he doesn't look like he's 14. I know, right? He looks like he's 15 in this picture. Okay, well, okay. It's a subtle improvement. I think this was like right at the end of the half marathon, I think. It must have been close to it, if not like at the very end, because I dumped water on my head. That's why I'm drenched. This is not all sweat, I promise. Some of it is actually just water that I dumped on my head, although there was a lot of sweat. Overall, my half marathon went pretty well. And by pretty well, I mean, actually, I wish it went a lot better. I posted on my Instagram story that I beat my last time by like a minute. I think it was really like 2 or 3 minutes, but I was hoping to do so much better. And I had been running so much better in my practice. I think my overall pace for this half marathon was like 8:30 per mile. And I had been running, practicing with the intention of like running at like a 8-minute pace, 8 minutes per mile. And I think I just totally fucked up, honestly. I still don't really know what it was, but I have a lot of excuses, and those are what are getting me through the days right now. I think the biggest thing was I run usually when I'm doing like just regular training runs between an 8-minute and an 8:20-minute mile, never faster than like 7:55. And this will happen sometimes on runs. My watch was telling me that I was running a lot slower than I actually was. It told me I ran the first 2 miles at like a 9:30 pace. So for those first 2 miles, I kept being like, shit, I'm going slow. I need to speed up. And then after those 2 miles, or after like 4 or 5 miles, I was like gassed. I was like, why the fuck am I so tired? I haven't even been running that fast. My heart rate was like up, skyrocketing, and turns out, I looked at my running app afterwards, turns out I actually ran the second mile at a 7:30 pace, which is like 30 seconds faster than I was intending, or than I ever run. Like, I had no business running that fast. I think it was just like adrenaline and me trusting my watch, which I never should have. Then I was just kind of tuckered out the rest of the race, and yeah, maybe I can show my splits on screen, but it wasn't pretty. But I ended up besting myself from last year. And that's really all that matters, you know? All these other people around, they're not important. It's not important who else you beat aside from yourself. Sort of a masochist in that way. Danny Gonzalez. Up until like the past couple weeks, I had been in the gym a lot. I kind of go back and forth between like lifting weights and running. And then when my running schedule gets like a lot heavier, then I find less time to lift because I'm so tired. So I kind of go back and forth. I'll spend like 3 months going to the gym 3 times a week. And then I'll spend a few months like running 5 times a week, and then I'm like, shit, I'm not going to the gym. I just ran 10 miles. Now that I finished my half marathon, I think I'm gonna get back in the gym, get even bigger than the Liver King himself. It's a good day to be a gonzaloon. Okay, this is a screenshot of a Snapchat AI conversation that says, what does Danny Gonzalez call his fan base? The AI says, I'm not sure, but we can look it up. What do you mean we? Together. You are the robot. You are like connected to the internet. In the time you said that, you could have already looked it up. So this person says, tell me, and then he responds, Danny Gonzalez calls his fan base gonzaloons. Okay, so you can't look it up. Just say that then. What a crazy lie. I mean, where do you get off, dude? The AI clearly just made that up. That's wild. You'd think a being that has unfettered access to the internet could have just like spat out a very generic response with correct information. See, this is why I'm not so sure about AI, guys. Not so sure we'll be getting the most accurate information from it. Mine said it didn't know. Edit, I asked again and it said Gonzalez groupies. So not only is it a liar, it's also inconsistent. What if AI is actually just people from like an alternate reality? And in this alternate reality, I really do call my fan base gonzaloons. The AI is actually this person who's asking it from an alternate reality. They both think they're talking to AI, but the AI has gotten so sentient that it's actually not a robot. It is actually a sentient being from another realm. Some sort of fucked up reality where I call my fans gonzaloons. I found this funny. Okay, it's 2 notifications. One of my video called I'm Zombies, and the other one of a different video called You're a Grown Man. Ouch. Feels like it's in direct response to my video being like, guys, I uploaded a new video. I'm Zombies. Isn't that crazy? And the other video's like, you're a grown-ass man. Get a job, man, woman, zombies. That's the third gender everybody's been talking about. Oh god, dude, I saw so many comments about this. If you didn't see on my Instagram story, this is the picture of me surprising Curtis. Very fun. I've never surprised anybody before, like done like a surprise birthday thing or anything like that, so I was really excited. I coordinated it with Jenna. Also, Jarvis and Jordan surprised Curtis too later this same day. So we were all like coordinating, how can we surprise Curtis? And I'll give you a little bit of backstory. First, we were thinking like, what if Curtis and Jenna go out for a walk to walk Kiwi, and I like get dropped off from the airport nearby, and I'm just like on a walk, and I just like happen to see them, and it's a crazy thing. Or like we're thinking, what if we meet each other at a restaurant? At one point, I was like, Jenna, just sneak me into your house while Curtis is in a meeting, and I'll put on like a crazy disguise, and I'll freak Curtis out. He'll think there's like an intruder in his house. I actually was gonna bring like a Santa costume, because that's the only disguise that I had in my house. Turned out it wouldn't fit in my suitcase, so I didn't do that. But so that was all the different ideas. But eventually we just decided I'll just come in while Curtis is in a meeting. Jenna will sneak me in. I'll sit at the kitchen counter. Then Jenna will go get Curtis and say she has a birthday surprise. So Jenna brought Curtis down. Curtis was wearing a COVID mask over his eyes so that he couldn't see, which made me honestly almost start cracking up when I saw that. He was like coming down the stairs and I was like about to ruin the surprise because I was expecting him to just have his eyes closed, but he comes down wearing a fucking mask wrong. But anyway, yeah, so then he came down and he opened his eyes and he was surprised. But that being said, I was sitting at the counter like this and I've gotten so many DMs and so many comments about the way that I'm sitting here. People seem to be up in arms and honestly offended about the way that I'm sitting, mainly my feet. Truth be told, I don't know why I'm sitting like this, man. I have no clue. I wasn't a conscious decision. Let me look at the next frame here. Yeah, okay, so that's just a close-up on my feet. I don't know if I was like giddy and just so excited to get out of my chair that I was already kind of like was on my toes. Isn't that an expression when you're like excited, you're like on your toes? The whole surprise was keeping me on my toes. What can I say? So anyway, yeah, this is how I surprised him, like a sweet little ballerina boy. I also kind of look like I'm doing that Michael Jackson dance move. That's how I surprised Curtis, actually. I surprised him by being there and then also by learning a Michael Jackson dance. So when he took off his blindfold, I was like, ow! And I sort of tipped my hat and I got up on my toes and I leaned forward like 70 degrees. And he loved it, honestly. Please somebody make an edit of Danny as a ballerina. Done. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there I am. I have to imagine this is actually not what they meant. I feel like they wanted the toes pointing in it, but you know, this is very nice. I look beautiful. He's just silly like that. I guess I am. After I got so many comments about it, I'm kind of like thinking a lot more, like self-conscious about how I sit now. Every time I'm sitting, I'm like, am I doing something weird right now? Am I on my tippy toes while seated for some reason? Okay, wait, okay, hold on. It's just because I can't reach the ground, okay? That's what it is. Look how high this stool is. That's why I'm like this, okay? I don't sit like this normally when I'm at a normal chair, but this was a high chair. I don't know why it took me this long to realize, but I mean, what else am I gonna do? Like kick my feet in the air? I probably would have got roasted for that too. So I decided to take this opportunity to stretch out my calves or my shins. I don't know, because I don't know exactly what this would be stretching. Yeah, I think I was just stretching, getting prepped. Okay, another post about the way I'm sitting. Surprising Curtis for his birthday is very sweet. But why is Danny sitting like that? Yeah, see, there he is with the... Oh, he had 2 COVID masks on. Yeah, I think Curtis thought that Jenna was surprising him with some sort of, like, eye-based virus, and he didn't want to get infected until it was time to reveal the surprise. Is Danny drinking a beer immediately after a marathon? What a vibe. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm drinking a beer after a half marathon. Excuse me. And I'm also drinking a beer right now. That's right, this isn't sparkling water at all. I'm actually shit-faced. Yeah, this is actually a common thing that I didn't really know about it until I started running. But after pretty much any race, especially like a half marathon or a marathon, you usually get like a complimentary beer. And I believe it's because when you run, you use so much of your body's like sugar storage, which is basically carbs, and beer. What else is beer but carbs, you know? Usually like a beer will have like some kind of sponsorship role in a race like this, and you get a beer. And honestly, it might seem kind of gross to get really sweaty and worn out, tuckered out even, as I said, and drink a beer. But honestly, it's like, it's come to be something that I crave now, where like before the half marathon for a few days, I was telling Laura, I was like kind of like really excited to drink a beer after the half marathon. Just something about it. It's like, I think it's like how hungry you are after like a race like that makes everything taste better. So I was like excited to have a beer that was that refreshing. So yeah, there's me and my little beer. They do only give you a little cup though. At the marathon I ran, they gave me a whole can, but yeah, I was hoping for more than just a little cup. It's actually said to be healthy to drink a beer after sports. Yeah, there we go. It's the carbs. You use a lot of energy when running and carbs help replenish. Okay, you want to know what's something even grosser than beer? At least to me anyway. When I was running the Chicago Marathon last year, Laura was running also, there was a stand that was giving out shots of pickle juice. For me at that point in a marathon, as someone who already doesn't like pickles, that sounded absolutely heinous to me. I was like, if I even smelled pickle juice right now, I would throw up. But Laura had some because she likes pickles. And apparently it like gave her new life. I guess when you're running, like you lose carbs because you're using energy, but also the thing that you lose is like salt because you start sweating it all out. I don't know if you've ever tasted your own sweat or a friend or anything like that, but sweat is very salty, and so when you sweat a lot, your body loses a lot of salt. So Laura said she had that shot of pickle juice and it like saved her life. And actually, I have heard that there are sports drinks, like Gatorade-esque drinks, that are basically just pickle juice, which sounds disgusting to me, but if it helps, it helps. Oh shit. Okay, that's literally the next comment. It's either beer or pickle juice. Either way, both are good source of essential nutrients after a run. Beer contains carbs and sugars, and pickle juice contains sodium and potassium. I saw an opportunity, so I took it. I like this. This is actually pretty good. Looks weirdly real. Looks like Daddy Danny saw an opportunity and he took it. He saw an opportunity to take little Danny over a curb at top speeds. This comment says aesthetic. I think they meant aesthetic, but I thought it said athletic. I was like, I guess I do look pretty athletic in this picture too. Running very fast, pushing a stroller. This is what a real athlete looks like, folks. Don't get it twisted. Oh shit. Okay, here's another Snapchat AI conversation. Are you a Craig or a Greg? Oh, they misspelled Craig. Are you a Creog or a Greg? And then they said, I don't consider myself either a Craig or a Greg, but if I had to choose, I'd probably be a Greg. Let's go. Very nice. What a beautiful conversation. He looks so confused. The hell? I guess I do. I don't even know what video this is from. So we were not only celebrating Curtis's birthday, but it was also Jordan and Jarvis's birthday. That's why it was like it was a whole big thing. The night of Curtis's birthday, we took a limo to a karaoke bar. So that's where this is from. I don't know why I look like I am so out of it, dude. Low-key, I actually hate seeing candid pictures of myself, I think is what I'm starting to learn. I think I actually don't like finding out what I look like when I'm not completely paying attention to how I look. You know what was probably happening? In my head, I probably thought in this moment that I was like vibing and I was having a good time. I probably thought I was smiling right here. I've gotten comments on this a lot and I know this is a thing that I do, but I have such resting mean face or just like pissed. I just like, okay, this is my resting face. Ready? Unless I am elated, that's what my face looks like. Someone could give me a gift and I'm happy and I could be saying nice things, but my face will just look like this. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Thank you. Yeah, no, I love it. That's just how I express emotions. I don't really know why. I often try to make a conscious effort not to do that, but in this case, I clearly was not, dude. I think I was having a good time, but I look like I'm lost. I look like I actually don't know who any of these people are. All of like my closest friends in a limo with me for a birthday celebration. I look like I gotta go home. Dan the man looks like he's about to visit a couple's house and witness the death of their young spider. This is honestly probably how I looked when that whole thing was going down. That's not saying much because this is probably how I look a lot of the time, but this is probably how I look. Danny kind of always looks confused. What do you know? You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. There we go. See, this is what we wanted. Ballerina Danny. Can someone make me Michael Jackson too? I feel like Michael Jackson does this dance too. This is one of the rare occasions when I smile, but I do like how much I'm smiling in this picture as I'm waiting to surprise Curtis. See, that was like a really exciting moment. That's when you get the smile. But other than that, I look to be dead inside. Ooh, okay, let's see. What kind of bad ad do we have here today? The strangest looking kid in the world sees an ant and gets the genius idea while making the most horrifying face. I've got a great idea. He's gonna piss on the ant. Oh, the ant is calling to his friends. If you were an ant, what would you do? Tolerate or avenge? Would you tolerate getting pissed on to death? Probably not. Although I am curious what this game would be if you did click tolerate. Like, I have a feeling this game is gonna be about, like, being an ant and building an ant army to get revenge or something. But what would the game be if you just click tolerate? Would you just be getting pissed on? It's like now it's just a game about being an ant getting pissed on. Damn. Did not really seem like an eye for an eye situation. You know, it was a gross prank, but I don't think it warranted destroying his family's home. Another Snapchat answer. Danny Gonzalez's male fan base is called Gonzalenians. His female fan base is called the Danettes. Weirdly, like, misogynist? Why do females get a different name that's like Little Dan? They're the Danettes. Us boys, we're the Gonzalenians. That doesn't even, like, flow well. Honestly, the Danettes is the better name. Those sound like pastry names. They kind of do. Yo, can I get a custard Gonzalenian and what are those little Strawberry Danettes. 5-minute crafts has become completely unhinged. All right, let's watch this shit. I feel like I've seen some of their videos lately and they're just like not even crafts anymore. Like they have fully leaned into just being insane and like getting views that way. They've completely stopped trying to give like useful advice and they're just like, okay, we're crazy now. Yeah, we're just absolutely unhinged. Also, fun fact, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think that I have never reacted to 5-minute crafts before. This might be some kind of Mandela effect type thing, but people always tweet me about 5-minute crafts being like, look what they're doing now. You gotta do an update on 5-minute crafts. I'm trying to remember because I have been making videos for years and I've made a lot of things about like bad life hacks and bad crafts, but I don't think I've ever made a video about 5-minute crafts before. I don't know, maybe I just blew a few people's minds, but that was probably Cody or Drew or I don't know who else. I think Jarvis has made 5-minute crafts videos. Not me. So this very well could be my first time making a video about 5-minute crafts. But hell, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. Okay, she found underwear in her house that aren't hers. So she's like, oh, I have to rip apart a teddy bear. I have to put a spy camera in the teddy bear, in its ass. Cut out the teddy bear's eye. Stick my little finger in there. And then, oh yeah, totally inconspicuous. No one would ever suspect a thing now that one of the bear's eyes is gigantic and has a lens. Oh, and she puts a GPS tracker in. That's not a craft. It was a crafty thing to do in the sense of like shifty and shady, but I wouldn't call it a craft. Now she's printing out. Oh, what the fuck was gonna happen next? It cut off, but right as things were getting interesting. She's starting to create like a conspiracy theory corkboard. Name James, age 34, height 210 centimeters. Those are things you should not have to remind yourself about your boyfriend. She's like, okay, who is this motherfucker again? And what are we doing here? Oh, that's right, James, my boyfriend of 10 years. She ruined a perfectly good teddy bear. Boo! Yeah, everything else in this video is normal except the teddy bear. Except that teddy bears, I was gonna say slander, not slander. Destruction. Disrespect, honestly. She also moved the teddy bear. It was on the couch and she was like, okay, you're gonna get a camera back in your butt and then you're gonna go on this chair now. So I feel like she's drawing a little bit too much attention to the teddy bear. Danny would enjoy this, not gonna lie. What the fuck is this? If I pick up, am I gonna hear Alexander Graham Bell on the other line going, hello, hello? And it's the number 1 calling. I did enjoy that actually. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Doesn't really have anything to do with me, but it was funny. I'll give him that. The other day I was trying to fix my hair and long white, very thick hair fell out of my hair onto my lap in front of me, and I picked it up and I looked at it and I thought, this is probably one of my dog's hairs that got into my hair for some reason, but it would suck if I started getting white hairs pretty soon. Little judgy there, Danny. I wouldn't want to speak too soon about things you don't know jack shit about. That is a strange clip. That's so specific. It's almost like I knew, but I don't think I had any gray hairs at this point. I don't even know what point I was trying to make in this video. I don't know what video this is from. I was just kidding. I think I was just kidding. I was excited to get gray hairs. That girl showing Danny her pet tarantula. No pulse. That's exactly how she said it too. Calm as ever, no pulse. My darling pet is dead. Okay. Let's see if there's anything going on right now. I thought he accidentally put a pic of a random lady in his post and I saw the background. I've been getting a lot of comments on these pictures. This is from my like recent Instagram post if you haven't seen. I've been getting a lot of comments of people being like, okay, Danny, we know these are Photoshop. Nice try. What are you using AI to make it look like you ran a half marathon? He kind of looks like he was photoshopped in. I don't know why these pictures in particular are getting so many of those comments. They look pretty normal to me. I mean, I obviously picked like funny looking ones to go on my Instagram. Yeah, they're just regular pictures, man. I feel like the rise in AI pictures has made everybody so paranoid that like nothing is real. And honestly, that's fair. It's just, you know, cut it out. Everyone who isn't Ghostly Orchid resisting the urge to post their telekinetic powers. Yes, please. Please do not. It's too hard, Danny. Please change this rule. No. The only person I'm willing to accept evidence from is Ghostly Orchid. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me for yet another subreddit extravaganza. I hope you had a good time and I'll see you next time. Please put some very interesting and fun posts about anything related to the channel. Put it in the subreddit. I'd be happy to read it and react to it in the next video. See you then. Bye. Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. If you didn't know, this of course is my second channel. This is not my main channel. If you thought it was, you are sorely mistaken. This is my second channel where I like to get a little bit goofier, a little bit wackier, give you more of a behind-the-scenes look, get a little bit unscripted, and drink LaCroix. Today I've got a nice limoncello LaCroix, my favorite flavor. So about a week ago, I released my video. I made a viral TikTok song. The response has been great. First of all, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the video. It seems like all the feedback on it has been really positive. But since this is like one of the only times I've ever made a video that is like this expansive and has like a narrative to it almost, I do feel like there were some parts where I didn't explain as much as I could have, or maybe I cut some explanation out for the sake of the story and making the video more entertaining and not having it like drag on for too long. And also, I thought it would just be kind of fun to show some like behind the scenes stuff and give you guys like an insight of what it was like to make this video. So I wanted to make this sort of behind the scenes slash Q&A slash deleted scenes video. So that's what this is. It's gonna be all about the TikTok video. I asked you guys on Twitter if you had any questions. I'm gonna be showing some deleted scenes, all that jazz. I know that there's a lot of questions that people have tweeted me, but first maybe let's take a look at some of the deleted scenes from this video. One last thing that I did that I feel like is really the cherry on top that's really gonna help people know that they're supposed to dance to this song is I added in sound effects for the dance portion. Let me know if you can hear them in the track. So these are some cues that will hopefully tell people when and what to dance. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite dance. It's the sound effects dance. So I do have a dance in mind and I hope it works. I'm gonna do it now just to see if it all works out. Clap and slide. I see TikTokers do this kind of slide and then elbow shake. That's meant to be this. I hope people will get that that's meant to be this. And then it's like she don't want to throw hands. So something like ba ba ba. She don't want to throw hands. She just want to throw cake. I see people do like this where they kind of shake their butt and twist out their legs. So there's like two boing boing. Is that a good dance? Do you think the TikTokers are gonna like it? Is the boing boing sound too goofy for shaking your butt? I couldn't think of any other sound to put in there. Yeah, girl, let me see that ass go boing, boing. All right, let's check out some of these questions. Okay, I got a few comments about this. How did you end up getting the baby in the tree? And 2, how did you get the baby to fall out of the tree at the right moment? The shot's actually 2 separate shots combined, one of me dancing and one of me throwing the baby up into the tree, the baby falling down and hitting the ground. I just cut that video so it's just the baby falling out of the tree, combined it with the video of me dancing, and then I could retime it to be timed perfectly, and that's how I did it. Nothing too crazy. I didn't have to climb up into the tree or anything. Actually, I think I have some clips of that, so let's show that. Here's me talking about that. Come to Papa. Going to shoot a video with my baby. All right, we have to figure out how we can get a shot where I'm lip syncing in the foreground and there's a baby falling from a tree in the background. So what I'm thinking is we can just do 2 different shots. And so if the camera's here, I'll be like right here, lip syncing or whatever. And then we edit in a shot of the baby falling from the tree. And I think to do that, we can just throw the baby up into the tree and have it naturally fall down. So let's see how that looks. Why make yourself look like a dad who dips at his son's Little League game rather than someone who could look like a prospective pop star? How did you decide to wear that? And I like how that is in all caps, as if that is like the most offensive thing I could have possibly chosen to wear. I decided on like the goatee and the mustache because I've never had facial hair. I can't even grow that thick of facial hair even if I wanted to, just because of my genetics. So I knew that facial hair would be a semi-good disguise because like no one's ever seen me with facial hair, so you wouldn't expect me to have facial hair. I also thought the sunglasses would be good because one thing that I learned from the Zayden video is like your eyes and your eyebrows are super recognizable. That was one of the things that I had the most trouble with Zayden, was like I couldn't get my eyebrows to look different and I could still tell it was me. So I brought like pretty big sunglasses to cover up my eyes and my eyebrows. And once I had the goatee and those sunglasses, I was like, okay, so it's pretty clear I'm dressing like a 40-year-old man because that's the only person that would have the goatee and the sunglasses. And then the clothes pretty much just followed suit. I just went to Goodwill and picked out stuff that I thought that guy would wear, the guy with the goatee and the sunglasses. Do I look like a different person?
A little bit.
I feel like this just looks like I have cotton balls in my mouth. Do you think I can lip sync with this and it'll look like normal?
For sure.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I feel like it actually does help. I feel like it's making my voice deeper or something too.
Just drop like 3 octaves.
Howdy, y'all. I'm about to premiere my new song.
This is kind of
freaking me out. I feel like I really do look like a different person. I do feel like my mustache is a little crooked, but you know what? Maybe my face is just crooked and that's the problem. Okay, so lots of questions about the disguise. Why didn't you slightly change your voice so it wouldn't be too obvious? Why the hell didn't you use a voice changer? Why didn't you think to change your voice? Did you really not think we would recognize your voice? Why didn't you change it? Why didn't you change the pitch or tone of your voice in the song? Huge giveaway, my dude. I guess that was sort of an oversight. I remember thinking at the beginning, maybe I could just record the whole song with my voice and then pitch it down 1/2 step on the computer, and then it would sound like my voice, but just a little bit deeper, so maybe it wouldn't be so recognizable. Or maybe pitch it up 1/2 step, depending on which sounded better. And it turns out neither of them did. They both sounded like I recorded somebody and then pitched their voice up or down.
I'm a fucking clown.
Maybe that would make it sound less like me, but it would have made the song sound bad and not like a real person. And I wanted to prioritize making a song that people would actually want to use, as opposed to having the perfect disguise. Also, I sort of said this in the video, but like, I really did not expect that many people who knew who I was to see these TikToks. I think I said something like 800 million people use TikTok. I only have 4 million subscribers, so even if a bunch of my subscribers see my videos, it's gonna be pretty small percentage-wise because there's so many more people that use TikTok. So I guess I really underestimated how many of my followers would actually see the video in the first place because of TikTok's algorithm. So that's another reason I thought I was safe. It's not that like I really thought that this disguise would fool all of my followers. I just wanted to look like someone else because like in my head, my followers wouldn't really even be seeing these TikToks, just random people would. So it was more just like covering up my face so I'm not like immediately recognizable as me. This person said, how come you didn't hire someone else to sing the song for you? I think it would have worked if it was sang by a different voice. I half agree with that. That's actually something I didn't think about. Hiring somebody else to sing it for me. That would have been a good idea, and I probably should have done that. I just didn't think of that. The part where you said, I think it would have worked if it was sang by a different voice, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, maybe you're just specifically talking about the disguise. A large focus of the video was the disguise. A lot of people sort of came away from the video thinking that the reason that it failed is because my disguise didn't work, and I don't really think that that's true, because the whole goal of the video was just to get to 50,000 videos. It wasn't to successfully disguise myself. In fact, I honestly think that people figuring out it was me helped in the long run, and I think it definitely helped in terms of making the video more entertaining. If the video had not blown up and also nobody recognized me, there would have been like pretty much no video to make because nothing would have happened. My account would have just like stayed at 10 followers and none of my TikToks would have been seen, and nobody would have made videos with it. There was definitely problems with the disguise, but I don't think that that's the reason that the song didn't blow up. In fact, I think that my disguise being bad actually helped the song blow up, just not for the reasons that I wanted. So I got some posters that I feel like Ned Flames would really dig. Hello. I got a Rick and Morty poster and then a Marvel Avengers poster. I guess I haven't really established too much about like who Ned Flames is as a person, so I'm just sort of flying by the seat of my pants. Just whatever feels right when it comes to him. Honestly, I feel like I'm taking the disguise thing a little bit too far. This video, I keep having to remind myself this is not what this video is about. This video is about trying to get this song popular, and this whole disguise thing has kind of taken up all of the time that I have allotted to do that. So hopefully it works. In hindsight, what is something you feel you could have done to better the chances of getting your desired result with the song? Yeah, so this is sort of along the lines of the same question. Like, if it wasn't the disguise that made it fail, why did it not blow up on TikTok? I actually just saw this video by YoBGS. He uploaded it 4 days ago, right after I posted my video, and it's sort of like a reaction to my video from this dude who is a radio DJ. Obviously, he knows a lot about music and like why certain songs blow up, and he gave his opinion on why the song didn't become as popular as it could have, and I actually agree with a lot of it. So if you want to watch that, I'd highly recommend it. But basically what I think is that there's a few reasons. One is the song didn't commit hard enough to any of the things in particular, with the exception of maybe the I'm a fucking clown line. I think the beat was a great beat for just like a catchy pop song, and at first that's what I thought that I needed for a TikTok song, but looking back on it, I feel like I picked the wrong beat. I should have probably looked more at the songs that were actually getting popular on TikTok, because now I see there aren't really any songs on TikTok that sound like Circus. So I think I should have tried to replicate an actual TikTok song a lot more than trying to get it to just sound like a generic pop song. But even then, I think I would still be worried. That would only work for like the dance portion, but then that wouldn't work for like the POV portion, because that should maybe sound like a heavy metal rock song. Like that's what POVers kind of like to use, like people like Goverbo. So I don't know, it's hard to say if like one beat would work for every portion. Maybe I should have just like released a bunch of different songs for each like line and just made like a bunch of 15-second songs and put them on TikTok. Maybe that would have worked better. Who knows? Since posting your video revealing the whole thing, has the song blown up on TikTok closer to the way you originally wanted it to? Well, not to brag or anything, but now instead of the song having 2,000 videos, it has 4,000 videos. So 50,000, here we come, baby. Are you banned from Illinois public parks due to how many times you threw that baby in the tree? No. That isn't the reason I'm banned from Illinois public parks. It's a different reason. What was the most difficult part of the process? Writing the song, making the videos, creating the persona, etc. Making the TikToks themselves, like actually recording them, wasn't that difficult, but it was a huge pain to every time I wanted to make a video to put back on the mustache and the goatee, and then like get changed again, put on a Ned Flames outfit. That was kind of a hassle. Maybe I would have made more TikToks with the song if it weren't such a pain in the ass to get in that costume every time. Maybe I should have just like stayed in the costume all day and should have lived like Ned Flames for a few days. Definitely the actual hardest part of making the video was editing the entire thing. I had a pretty insane amount of footage that I had to edit. It was, I don't even know if I could guess, but it was probably like 5 hours at least of footage that I had to edit through. But I think really the difficult thing was like turning it into an actual story. Cause like once I was done editing, it was kind of just like a bunch of scenes of me talking to the camera, but you didn't really get a sense of like what was happening from scene to scene, like what the actual story of it was. It was kind of just a bunch of me like doing stuff and not explaining it. Once I thought I was done filming, I actually had to go back and film all of that narration that was me in front of like the purple background, actually like explaining what was happening at each step. And I think that helped the video flow a lot better, but it was a long process. I think I edited for like 6 days, just did like nothing but editing. So that was the hardest part. Oh, this is something that I forgot to mention in the video, but I never talked about. I'm curious to how TikTok views translated to Spotify streams before everyone figured it out. If you noticed any correlation at all, especially since the song wasn't attached to you at all. I don't really remember. I think I remember at some point in the process going to Spotify and seeing that it had 13,000 streams, but I don't remember if that was like after the huge surge of people figured out it was me, if it was like some point before that. I don't remember when that was, but it's not like it had like hundreds of millions of streams on Spotify. It didn't translate that much, but it did translate some, but it's impossible to tell if that's because people recognize me. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, learned a little something more about the process of making this video. Again, I will be disguising myself again. You will not know it's me this time. I guarantee it. Good luck trying to figure it out, bitches. Bye. Hey Greg, I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Pumpkin Time. So it's getting pretty close to Halloween. I've released my Halloween song for the year, Spooky Ho. I've been watching a lot of fun Halloween movies, and I've also been getting a lot of suggestions from people asking if I would review certain Halloween movies. Movies like Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, all movies that I've seen before, but one movie that I've been getting recommended a lot is one that I have never heard of before, and it's called Spookily the Square Pumpkin. A bunch of people have sent me this movie on Twitter and Instagram, and I had never heard of it before. So I watched the movie, and I don't know if I'd even say that it's like a bad movie. It's fine. It's just really weird. It's very unnecessarily brutal at times. And I also can't really make heads or tails of the moral of this movie. It has a really weird moral. The way that the characters treat each other in this movie is very bizarre, and then the way it ends just comes out of left field and really left me wondering what the moral of this movie is supposed to be. So anyway, let's take a look. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy Spookily the Square Pumpkin.
Our story begins as most stories do, with something worth telling, with something that's new. This story takes place on Holiday Hill Farm, where every day is a holiday. Come on along.
Come on, Alon? Come on, Alon. Was he trying to rhyme? The first two lines rhymed, and then he said farm, and I assume he was trying to rhyme something with farm, and so instead of saying come on, or come along, he said come on, Alon, which doesn't rhyme or make sense. So I don't know why he said that. There's some shit that happens at the beginning of the movie that's not really important to the movie, doesn't really have anything to do with the plot, doesn't drive any of the plot at all. There's these two bats, and one of them is trying to eat a ladybug. He's starving. He's trying to eat some breakfast.
I hate fast food. So, let's make this as quick and painless as possible. For me.
So he's cornered this ladybug. He's about to eat the ladybug. The ladybug's like, fuck. But then his friend, or I don't know if it's his girlfriend or his wife, or maybe it's his sister. They never established what relationship these two people have, or two bats have. But she's like, hold on. Don't eat that ladybug, mister. You're giving bats a bad name. Have some granola instead.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's this kind of behavior that gives bats a bad name.
But, Bella, I'm hungry.
Have some granola. Low fat, high protein, and no squirming.
So she's like trying to get this other bat to be a vegan bat, just only eat granola, I guess, instead of eating bugs, which is what bats are supposed to do. But like I said, this has literally nothing to do with the plot, because once the ladybug leaves, then like the plot actually starts. They lift up a leaf, they see something crazy, and so they fly over to the scarecrow, who I think is like in charge of the pumpkin patch.
Oh, Jack, wait till you see what we found. It's amazing.
Boris, Bella, what is it?
Well, it's kind of a,
Oh, you'll see. Follow me.
So he starts walking over, and as he's walking, he trips over these two pumpkins, who I think are like conjoined twins. But instead of like tripping and falling, or like starting to trip and stopping, he just keeps walking.
Where are we going, huh, Jack?
And the two pumpkins are like yelling at him the entire time, like, yo, what are we doing? What's going on? And the scarecrow just doesn't acknowledge them at all. He just keeps walking like a fucking robot and just stares directly ahead with that 1,000-yard stare, like his mind is totally someplace else. It's actually kind of creepy how long he's walking for without realizing that he's tripping over two screaming pumpkins. Like, what could he possibly be thinking about that is distracting him from the fact that he's been tripping for the past 5 minutes? But when he finally gets over to where the bats were, he lifts up the leaf, and lo and behold, it's a square-ass pumpkin.
A square whoever. Impossible. Why, hello there, little fella.
And his name is Spookly.
What's your name?
Spookly?
So the whole pumpkin patch comes over and looks at this square pumpkin, and I thought they were all just gonna be like, oh, neat. That's kind of weird, a square pumpkin. But this is a children's movie. They're trying to teach a lesson, so immediately, you know, they need to start with the conflict. So this little pumpkin, he's one of the conjoined twins, Little Tom, just immediately starts going in on Spookly, just ripping into him.
Isn't he the cutest thing?
Cute? You're not gonna let that orange brick grow here with the rest of us, are you? He's not like us. He's a freak of nature. A mistake.
He calls him a freak of nature and a mistake? Like, holy shit. I'm pretty sure Spookly's a baby, because they just found him, right? He must be a brand new pumpkin, so he's a baby. He calls him a freak of nature, a mistake, a weed.
A weed.
All pretty mean things to say to a baby. Then to make matters worse, he starts singing a whole ass song about how ugly and weird Spookly is, and the whole pumpkin patch joins in.
All the pumpkins in this patch are nice and round. We all match. But not Spookly. Look at him.
Spookly the square pumpkin.
Do you see what I mean about being unnecessarily brutal? First, this one dude is roasting this poor baby that looks different, and then like the whole town joins in a song about how weird this kid looks. Imagine like a baby being born in the hospital and having some unique feature about them that makes them look different than everyone else, and like the doctor's like, ugh, what the fuck is up with this baby, dude? This thing is a fucking freak of nature. And then like one of the nurses comes in and starts snapping. The parents start dancing, even they're in on it, and they start singing, what the fuck is up with this kid? And the whole hospital comes in to look at the ugly little baby, and they all have like a dance number that they're doing, and the baby's just sitting there like, I don't even know how to talk yet, but I still think I'm getting the sense that everyone doesn't like me.
In every patch, in every town, the pumpkins they pick are nice and round.
That's true. It happens every year. The best will get picked.
I guess you'll rot here.
I guess you'll just rot here? Holy shit. Jesus, man. You little square-ass bitch. You think anyone could ever love you? You're gonna fucking die before anyone loves you. No one will ever love you. Ugly baby. Ugly baby.
Look at Spookly, look at him. He's so odd, he won't fit in.
I can't believe the whole town joined in to sing this song. It seemed like maybe someone was gonna give poor Spookly a chance, but no. They're all racist against square pumpkins.
It's hard to fit in when you found you're a square and the world is round.
Loser!
Look, 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 look. He's a rectangular. Look, look,
He's so triangular? That's just not true. They said he was rectangular, and then I guess we're looking for a rhyme, and the only thing they could think of was triangular, but that's just a lie. Not only are these pumpkins racist, but they're also dumb. So the song ends, and I have to say, Spookly takes all this pretty well for being a literal infant. He just goes off into the patch and sulks for a little bit.
Staying in the patch is one thing, but there's no way, no how, and not the slightest possibility that Pointy over there is going to be allowed in the Jack Olympics.
Oh, gosh.
Little Tom goes on this whole rant about how Spookly's not a real pumpkin because he's a square, so he can't be a part of the patch, but he most definitely can't be part of the Jack Olympics. I just killed a fruit fly. The Jack Olympics are basically this competition they have every year to see who gets to be the pick of the patch on Halloween.
And the winner of the Jack Olympics is how we named the pick of the patch for Halloween.
They never really explain what that is, but I assume it's just like the pumpkin that gets put in the front for people who are coming to buy pumpkins on Halloween, like this is the pumpkin you want. So this brings up an interesting point, and I don't think that the writers really intended for people to examine the movie in this way, but do these pumpkins know what happens to pumpkins when they're bought by humans? The whole movie, they're like fawning over getting picked by a human. It seems like their sole purpose in life is to get chosen by a human. I'm just worried about the Jack Olympics is what I'm trying to say, because if the human world that we live in is the same as like the human world in this movie, then all of these pumpkins are competing in a tournament of skill and where the winner gets to get murdered. They all want to be like the best pumpkin in the patch, so a human will come along and cut off their head and
scoop out their guts.
Cut holes in their face for eyes, or actually I guess they already have eyes, so I don't know what they'll do for that. Maybe they just poke them out. Either way, it seems like a pretty gruesome fate and not a very good prize for winning a tournament. Spookly, listen dog, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but if I were you, I'd be pretty happy to be excluded from the Jack Olympics. The scariest part is I feel like the pumpkins have no idea what happens when they get picked by a human, but I feel like the Scarecrow does. Like, he's sort of the ringleader around here. It seems like he's in charge. There's no way he doesn't know what goes down when a human picks a pumpkin. He's sort of like this goofy, kind, and caring figure on the outside, but deep inside he knows he's leading these pumpkins to their death. And sure, maybe it's a kid's movie, and I'm way over analyzing it, but if you're gonna make a whole movie about personified pumpkins, people are gonna have some questions. Anyway, Spookly's back in the middle of the pumpkin patch, and he's all sad, so he starts singing his own song.
If I was round, then you'd see they wouldn't make fun of me.
And so far, the only two songs in this movie have the exact same premise. The premise being, Spookly's not round. And that's no good.
If I was round, I would be more like them and less like me. And maybe I would fit right in if I was round, if I was more like them.
He's also singing around all of these faceless pumpkins, which kind of concerns me. Like, why don't these pumpkins have faces? Are these like fetus pumpkins, like they haven't been born yet? Like this is where Spookly came from? Or worse, are these pumpkins dead? Is Spookly singing this song about how sad he is in a field of
corpses?
Or do only some pumpkins come to life and the rest are just regular ass pumpkins? That'd be like if some babies came out when they were born and like some just don't have faces and you're like, oh, it's just one of a regular baby. These ones are just for decoration, and you put it on your mantle, and then you can just set it down, and it just stays like that. Ugh. I don't like that I had that thought. I don't like that I came up with that. I don't like thinking about that. I don't like that at all. So if you win the Jack Olympics, on top of being pick of the patch, you also get a
candy corn crown.
Did somebody say candy?
And there's this group of spiders that really want the candy corn crown, so they're like, what? Well, if we help Spookly win, then we can get the candy corn crown. So they offer to help Spookly win the Jack Olympics.
You know, Spookly, I think there's an itsy-bitsy spider inside of you.
Gross.
And we're gonna help you win that delicious, scrumptious, mouth-watering, sugar-coated crown. Aren't we, boys?
Well, let's get the Jack Olympics started. Sure you can. Come on.
Besides, you'll never know if you never try.
Aw, what a sweet moment. A little bit of motivation for Spookly. I think things are finally gonna turn around. So you can probably guess what's gonna happen now. They're gonna do the Jack Olympics, and even though everyone doubted Spookly, he's still gonna do really well at the Jack Olympics. He's gonna win. Everyone's finally gonna respect him, and that'll be the end of the movie, right? Nope. Dude, he fucking loses. He sucks so bad at all the events. It's hilarious. The first event, it's a race. He gets trampled. Practically drowns in a puddle of mud. People whiz by him so fast he spins around all like a cartoon. I guess it is a cartoon, but he spins around like a cartoon. Spins around for too long, if you ask me. I thought this movie was gonna be like, just because you're different doesn't mean you can't be just as good at things as everyone else, you know? Just because you're a square pumpkin doesn't mean you can't kick the other pumpkin's ass in the Jack Olympics. You can do it if you put your mind to it, but no. The writers were just like, nah, dude, basically, if you're not normal, you're gonna fucking suck at everything. You're not gonna be able to do all the things that the other people can do. Basically, what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose at everything all the time, and we're making this movie for children to introduce you to that harsh reality right away. He fails at all the other events too, bowling, which obviously you have to be a round pumpkin to do, so he doesn't even make it to the pins. This movie is brutal, dude. Spookly can barely even walk between events. He's like dragging himself along the ground. Everyone's probably like, you know, at first we didn't want you to compete because you're different and we thought that was weird, but now we just don't want you to compete because you're making everyone sad. Everyone feels really bad for you. Can you please stop? Because you're making everyone sad. The majority of this movie is just this poor baby getting humiliated in front of the whole town.
I think I fell on my stem.
So yeah, in case it wasn't clear, he loses. He doesn't win. This girl named Bobo wins.
The winner is Bobo with 3 points.
She won every single event. She deserved to win. And Spookly didn't finish any of the events. He didn't even, let alone place. He didn't finish any of them. The race, he didn't finish because he doesn't know how to walk. Bowling, he couldn't even make it to the pins. The other one, he just flew into the sky. He had no chance. So the competition is over, and for a second I was like, wait, is this how the movie's gonna end? Is it just gonna end with Bobo winning, and Spookly is still like the town idiot? The gourds even break out into this happy song and start singing, and everyone's celebrating.
Let's get this party started. Hit it, girls.
But it's not the end, because just then, a huge-ass storm comes out of nowhere. It's this giant thunderstorm. It starts raining, wind starts blowing. Basically, it blows all of the pumpkins into a wheelbarrow and then pushes the wheelbarrow towards the edge of a cliff. Then a flaming branch falls off of a tree and pins the scarecrow down to the ground. He's about to burst into flames. It gets so intense so fast. Just moments ago, they were all doing the Transylvania twist, and now they're gonna fucking die. But guess who's not in any danger? That's right. Spookly.
Spookly realized sitting there, it's fine to be round while the weather is fair. But there are times it's better to be a square.
This scene is actually like scary and worrisome. Everyone is screaming for their lives like they're worried they're about to die. It's pretty heavy for a children's movie. They're screaming shit like, we're gonna die.
We're gonna die!
But Spookly, being the square little beast he is, manages to climb up the water tower and block some of the water so that it flows over him and onto the scarecrow and put out the fire. Not sure why the rain didn't do that. It's raining pretty hard. And then he saves the pumpkins. He blocks the wheelbarrow from going over the edge of the cliff. They all get off the wheelbarrow and they love him now.
Hi, everybody. You saved our lives, Spookly.
So that's pretty much the ending. Very interesting ending. I'm still trying to figure out what the moral of the story is. It's like, if you're not normal, if you have some weird difference about you, people aren't gonna respect you. People are gonna think you're weird, you're gonna lose at everything. And pretty much everyone's gonna hate you, unless you save everyone's life. People will only respect you if you save them from certain death. and they feel eternally indebted to you. That's the only way anyone will ever like you, if you're even the slightest bit different. Then they all do the Transylvania twist again. Then at the very end of the movie that night, the farmer comes out of his house, the farmer who owns the whole farm, the only human we see for the whole movie.
Well, I'll be a square pumpkin.
And he sees the square pumpkin and he's like, wow, this is beautiful. Look at this amazing square pumpkin. And he brings the square pumpkin, he puts it on his porch, and then we cut to like a little bit later and he's glowing. So I can only assume that the farmer like put a candle inside of Spookly. I don't want to look too much into it or think about how he did that, but I'm pretty sure that he put a candle in that pumpkin. And all the pumpkins look at him and they're like, wow, he's not so bad after all. And that's the end of the movie. So my big question is, did they just expect us to not realize that this is a blatant knockoff of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? But instead of reindeer, it's pumpkins. And instead of having a red nose, it's being square. The title of the movie even follows the same formula. It's like, name the weird trait, species, creature, whatever. Guys, this video was sponsored by ExpressVPN, the best VPN in the whole dang world. My favorite place to sit down and write videos, and where I wrote this video that you just watched, is at a coffee shop. I feel like it's a great place to get work done. I can get really focused and there's not a lot of distractions around me. It's not like being at home where I can play with my dog or kiss my wife. I love doing work at coffee shops, but the thing that always scares me about doing work at coffee shops is whenever I like log in to my YouTube account or my bank account or anything like that on public Wi-Fi, I'm always really worried because on public Wi-Fi you're super susceptible to getting hacked, people seeing your data, especially when you're entering in passwords and stuff like that. So that's why I use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN encrypts your data, which prevents people from seeing it if you're using a public network. And ExpressVPN offers the fastest speeds compared to other VPNs. They have server locations in 94 countries. It works on pretty much any device you would use. I have it on my laptop. I have it on my phone. It's easy to use. You can connect with just one click. Watch me do it. There it goes. One click. That's all I needed. ExpressVPN is less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Take back your internet privacy today with ExpressVPN. Thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. Alright, well thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We're the fastest growing army on the internet. Also, there's new Greg hoodies and a couple of other new things in my merch store, so if you want to check those out, get that. I just released a song and music video for Spooky Ho. Stream it on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you listen to music. Thank you, Erica Nimigan, for I come to you today with something pretty honestly shocking and disturbing, quite frankly. Game shows have gotten really, really bad. I don't know when this happened, but I've just seen a pretty disturbing clip from a game show, and I would like to share it with you all. So this is from a show called The Floor, and if you're not familiar with it, you'll catch on real fast as to what this game show is.
Plane. Skateboard. Motorcycle.
Yeah, that's the whole game show. They just name things. The whole premise of the show is they just put up pictures and they name things. This is kind of what I do with my 16-month-old son. I hold up a little horse and I say, now what's this? And he says, well, actually, he doesn't say horse. He says "nuh" because he knows that it says "nay." But I give him the point. Maybe he should be disqualified for that. I think in this clip, they get answers wrong, which is the crazy thing. Like, this seems like a game show that could just go on indefinitely as long as they keep showing things as clearly recognizable as a helicopter. So how could someone possibly get a question wrong, you're probably thinking?
Camel. Pass.
Who are all these people watching, too? What's going on here? Why is everybody lined up in this way? Everybody's lined up, and people were shocked that he passed on Tuk Tuk. You know what? Tuk Tuk is a little bit tricky. I don't know if I necessarily would have known the right word for this one. Why is he making that face, though? He's like, I guess I'm not familiar with what happens as a punishment for getting one wrong. Maybe that guy's about to get shot in the back of the head. He's like, oh no! He really should have trained harder. Tuk Tuk is pretty basic level stuff, and now he's gonna get killed in front of everybody. So that's fair. The next one that they mess up on, though, is insane.
Donkey.
Donkey?
Camelback.
Camel? There's no shot you don't know what a horse is. Are you serious? Also, camel was already one of the answers. Yeah, see, we already had a camel. Does that look like a hump to you? I don't see a hump. It's crazy that my toddler would actually be better at this game than this woman. At the very least, he would say "nuh." And I think that is worth at least a half a point.
Burrow. Mountain climber. Pass.
Okay, so it's like the easiest premise for a show ever. You just name things. And then they're also like, you're allowed unlimited wrong guesses? How many times is she going to guess something that's not a horse until they tell her that she's wrong? It's a very simple show. Just name the thing, take your time. There are no negative consequences for getting it wrong. Makes you wonder why that guy passed on Tuk Tuk so fast. It's like, dude, take your time. You could just name every letter combination that could be a word, and, you know, we'll wait. You got this, man. It's a very supportive game show.
Ferry. Jetpack. Raft.
Holy shit, this is boring, dude. The first time I saw this, I was like, there's no way that this could be the entire game show, right? Like, this must be one mini game, some special thing, and then they go back to the rest of the game, right? Right?
Last duel of the night. Chris, can you sweep the floor in your first ever duel?
You know, that sounds like a really impressive feat. Hey, Chris, can you sweep the floor with your opponent in this game? But given the actual game, I would say you should be able to sweep the floor. From the title, this one's just fruits.
The category is fruits.
So you should be able to name all the fruits. I think I can name all the fruits. If you showed me any fruit, I got it pretty much.
Banana.
Ooh, it's a musical round. You see Chris is using an advanced tactic here. He's sort of trying to get into the mind of his opponent. He's making it seem like, oh, this is gonna be a walk in the park. This is gonna be so easy to me, I don't even have to think about it. In fact, I can just sing every answer.
Banana.
Meanwhile, Gabriel's over here like, fuck, what the hell is that thing? I never seen one of those in my life. Is that the sun?
Apple.
Okay, never mind. He's not singing everyone. He actually got pretty serious after that. He was like, come on, Chris, lock in. This is serious. Or maybe that's just how he thinks banana is pronounced.
Here. Raspberries.
How can this show possibly have any viewers? We just watched like 30 seconds of nothing. Like, it's not even entertaining.
Cantaloupe. Pass. Persimmon.
Okay, that was actually kind of impressive. He didn't know what a honeydew is. That is a honeydew, right? This show's got me second guessing everything I thought I knew. Yeah. Okay, that's a honeydew. Huge honeydew hater right here, by the way. That's why I wasn't really sure, because I don't like honeydew, and I don't like cantaloupe, so I don't really know which one's which. They both suck ass, as far as I'm concerned. Honey don't, actually. Honey don't ever feed me one of those? Or you're not my honey anymore. But persimmon was pretty impressive. I thought that was some kind of weird tomato. I would have said old tomato.
Red currant.
What? Okay, you know what? There actually are a lot of fruits in here I've never seen before. I thought those were weird cherries. And then we have this, which is surely made up. That's not even a real thing. Okay, so I guess they start off easy and then they get harder. They're really throwing in some challenging ones now.
Pass. Pass.
Everyone's so shocked in the audience. Motherfucker doesn't even know what a persimmons is? Surely he's gonna get Laquat, right?
Pass.
All right, I'm kind of doing a full 360 here. There's some hard fruits. I'll admit it. They lull you into a false sense of security by starting with banana, orange, apple. Some of these can't even possibly be real fruits, right? I mean, that thing, that's not real. That's a balloon. I'll give them that it is harder than you would think. Horse, still super easy. And I will stand by the fact that the show is just so boring. Even if you do know all of the fruits, it's really not that interesting to watch you just name them. There's gotta be something else. So now, this is not the only strange game show that has come out lately. In fact, it seems like there's an epidemic of them. So I had Robert try to find me some other game shows to talk about. This one is called Beat Shazam. I think it might be the same thing as the fruit show, but with music.
Exact song title.
Senorita.
Wait, was that even the host that was cheering? No one's ever gotten a song right on this show before. She's like, yes, finally, we don't have to kill these two. I should stop joking about them getting murdered. It would just, it would be kind of funny if they got assassinated for getting Senorita wrong.
For $1 million, is it Senorita?
Again, I'm just baffled that this won them $1 million by recognizing one of the most popular pop songs of the last 10 years. That gets you $1 million. For $1 million, do you know One Dance by Drake? Yeah, I know it. Okay, cool. You did it. Also, do you think it kind of stings to be Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello? Like, just being able to recognize one of their songs is such a difficult feat that it could win someone $1 million. Like, I could understand if they did this with my music and just asked a random person off the street, like, hey, try to guess who sings this song. Try to guess the title of this weird song. But for someone as popular as Shawn Mendes, you think he's like, it's gonna be that hard. They played it all over the radio. You guys know my music, right?
Exact song title. I'll stand by you. You know what was amazing? Looking in your eyes, John, and watching you dig that out.
They're trying to make you think that that was interesting to watch. Because nothing really happened. It was just like a guy thought and then said something. And Jamie Foxx is like, that was so crazy. It's like we could actually see what was going on in your mind. There was a whole thing going on. We so well saw it. So incredible to look in your eyes as the name of this song immediately popped into your memory. No thought was required. And then you said it with your lips. That was crazy. Your lips moved and everything. All right, now we've got another game show called Fast Friends.
You're all here because you're super Friends fans.
Wow, so it's like they finally made a show that people who like Friends would enjoy. That's awesome. I don't think there's actually a single TV show out there that enjoyers of Friends would like to watch. Hosted by Whitney Cummings, who has no association with Friends. She wasn't in the cast. Maybe she's, you know, in her private life a big fan of Friends. The hosts of these shows seems like very random too. I think it must just be really easy and cheap to develop game shows, and so you can just throw them together in like a weekend and you just pay a celebrity host and Bob's your uncle, you're off to the races. Because it seems like they're just cranking them out like crazy. Half of them take place in this like weird liminal space, this dark warehouse with neon lights that they probably use for all of them.
Ross joins Rachel in doing laundry, but is made to feel The one at the laundromat? I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Why do all the contestants seemingly know nothing about Friends? They like brought on people who actually know nothing about Friends to compete on the show. He hits the buzzer and he's like, I don't know. What the fuck is Friends? Is that a show? Is that a movie?
So
The one with the German laundry detergent?
We're gonna let you have this one.
They just got so tired of the wrong answers that they were like, yeah, sure, man. Sure, that was it. You know, I guess it makes sense that they're getting them wrong. I feel like there's only so much Friends trivia, and I feel like everybody knows a lot of Friends trivia, at least like any like casual watcher of Friends, that you have to get like really niche questions, like asking the exact wording of titles of obscure episodes. But then you invite people on and they're not gonna know that because nobody knows that. Okay, next show. Are you smarter than a celebrity? And this trailer is from 4 months ago, so this must be a pretty new show.
Hello everybody, I'm Travis Kelce and welcome to Are You?
Okay, we got a bunch of celebrities in here, you guys. Travis Kelce. Pretty big celebrity right now, actually. Then you got, let's see, do I know who any of these people are? Then you got, you know what? I don't know a lot of celebrities anyway. I don't know why I was going to pretend to be like, look, they don't even have any big celebrities. These could all be like really famous people. Oh, I know Lily Singh from the show. Her show.
You're an offensive player, is
Yes,
that correct?
that's me, yeah.
And I'm an offensive comedian.
Oh! Say something offensive right now. Do it. Say something crazy offensive that would get you canceled. Do it right now. I always find that I'm underwhelmed by the caliber of celebrities that they get on shows like this. That like anytime there's like something celebrity edition, it's always like, sure, they're people who work in the entertainment industry, but get like a real like famous person in there, you know? Get Justin Bieber in there. Get the Pope. Get Joe Biden in there. I want to know if I'm really smarter than Joe Biden. I want to know if I can, quite frankly, name fruit better than the Dalai Lama.
Let's see what Lilliput.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Okay, so like...
Haiku, Ireland.
So like...
Not only did Lily Singh guess haiku as being the name of an Irish town, is that correct? What type of 5-line poem shares a rhyme scheme with a town in Ireland? Okay, so it's a type of poem and a place in Ireland. Probably like Limerick or some shit. All right, now I gotta look it up. Limerick, Ireland, let's go. I knew it. You're telling me I'm smarter than Lily Singh? But it's just crazy that the host doesn't even know what a haiku is.
Don't ask Travis, he pronounced it haiku.
Gave it my best guess.
You see what I mean about the host not making sense for this? You would think that a smart celebrity would be the host. That way he could know if answers are right and wrong. I think Travis Kelce, even after seeing this, doesn't know if that's the answer.
IQ Ireland.
He's flying by the seat of his pants just like all the celebrities on the show. He's like, wow, you said haiku? That's pretty dumb. Let's see what the answer is. Oh, it was haiku? Oh. Shit. Now, it's worth mentioning that, of course, game shows have always been weird, as we will see here in Hurl, Episode 1, Balls of Hurl, which premiered July 15th, 2008.
Good evening and welcome to Hurl. Tonight, 5 competitors will test themselves with an eating contest followed immediately by extreme activities designed to shake them up.
Whoever eats the most and hurls the least wins.
And you can win a lot. $1,000 in prize money.
Hold on. That's not a lot. $1,000? I think that might be the lowest cash prize on any game show I've ever seen, actually. And if you win, we're gonna pay for your gas money to get home. If you drove here, we're not gonna pay for that gas money, but on your way home, we will cover that. So the chance at $1,000 for you to eat and puke while doing physical activities. This sounds like the most disgusting game show I've ever seen. So I think I'm actually not gonna watch it at all. But it was nice to know that premise exists. Then, of course, you had The Chamber, which premiered in January of 2002.
Don't miss the show where knowing the answers is only half the battle.
Man, game shows have become so neutered. Look at, they're answering questions while getting sprayed, lit on fire, I think, maced maybe. Probably gonna have like hamsters come and eat their toes. And they had to answer questions, hard questions. Reese Witherspoon brings her chihuahua to what Ivy League law school? See, there you have to know real trivia. It's not just naming what a boat is. You don't just have to know what a jet ski is. You gotta know real things about the world while being literally tortured. I'm really worried about what they're getting sprayed in their face. But the crazy thing is, like, there's no answer that would be good. Even the best answer is still like really fucked up. Look at her. Well, I guess it's good to know that game shows have always been insane. And if anything, they've gotten more tame. So for that, I can appreciate the floor, you know? Thanks for at least not putting these people through physical trauma. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.